Hi, I'm Christopher Lloyd, and I'm standing here in the studios of Sirius XM Satellite Radio. It's a weekly morning, approximately 6 a.m., and this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Never before has one radio show been so extreme. So vulgar.
I'll fucking shove my face up a chick's ass in a second.
Someone said we curse a lot, do we?
I have no idea if we do.
So flatulent.
Who just farted?
I did, but I didn't know it stunk.
Like rotten eggs and sewage.
Oh, wow, thank you.
I can't believe that us sitting around like this is actually a radio show. It's not going to get any better than this.
Are we on the air? Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Quite simply, the greatest show in the history of broadcasting.
O&A every day, that's what I say.
You guys having a good time or what?
Rules are destroyed, and conventions burn to the ground. Would you like to make a fucking circus? With Opie, the Destroyer.
I would eat Betty White's ass. She's 90, right?
It doesn't smell too bad.
Anthony, the Rage.
Holy fuck, how much more fair you want it? Tired of these people up my ass all the time trying to get me to help.
Fuck you.
And Jim Norton, lover of the transgender.
Every time a transsexual walks in the room, party horn should go off. Like, surprise!
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Strap in, dicks. This one's gonna hurt.
Double gun, bitch.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's do this. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, people.
Opie and Anthony broadcasting live.
Hello, folks.
Only 2 live shows left in 2013.
Oh, wow.
Then we tap out for a little while, regroup, and then we come back as a media destination.
I like calling it taking a vacation-rooney, I say. you can use that. Feel free.
I like it. I'm trying to do a last-minute vacation Rooney? Vacation Rooney or vacation Rooney?
I just say vacation Rooney.
Vacation Rooney, you drop the end?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vacation Rooney.
Oh, yeah.
I want to jump on a cruise ship, I think.
You're going to go on holiday?
I'd like to.
Yeah?
Instead of dealing with flights with 2 young kids.
We're going on a cruise.
You like cruise ships, right?
I love the cruise ship. You got your cabana wear?
Anything leaving
cabana wear on that cruise?
Anything leaving New York that could get to warm weather quickly?
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for.
I hear you.
There's got to be on one of those nice ships. This is not happening. What am I doing? You can't book a last-minute cruise.
It's almost impossible.
Right?
We wanted to book one. Remember, we were going to do it a year in advance.
Oh, right.
You guys
that one.
That thing.
They're hard to get last minute, like a good
that.
Well, then I might have to fucking fly somewhere.
You got money, though. You could probably, you know what I mean? You could probably find something really good. Get a good line, man. You probably find it.
I don't know, but it has to be out of New York because I don't want to deal with flights.
Flying to Miami.
Oh, good God, no.
Going there, or worse yet, like when you have to fly to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
And catch a ship from there.
What? I've never done that.
Yeah, I did that.
I've never actually. Well, I was on one cruise.
What a pain in the ass that was.
I did the Greek islands with someone I was not in love with anymore.
Oh,
which made it extremely awkward.
Sam Roberts.
One of the most beautiful, places in the world that I'm with someone I'm not in love with anymore.
Romantic places and
it was so awkward. Wow, look at Santorini. This is fucking amazing. God, I hate your guts. But I don't know how to get rid of you yet.
Look at that. You know what else is in ruins?
Yeah, exactly. Like our relationship.
Yes.
The Parthenon.
The Parthenon.
Isn't it amazing?
A lot like our relationship.
Holy fuck, I wish you would get your shit out of my house. But you gotta be an enabler, right, Opester?
Oh, boy.
A fucking enabler. Just like your dear old dad.
Oh, boy.
Enable. Don't worry about your own fucking feelings, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I fixed that shit. I'm not an enabler anymore, I'll tell you that much. Took a while, but at least I fucking found the light.
Get out of that shit.
Oh, boy, did I. There's crying involved. I'm like, what?
Oh, boy.
Why are you crying? Fuck.
Hey.
Have a fucking Greek salad and enjoy Mykonos and the Pelicans.
Go Pelican.
Fucking Pelicans walking up to the table like, these fucking Pelicans are fucking amazing.
Fly Pelican.
What did I ever fucking see in you?
Are you glad you didn't propose?
Oh my
wow.
God, I'd be in hell. I'd be in hell. I would have entered Anthony's world.
Oh my God.
At least I have had, boom, see ya, bye.
That's it.
Bye.
Cut all ties.
Yeah. So I did go on a cruise once.
A cruise.
And then Athens, just fucking, it was awesome. In my own mind.
It was a Mediterranean cruise. Yeah, right?
Yeah, man. I did Crete. Cool. I did Mykonos, Santorini.
Hey.
Another one.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. Is there one called Los or Lotus or something?
All right.
I don't know. But Santorini is like the most beautiful place on earth. As far as what I've seen so far. That place is ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never been there.
I'd go back in a second. Fuck yeah. But what sucks about Santorini, they can't really dock the cruise ship. So they throw you on little fucking tiny little boats.
Yeah.
And then you gotta go up top.
Tender. You gotta take the tender.
Yeah, I forgot how. Was it donkeys on that one? There was one place we had to do donkeys. That was fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah. Because Santorini is on top of a little fucking, I guess it would be a mountain. And then they have fucking homes on the side of the mountain just carved into the rock. Amazing.
Homes.
But the problem that they couldn't anchor the cruise ship. You could only go there for a few hours.
Oh yeah.
As the cruise ship's just floating in the middle of, I guess, where a volcano used to be or something.
Really? They're not allowed to drop anchor?
Ugh. So you only got 3 or 4 hours there, but fuck, it was amazing. Amazing.
Sounds it.
Well, almost amazing. Why are you sad now?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, boy.
This is the closest we're going to get to heaven. Fuck. Jesus.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. Being cooped up with somebody that you're just no ambition to be with. Yeah. Can't get away.
No.
You could have rock-coated her. Yes. Rock-coat.
Then we flew back to New York, and I think the next day or 2 days later was 9/11.
Dang.
Oh, yeah. 2 days later, I believe. I think it was on a Tuesday, if I remember correctly. So I believe I came back on a Sunday, and then we went back on the radio right away, and I believe it was a Tuesday. I feel like that was right.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that kind of changed the whole world, huh?
Yeah, that kind of shook some shit up, I guess, huh?
A lot of us are still trying to get back to that place before 9/11.
Yeah, good luck.
Holy fuck.
Good luck, everybody. I remember, because I was on vacation, too, obviously.
Where were you?
Time. I think I went down to Florida.
Right.
And,
were you with someone you liked?
Yeah. Yeah, I was with Melinda.
Things were cool then, right?
She was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember running through the airport because we were late. I remember running, up to the counter, through the jetway, no one gave a shit.
No real...
It's here's the tickets, and then that was it.
Yeah, you used to be able to walk right up to your gate.
Yeah.
To watch loved ones get on a plane, remember?
Yeah, and you could board at the last minute. It wasn't that's it. We stopped boarding
right
at this point, and yeah, we just ran up there. And then that all changed, yeah.
So maybe I'll get on a cruise ship.
They are pretty cool. I like them.
How often do they dock in New York, though?
Every day.
Do they really?
Oh, I watch them come in and out every fucking day.
There, and then Jersey.
Yeah.
Over the other side.
Oh, yeah. This is a cruise ship that comes into New York every single day, a different one. Every day. It's fucking cool to see, actually.
Yeah.
We got presents.
Presents.
You guys open your presents?
I did. Thank you to the guy who sent a Tim Conway DVD and something for Edgar's Dry Mouth. God damn it, these cookies look good.
Yeah, we'll get to the cookies in a second, trust me.
I'm going to have one.
We're very organized. We have to first open up our gifts before we delve into the cookies.
I got the 5-part documentary series, Victory by Air, A History of the Aerial Assault Vehicle. And it's all about air power.
Really?
Like World War II. And
who's this from?
Wonderful.
Do we know who this is from?
Who's that from?
Some guy named KT, or is that something different?
Hey,
what is this?
Thank you. I have no idea.
That's something different, I guess. Who sent us these gifts? Oh, it just says O&A Studio. 40 hours, 350 classic cartoons.
Oh, maybe your son will like that.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Aunt would have loved this.
Yeah, cartoons.
You would have liked that, right?
I get everything on YouTube now.
That's true.
Or Netflix or whatever the fuck else is out there.
Samsung announced their new TV. You hear it on the way in? 105-inch fucking IMAX experience in your living room.
My fucking 90-inch is not even a year old. About a year.
But the first run of those things are going to be ridiculously expensive.
$80 grand or something like that.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
But it's kind of cool. We're within a year or two where it'll be affordable for most.
Yeah.
And then the wallpaper that they talked about with that size will be very common.
Oh, you just pop up a TV on your wall and it's as thin as paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your ceiling.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh, what's that?
This is fun, everyone.
Oh.
Let me read this.
Oh, it's a sign.
It's a sign.
Notice, this workplace requires no physical fitness program. Everyone around here gets enough exercise. 1. Jumping to conclusions.
That's kind of funny. I have an idea for a game based on the jump to conclusions.
2. Flying off the handle. Running their mouths.
That's a good one.
Are you sure? You sure?
Everyone in the office does that.
That is you guys.
Oh, boy.
Kicking friends in the ass.
Watch it go. Look out.
Double S.
That's the office.
Dodging responsibility. I think we do a little of that at times.
Where's he,
Oh, boy. And finally, pushing their luck.
Oh, shit.
Broken.
Oh.
Oh, it's folded up real nice.
Wait, you accidentally bent it.
Accidentally.
The sign didn't go over as well.
No.
Whoa, great news. American Express can book last-minute vacations. You know I've never used my points?
I just used mine.
Yeah?
How many did you have?
I had like 900,000.
Wow.
And that's the first time you used it?
First time.
So I'm about at the same area as you.
Probably.
Close to 1 million points. What can you do with 1 million points with American Express?
Buy everybody gift cards that you like.
Get yourself like a can of tuna.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's like everything is, at least 50,000 points.
Oh, really?
And then the good stuff is into the 100,000s of points.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm not going to get much out of it?
No, you do get something.
Can I get
You
golf
could.
clubs or something?
Yes, you could definitely get golf clubs. They have a lot of good electronics and stuff like
You
that.
can get yourself a portable DVD player.
Hey, look out.
Yeah.
Look
I
out.
like those things.
1 million points. They really are expensive. I had Amex for a long time. It's fucking 60,000 for this. It's like
Oh, really?
a hat with a radio on it.
It really is.
It's a lot of nonsense
end,
gifts.
If you go into the tens of thousands of points, you're really not going to get anything. You need hundreds of thousands. I wound up getting a Canon 5D Mark III.
Whoa. All right, that's cool.
And a big fucking 70-200 millimeter lens for it.
Wow.
So it's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to get that, but I had almost 1 million points.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get something done with that.
Yeah.
So then we now move on to the Christmas cookies from Mrs. Roberts.
And by Mrs. Roberts, you don't mean the betrothed to Sam.
Right.
You mean the matriarch.
Yes, the matriarch of
the
the
Roberts family.
She's who tumbled him out.
Yes.
Right. Not the one I stick it to, the one I came out of.
Oh, man.
Well,
aren't you
wait
a
minute.
treat?
That still could be either one.
Right.
Yeah, we still don't know what you mean.
Norman Bates, motherfucker.
Why? The first question is the obvious one. Why does your mom continue to cook us Christmas cookies every year when we kind of...
I don't know.
We do just bash her, don't we?
And she's so flustered, like she's under so much pressure because I'm sure she's been baking for 36 straight hours.
Oh,
Right.
God.
I was on the phone with her yesterday, and she was like, "Okay, now your dad's gonna bring them by the house. I need you to put them right in the fridge when they get there."
Right.
And I started asking her questions like, "Okay, so they stay out on the table?" No. I need you to put them in the fridge.
Oh, you
And
were
I go,
fucking
"Yeah,
with
but
her.
that's in the morning."
Oh,
No. As
no.
soon as you get there, Mom,
right.
relax.
So far, I've had 2 cookies. I've had like a little.
There's no way they're better than Carolyn's fucking M&M cookies I just had. 2 days ago.
Oh.
Who's Carolyn?
My sister-in-law makes a fucking solid M&M cookie.
It's
M&M
a cookie with
rule.
M&Ms in it.
That's great.
Oh,
That's
boy.
great. Great
It's good,
stuff.
but this is like fudge from scratch.
Here's the part where,
Good for you.
here's the part where Sam has to defend his mother against other people that cook stuff.
Why? And why is she under stress? All her competition went away.
That's true.
When she doesn't see it that way. She's her own. You know why?
She's the only game in town,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
she's number one by default.
right.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the only game in town. What?
Oh.
Because
What
she
happened?
can never please you guys, and for some reason she has it in her thick head that she's ever going to get a compliment out of you.
You know what? She pleases me.
Oh.
Yeah.
When
What's
she
that
bends
mean?
down and picks up things, I'm very fucking pleased.
Shit, that's his mother.
I drop kids' toys on purpose around her.
You do?
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Right.
Oh, now.
Picks them up without using her hands.
Oh, no, Jimmy.
Let's see. Exposing the loose change. Oh, boy.
Not right
The
thing you said.
fuck
You know
is
right?
that?
I don't know, more stuff that
Good. Cards?
came in. As the founder of the Victims of Terrorism Foundation, Inc., I am available to do a call in interview.
What are these guys?
Which
Please
side
help
is he
to
on?
create the Victims of Terrorism fundraiser store. Exposingtheloosechange.com. There,
Oh, okay.
There's your plug.
Oh,
Exposing the loose change.
Exposing the loose change.
This is the kind of debunking all of this
Right.
stuff. Well, you really don't even need to.
Well, when I hear loose change, I just get very irritable. but this
yes.
guy is actually against the loose change. Okay.
It's so
For a second, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so it's exposingtheloosechange.com. So, yeah, you might want to go there and check that out for this guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a video online of Hitchens, Christopher doing a speech, and one of those 9/11 conspiracy guys, and fucking Hitchens won't even engage. It's really weird to hear Hitchens go, I will not engage someone as stupid as you.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Why give him an argument?
Fucking A&E. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story.
This is
right
the big
there.
story of the day as we look at all our TVs, and it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty is whether you like it or not, no one in this room really watches. It's massive for A&E. I
big show
mean,
on
massive.
Yeah, 11 million views for the season premiere.
yeah.
Crazy.
I
11
thought it was
million.
even higher than that, actually, I heard.
No,
I don't get
11.1.
it.
All right,
I
but
don't
11
get it.
million is ridiculous
Yeah.
for a TV show these days.
Not for
These guys
me.
are on fire.
Yeah.
And it's the old man was
Yeah.
suspended indefinitely.
Well, not the old man, like the father.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a guy that's even older. You're right.
Yeah. Sigh.
He was suspended because he spoke out against the gay.
But he didn't even speak out against the guy.
No.
They asked him a question
Did they ask him, or was he
on
just talking?
GQ.
Okay.
He said,
Or in GQ, I should say. But I say on GQ because I read my magazines online now.
Oh, it's the future.
So I say on GQ.
Crazy.
one of those future houses.
Uh-huh.
It's Phil Robertson.
Phil?
I believe most people in this room were like pro-gay, but with that said, there's a lot of fucking people that have a tough time accepting the gay.
A lot of
and if you
people.
say you don't accept the gay, they're now crucifying you.
Exactly.
That's in America.
People, very religious people, will never accept gays because their religion makes them say, no, I don't accept the gay.
They truly believe that
Yes.
the Bible is against the gay.
That their God doesn't like the gay. That's what
Right.
these guys are saying. Why can't you just say that?
And obviously this guy is very religious, and I don't really have a problem with anything he said in this.
Was he promoting violence against gay people?
He was just giving
no.
and this is why A&E is so hateable.
Yes.
Because, and this again, this is not but Hitchens pointed this out, and I'm just about how all the hate speech comes from the Bible.
Right.
Or religion.
Right.
So if A&E had 1 ounce of moral fucking balls, why not criticize the Bible?
There you
Because
go.
that's where everything he said in
Right.
his mind comes from. I think what he said is stupid, but he's got the right to say it.
He's absolutely got the right.
And
said-
everyone's saying that they have the right to fire him. We know they have the legal
we
right
know
to fire
that,
him.
but that's
we know that.
And
But it's not
you're
the
right
right thing
if
to
you
do.
say that, but I'm very uncomfortable with that.
Yes.
That these big TV stations and corporations have no problem firing people for giving a fucking opinion. You don't even have a chance anymore. We said it years ago. You have the right to be offended in America, or used to.
It's fucking.
We don't have the right anymore.
It's scary.
You don't have the right to
Nope.
be offended in America.
We
That
look-
should be on a fucking T-shirt.
We look back on like McCarthyism and all that stuff is like ancient. Like, how could people have been so fucking ridiculous? And that's the type of stuff that happens now if you speak out against the wrong group, even if you're wrong.
Yes.
You're crucified. Like you said, you should not. There shouldn't be a penalty for giving an opinion when you're not encourring violence against people.
Absolutely.
And there's
even
a few
if it's a dumb
things,
opinion.
and it wasn't on the fucking TV show, so it's none of A&E's fucking business. Or it used to be where it wasn't none of your business, but for some reason now everything you do in your life matters. There was a time on radio, we just know that because we're fucking goddamn experts at it.
Yeah, true.
That as long as you kept it cool when you were at the radio station and on the air, you were all right. But now they're looking at your Facebook, your fucking Twitter, and looking at what you might say in a fucking magazine article, and they will fire you now.
Yeah.
And all these people, I was on Twitter last night. I got home and I couldn't even go to bed. I was so irritated.
Right.
And they keep saying, like, it's not a freedom of speech. It's not about the Constitution. It's about free speech is supposed to mean, hey, we kind of tolerate each other's opinions because that's what it's about. And the advertisers, well, you know, the fact that the advertisers know that they'll suffer if they don't pressure the fucking company is a sign of all of us not being tolerant of speech we don't like.
Yes.
There's no toleration anymore, and that scares the living fucking daylights out of me.
It's not about the Constitution.
No, I know the Constitution doesn't cover this. I know it.
Of free speech and stuff. When you say free speech, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're talking about the Constitution and your right to free speech, because in private enterprise you're going to have companies that don't want their representatives speaking like that. But that's just the way we should be as Americans. We should be a little more tolerant to what people are saying. It might get you so fucking pissed off that you want to rebut what they're saying, and that's fine. Yeah. Have a little rebuttal.
Fuck yeah.
They had a statement that said, hey, his opinions have no reflection on A&E. And it's like, you know what? You could say that. That's fine.
Sure.
But if his opinions have no reflection on A&E, then why are you firing him?
Right.
You just say, yeah, this guy, he's on a show on our channel, but hey, we don't follow that opinion.
He's him,
but that's his.
Yeah, we don't condone what he said.
Right.
Period. And that should be the end of it.
That should be the end of it. To fire him is like, then why even say that you don't have the same opinion?
So, the head of the Duck Dynasty clan has been suspended from the popular A&E show after his comments to GQ magazine comparing homosexuality to bestiality sparked outrage in the gay community. Right, I understand where they might be outraged by that, of course.
Outrage.
But why don't gay people understand? No one's looking to Duck Dynasty for our social cues.
There you go.
Like, this guy's a fucking a duck massacrer.
Right.
I don't care what he thinks about gay people. He doesn't influence me.
It seems like, to me, this is him in GQ, it seems like, to me, a vagina as a man would be more desirable than a man's anus. That's just me, he writes.
Speak for yourself.
But he writes, but he also writes, you know.
Yeah, that's
you
me.
just joked about it, but he did just say, that's just me. Like, I understand this might not be a popular opinion for a lot of people out there.
I think it is for a lot of middle America, though.
You're right.
Right.
And for a lot of the, as hard as it is to believe, a lot of the world feels that way. They just voted down, like, gay rights in it was Chechnya or some it was like 65% Christian country, wasn't Chechnya, but
you can't force people to be accepting. Maybe in time they will be more accepting. It's Phil Robertson. He said this in the January issue. But hey, sin, it's not logical, my man. It's just not logical. When the reporter asked Robertson what he found sinful, he said, start with homosexual behavior and just morph out from there. Bestiality, sleeping around with this woman and that woman and those men.
See,
he's very religious, this guy.
He finds all that stuff offensive.
Yeah, right.
I think he's a twat, but he's allowed to say that stuff.
He's allowed.
The network said Wednesday night that Robertson was placed on hiatus from filming indefinitely. We are extremely disappointed to have read Phil Robertson's comments in GQ, which are based on his own personal beliefs and are not reflected in the series, the company said.
Then let him fucking continue. Why? Yeah, you said it doesn't matter. It doesn't reflect our station. Fine. The people are, and the groups, you know, gay groups and whatnot, glad they get all pissed off about it. You know, the way we're supposed to be tolerant of these groups, they have to be tolerant also of people's personal opinions on lifestyle issues.
Right.
It's what it is. Not everybody is going to accept the way you lead your life. And for you to go, it's none of their business. Well, then his opinion's none of your fucking business. If he wants to just put it out there in a magazine, this is how I personally feel. What is wrong with that?
especially since they wouldn't dare attack the source, and I mean A&E, which is it's religion, it's Islam, it's Catholicism, it's Judaism.
He was quoting the Bible.
They're all anti-gay.
Exactly.
All of them.
Right.
They don't like the gay.
So stop fucking defending religion so blindly.
Yep.
Stop defending it and come out and say, hey, the Bible is shitty. Say that if that's how you feel.
They need to get quite a jam up if they did that.
Yeah.
Fucking no tolerance whatsoever.
No.
And I agree with the people that say now, the A&E has the right to fire him, of course, but we just think that's a fucking horrible road to do. That's a horrible road to go down.
It sets a precedent.
A horrible road.
Yeah. Just awfulness.
So, well, there you go.
It's like, why would anybody want him fired? Like, I don't agree with what he said. I think it's stupid. I don't want to see the guy fired.
Yeah, for the record, I don't agree with it either, but...
Isn't that...
But you got to defend these guys.
It's tolerance. It's exactly what they want.
You can't...
tolerance.
The one thing I don't understand is people that only defend things that they also agree with, excuse me.
That's easy to do.
But it's hard to do what we're doing, because I don't like what he said, but you have to defend his right to say that.
Yeah.
Period.
None of these penalties.
Anybody who'd be so offended by that, that they wouldn't watch Duck Dynasty, because the only reason you suspend him is so... people who would be so offended can still watch Duck Dynasty. They're not going to watch the show now, regardless of whether he's on or not.
So
let them.
I think they just fucked up a really good thing. I think A&E just fucked up a really good thing for themselves. Because I think this is going to backfire on them big fucking time. Because their fan base is hard fucking core.
Oh yeah, there's no way that the Duck Dynasty loyalists are going to watch anything on that network.
Let's see what they do. Let's see how they push back, because Americans never push back against stuff like that.
No.
If you object to a guy being fired for speech, whether you like what he said or not, then push back.
And you know what? Yeah, Greg. You know what, Greg? You should get the credit. Absolutely.
Give him some credit.
I was probably thinking this.
Yeah.
I was thinking it myself, but go ahead, Greg.
That's a good idea.
Greg, you got a great point. Let's go.
It's your big moment in the sun.
I was saying the whole damn cast should just pull the fuck right out of the show, because it's all about the money. And once they lose the money, because none of them want to do it anymore, they'll bring him right back.
You can't. I agree with you, but you can't do it contractually. I guarantee they are within their right to do that, and I guarantee you they will sue the cast and win if the cast pulls out. Okay. Cast cannot.
But these guys have a shitload of money, though.
They do.
Maybe you just take the fucking hit.
They do,
and stick up for your brother.
But they may have to finish out the season. The season may already be shot, too.
Yeah. They actually said that this season is totally shot already. Like the season that's coming up.
Isn't that ironic that this season is in the can? I'm just pointing it out.
So this guy's going to be in all the episodes this season.
Maybe not.
Well,
they might re-edit. They might re-edit.
They said they're suspending him from future filming.
Yeah, but people don't understand how that shit works, so they might go, what the fuck? Why is he still on?
Yeah, exactly. They might have to edit him out.
We hate that Gabe Basher. Why is he still on? I bet you they re-edit, dude.
Oh, that'd be...
Let me say hi to Steve in New York City, who agrees with the firing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, morning, boys.
What's up?
Yeah, listen, I'm an openly gay New York City firefighter, and I couldn't agree with you guys more.
Oh.
Just the
Those jokes,
culture, the culture of
I would.
Not being able to tolerate anything anywhere,
flaming,
and not being able to take a fucking joke from anyone.
Right.
And I couldn't agree with you guys more. Just what's going on in our job in the city, the way equal employment's come in, and I'm sure you, Anthony, are familiar with the lawsuit for the hiring practice that the.
Oh yeah, they all of a sudden got a bunch of new employees over at the fire department, and it was totally based on race. It's ridiculous.
Pretty much, and not ability.
Not ability.
Why do we do that?
Because people say that why isn't the fire department reflecting the community that they serve? It's like, well, they're reflecting the people that want the job and do it very well. How about that? Instead of, wouldn't you rather have somebody that's good at a job of being a fireman coming into your house and saving you from a fire, putting out a fire, than somebody that's there because they have to fill some quota?
Right.
That's ridiculous.
And it's really hard to be a fireman to begin with.
And it's just the culture of firefighters. They were predominantly, the family. It was very a lot of nepotism went on.
It's a family business,
a family thing. A lot of Irish, a lot of white Irish guys, and it's just the way it worked out that they made very good firemen.
Right.
This guy doesn't agree with the firing, though, does he?
No, he doesn't agree with the
No, he
firing.
doesn't agree.
No, I misread that, to be honest with you. Steve agrees that this guy shouldn't get fired. Right. Yes. So,
Absolutely not.
and what's going on with the fireman, that's completely ridiculous, too, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, are you the guy that sits on top of the fire truck and goes, woo?
Oh, my God.
Hey, how do the
Oh, my God.
how do the guys treat you?
It's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about ball busting. That's
Yeah.
what we do. We bust each other's balls because you never know the next time we're going to go out that door what's going to happen.
That's
Right.
true.
And also for the new guys, that's how you test them. You see if they can't handle some ball busting, how are you going to handle going into a fire?
Right. Yeah, you guys are a tight fraternity.
Yeah. Are you one of those hunky ones that takes the that has the open jacket in the calendar?
Only for you, Jimmy.
Are you Mr. March? You sound familiar. Thanks, man.
All right, Steve. Thank you, buddy. Let's say hi to Eric in Maryland, who watches Duck Dynasty. I've taken a peek here and there. It's an all right show.
Yeah.
But, I mean, people just fucking love this thing. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, you know, at the end of every show, they sit down to Sunday dinner, and they say a prayer to God. What did the general public in A&E think their view of homosexuality?
Very good.
Yeah. It was kind of a don't ask, don't tell thing, if you want to put it that way. They probably knew, but they don't want to hear it. That's which is ridiculous.
And he was...
Go ahead. Anybody who understands religion understands that, especially Christianity, they're against homosexuality.
Yeah.
It's logical.
And
you can't force acceptance.
No.
You just can't do it.
Nope.
Maybe eventually you'll turn some people, and then all right.
Yeah,
fight the good fight, and hopefully you'll turn more people.
You can't legislate the opinions. Like I can see you can tell people like by the law, these people can get married and do whatever. Any rights that straight people have, gay people should have. And I think that's very fair. But you can't make people feel a certain way.
Right.
Get out of people's heads. Just allow allow gays to live exactly how they want to live.
Right.
And have every tax break and every fucking marriage. Let them do what they want to do.
That's the reason there are laws, because people aren't accepting of the lifestyle. And they will try to not give them what they should be entitled to.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let's go to Doug in Syracuse. He agrees with the firing. Go ahead,
Hi, Doug.
Hi, guys.
Hey, buddy.
I agree with the firing because I think most people, they want to know that if somebody says or does something they don't like, that there's going to be a consequence for them financially. I'm not saying if it's fair or if it's fun, but that's what most people want now, and that's why I agree with it.
Hold on, do you? Let me ask you, Doug. Do you want? Because I honestly, I don't want that.
No, the people I hang with don't want this shit. What do you mean most people want this? Most people want to see people's careers destroyed because they give an opinion?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
like saying
I gotta live in a gated community then, because I don't want to fucking hang out with you assholes.
That's the same. That's like saying most people want kids to not celebrate Christmas at school. That's why it's not happening. But you said yourself, like that's not the case.
It's not true.
Small percentage.
It's not true. I see the parents. They roll their eyes. They're like, get a fucking Christmas tree in this classroom. Everyone fucking relax a little bit.
But people don't speak up, because if people, the majority of people spoke up and said this is nonsense, it would stop. But it's just that the smaller groups are louder.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, dude, do you want people fired for saying shit you don't like?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
I want consequences.
But why?
Why? For talking.
Because that's the only thing that people understand is consequences.
But let me ask you a question.
Why should there be consequences for what people say?
Yeah, not for injuring gay people or for advocating violence against them, but I mean, just for not...
We don't have... Because we live in America, so people don't go to jail for saying things. But we can punish them financially.
But why would you? Let me ask you, man.
Yeah.
Are you gay?
No.
Okay, let's just say you were gay. But you're for gay rights.
I'm for what? I'm for rights of people.
No, but let me say,
let them do stuff.
Are you for gay marriage?
Yes.
Okay. Now I agree with you, but that opinion in this country is reprehensible by a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are very offended by your opinion. So if you came out and said, "Hey, I'm for gay marriage. I think it's right that people should be able to love each other and get married," so your boss should be able to fire you because you're violating and offending his religious ideology?
Oh.
If that's what he wants to do, he's the boss. He put in an investment to own a business, so he can do that.
Okay,
but do you think that's good?
I don't believe your sincerity, even though I know why you're saying that because you want to win the argument. I don't believe you feel that way.
I bet you'd be mad if you got
You'd be livid if you got fired for your opinion. You'd be out of your mind.
He would try to sue.
Of course I would be mad, but that is the consequences of the system we put in place.
And we're saying we don't like that system that's being put in place.
And I don't think it was intended to be the consequences.
I don't think you should have consequences.
We can have any kind of change.
No.
What?
It's not true.
It doesn't change people's views to get punished for what they say.
Pisses them off.
Yeah.
What's that?
You guys want to change it back the other way so we can have more Christmas and more anti-gay speech, more of the other way.
That's...
now we're going the other way where it's less of that speech because of these financial punishments.
I agree with people with when you can legislate as behaviors as far as the law says you cannot discriminate against people. I don't want anybody...
I don't agree that they should legislate punishments by the law because that is not the place of government.
No, but it is. It's not for speech, dude. I'm saying, like, if people want to get married, for a long time, interracial relationships were illegal. So the government has to step in and say, this is an absolutely legal behavior, and you cannot discriminate against people who are of mixed races that are married. So I agree with the law stepping in there. But you can't legislate against people expressing their opinion because people who are for that are offending people, too.
And how are consequences?
I don't believe in legislating anything. I believe private institutions have the right to regulate the actions of their work.
They have the right.
They
but
absolutely
just because
have
they
the
have the
right.
right doesn't mean it's a good thing. It's not a good thing to put consequence on free and open speech, whether it's somebody's opinion you don't agree with, or I don't. How do you think that's a good thing to curtail speech because there are these huge consequences based on just your opinion, not inciting a riot, not the old famous fire in a crowded theater thing, but just an opinion. Where it strikes a nerve, of course, gay issues and race issues nowadays, very, very sensitive. How is it a good thing to curtail speech?
To be clear, if they want to make speech, let them go out, make a newspaper, make their own newsletter. And
that's ridiculous.
Talking about
that's ridiculous.
Silly,
it's
dude.
ridiculous.
All right.
In their own workplace and expect no consequence.
That's crazy. So you should just huddle and gather in a locked room with
and lie.
A certain amount of people so you could talk about your shit and conspire and not make sure no one hears it outside because of the consequences. And boy, you really are you really are a true American.
Way to stand tall.
Yeah.
And what if you're hired as a personality on a reality show to be yourself?
Be yourself.
Like we want to pay you money to be yourself.
You're not being hired to be yourself. You're being a character. They are characters.
No, they're themselves. They're themselves. It's called scripted reality.
Yeah.
They come on board. Believe me. They don't come on and say, we're going to make your show this. They say, we're just going to shoot you guys. And then they kind of nudge them the way you put a mouse in a fucking maze. That's how they guide them to a conclusion every episode.
Yeah.
Well, clearly he went off of his script.
You sound like a communist.
Yeah, I don't agree with what you're saying at all.
I don't either. You should be fired for it.
I appreciate that you don't agree with what I'm saying, but if you want to act like professional people in a professional environment where we don't have hate speech coming...
There you go. There you go. Right, there you go. Thank you.
What's hate
right
speech?
There. Hate speech.
Hate speech.
You have an agenda with what's proper and what's not.
Your opinion.
Because your opinion is such. You can't allow your opinion, or you shouldn't allow your opinion to influence that. Like, literally, what you're saying I find irritating. I don't want you to get in trouble for it.
That's fine, but I appreciate exactly what you guys are saying. But in this environment that we work in, that obviously most people want, because this is the rules that everyone has agreed
on. We disagree with.
We
think it's a minority that has a lot of power in this country right now.
If it was the minority, they wouldn't be in control.
That's not true.
I don't even know if I believe this guy.
I don't know.
No, he's called before on this.
March for people saying I want to say more hurtful things.
But it's not, dude. It's not that. It's not about that. It's not about saying more hurtful things. This is what I mean. The nature of offense is arbitrary because by saying you support gay rights, you are actually offending more people's quote unquote morality than by saying you don't.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying
So
about with the Bible and whatnot.
But I mean, come on, dude. It's completely subjective.
Yep.
Charles wants to get on with Doug.
Okay.
Charles in Texas, you're on with Doug in Syracuse. Go ahead, Charles.
Hello.
Yeah, the guy's logic is flawed on the implication part. If he's saying that there should be implications, then you leave the guy on the air, and the people that he's saying don't want this, they'll stop watching.
Yes.
They'll stop buying all the merchandise.
Yes.
There you go.
Free market.
Free market.
Truly.
That's the penalty.
But it's decided by the people who watch.
Right. Decided by the people that actually enjoy Duck Dynasty. Exactly. Yeah.
This whole thing is based on what the left coast and the right coast want. It's not what middle America's opinion is. It's left coast, it's right coast. Because that's where opinions are generated out of.
Now, but you know what, dude? If he was a gay guy and he came out and bashed Catholicism or the Bible, religious people would be calling for him to be fired. So
I don't think he would be, though.
He probably wouldn't be.
He wouldn't be.
No.
That's exactly right. Ant's exactly right.
Of course I am.
Or Sam, I'm sorry. It's hard to tell on the phone who's who. I'm sorry.
That was
me. You're right.
But he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be fired if he was a gay guy who came out against Catholicism.
Yeah.
He would still be on the. It happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
It happens on TV every day,
Yes,
and nobody
it does.
does a goddamn thing.
Right.
But because this guy said, and he said something so vanilla, so generic, that they took him off there. It's stupid. He'll be back on the air by November or by January.
There's a glad spokesperson.
Hold on, I want to hear what this guy's saying. Thanks, Charles, and thanks, Doug. I'm going to move on.
This statement
That's
after
Ricky
the
from My
article was
So-Called
released,
Life.
saying I would never treat anyone with disrespect just because they are different from me. We are all created by the Almighty, and like Him, I love all of humanity.
Oh, boy.
We would all be better off if we loved God and loved each other. And not only did he make anti-gay comments, he also said in the article that while growing up in the Jim Crow South, he, quote, never saw black people mistreated, and that he worked cotton fields with blacks and said, quote, they're singing and happy. I never heard one black person say, I tell you what, those doggone white people, not a word. Were they happy? They were godly. They were happy. No one was singing the blues. There's a lot to react to here.
No, there's not. There's really not.
So what do you got?
Well, first of all, I would say the anti-gay comments are way out of bounds. Even though there are a lot of people who are arguing, and I saw it on Twitter last night, a lot of people reacting that it's his freedom of speech. He can believe what he wants to believe, which is true, but that doesn't mean it's free from consequences.
Right.
And you say these things when you're a public figure.
And you'll also hear that he is not alone. I'm not supporting the comments, but he's not
what
alone.
a coward!
There is
What a
there is segment of
coward!
the population who agrees with exactly what Phil's saying.
They are eggshelling
there's
this
a segment
fucking
of that population, and then also to speak to the comments about
well, that's why
the pre-civil
everyone's
rights
scared to
era.
talk
I'm not trying to
openly.
speak what's in his
You
head.
just heard it for yourself.
When you see these comments, this is exactly the type of warped logic that white racists used back in the day to justify their actions for oppression of black people. Well, they're singing, they're happy.
Right.
I'm not hearing anybody complain. Those black folks are happy folks.
He was working
they're not saying anything.
there.
So those are troubling. All of
More
this,
so than
I
her.
believe, is troubling.
I'm sure she
Interesting
does.
how quickly A&E moved.
Yeah, well, we saw with Paula Dean
can they
how
move
things
this
went
big
with
bitch
her
to the
and-
back
and
of the
time
set?
it took for that to sort of
Holy
right itself
fuck.
as it has.
Let's see if
It'll be
any of them
interesting
stick
to
up
see
for
how
his
this
right.
plays out and
They're not.
And they have a
They're too
$400
scared.
million empire. Let's remember that
Huge
here.
empire.
Big deal with Walmart. So what's going to happen with that?
Nothing.
Are they going to back off from them? So there's a lot in play here still. Yep.
On the basis of what we know, the statements that are out there, Paula Dean pales in comparison to his.
Fucking you're
Another
You're
another
weak, Chris
speech
Cuomo.
policing coward.
You're weak.
fucking
You are so
But
weak.
CNN is not
Did a
slanted.
really
No.
good job of
What a
pointing
weak
out
man
those
you are, Chris
Fucking
Cuomo.
weakling.
if we should put it that way, in the piece.
Oh,
about what
you're
he was saying,
weak.
what he's preaching.
Why are we frustrated
And,
every time? It's like,
And I
why does
grew
it
up in
surprise us
I
every
know.
every time it gets us?
I never heard
You have a little bit of hope that maybe.
I just have a. I just don't see it at all the other way. So what's wrong with us?
And these are broadcasters. These are people that
Oh, they're
they-
weak.
The First Amendment is so important to the press, but they will sit there and just say, You know, well, the consequences.
Fucking
How about your
weak.
consequences of reporting certain things? And, like the shooters' manifestos and stuff.
Right.
How about there should be consequences for
Well,
that?
how about the blood and guts they show?
Right, that.
I find that way more disturbing than speech.
Or a tit on the screen, you know.
Well, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. I'm saying, like, they'll
The blood and guts, though,
they'll put
and
death and destruction on there, but they'll, you know, apologize if a tit goes out.
Right.
Or some rap lyrics or something.
This fucking country is fucking sick.
It's
babies.
It's backwards.
It's sick.
Crazy.
Let me say hi to Maurice right here in New York
he's gotta be
City.
gay,
I'm a
right?
manager for a city corporation. Hold on, I'm giving you the big setup here.
Hi, Maurice.
I'm a manager for a city corporation. We did a seminar on this topic last night. I can contribute. Go ahead, Maurice.
All right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Wank,
I've
wank.
known you guys for years.
Thank you.
Yeah, quite.
Thank you so much.
You know, I've been listening to what you're saying. I agree with you guys 100%. My ideology on this topic is if I want to push to have the rights taken away from those with whom I disagree, how long will it be before my rights are taken away?
Exactly. And that's what people don't understand.
Yeah, they'll come for
They
you
think
eventually.
everybody agrees with them.
Right.
And their
Right.
point is what everyone's point is. And, you know, these people we just saw on the news, don't they understand that they say things that offend people?
Of course.
Why should they then have a job?
Right.
Years
Years
ago, if you spoke against religion at all, and you spoke up for gay people, you suffered penalties.
Yeah.
And now it's just come back the other way. Anybody saying it's just the whole country has always been. We say it every time. It's a fucking. You either believe in people's right to say what they feel, or you don't.
Or you don't. Yeah, there's no middle ground of, well, I could agree with that, but, I'm offended by that, so he shouldn't be able to say it, or there should be consequences. No, there shouldn't be.
You shouldn't want people, even if you're gay, you shouldn't want people to get, anybody who's thinks what this guy said is stupid.
You keep them on the air, and then you see if the audience for that show is willing to accept it.
And it's because you're fighting for the same fucking thing. People are offended. Some people are offended, a lot of people, by a gay lifestyle. You offend them. So you're trying to get tolerance and live a life as a gay person. And the other side, they're trying to put their opinion out there, and they want tolerance for their own opinion. If you don't like a gay lifestyle, it doesn't necessarily go hand in hand that you want to hurt them or kill them or have a riot or fucking anything.
Exactly. Well, this is
But
one
it's
of
labeled
the
hate
reasons why-
speech.
This is one of the reasons why I very rarely get into conversations, even with friends, on topics that are as volatile as religion or politics.
Yes.
Because most people are so thin-skinned that they can't accept the fact that someone else's opinion differs from theirs.
Right.
You know, I don't have to agree with you, but I do respect your right to disagree with me. I don't have a problem with that.
Most people say that, but they sure don't believe it.
And I would love to see. I would love to see the numbers. You got this Duck Dynasty, which is huge in the middle of the country and certainly in the South. I would love to know the percentage of the viewers that agree with Phil Robertson.
Right.
You might. It would blow your mind. I bet you.
it's a lot.
I bet you it's more than 50-50.
Oh yeah.
In his favor, as far as the viewers of that show.
Yep.
Thank you, Maurice.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you.
All right, brother. Eventually, this is Eric from Colorado. I believe he's a regular, too. Eric, what's up?
Hey, guys. Hey, kind of going along with the previous caller, political correctness is a vicious circle, and eventually the politically correct will eat themselves when they run out of targets.
Well, you saw it with Alec. Even though Alec Baldwin's not a PC guy, but he does share the ideology of the left, and you saw what happened to him and to Martin Bashir.
Right.
Both a couple of guys who, again, maybe not PC, but are on that side of the fence. So they already eat themselves.
And MSNBC has a new slogan, which me and Ant were laughing at this morning. What was it again?
Oh, no.
They fired 2 guys, and their new slogan is what? Do you remember exactly what it was?
Speak out.
Speak out. It's right on their website.
They're literally saying, yes, speak out.
Right.
It's like, no, yes, you speak out and you get fired.
Right. You don't even let your own guys speak out.
No.
What are you talking about?
Speak out. That's dangerous.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
We're going to go eat now, if that's okay with everybody. Is that all right?
Very offensive.
Yeah. We got CNN fucking up real bad.
Oh, yeah?
Real bad.
Oh, good.
I love fucking beating up the media. It's one of my favorite things we do on this radio show. I love it. I fucking can't get enough of it. CNN fucked up bad.
They did?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I'll just keep it at that. Hopefully we'll keep these fuckers listening a little longer. We'll be back.
The Opie and Anthony Show continues in moments. Sirius XM's The Opie and Anthony Show.
Na. So back to Sam's mom's Christmas cookies.
Yes, of which I've had 3, and I'm stopping. They're fucking unbelievable.
So far, I've had none.
Oh, you got to try something.
Yeah, I want to, Sam. I really do.
Have 1 or 2, this way you don't fucking binge on them later.
I'm not a big morning eater.
No?
No.
It's just a little treat. How much damage could it do?
A lot.
Not if you go to the gym after. A couple little cookies.
I'm finally getting rid of the baby weight.
Work off that fudge.
I'm finally getting rid of it.
You know how much of a...
I'm getting my moobs in order.
In order.
Get them in order.
Getting them in order.
Straightening your moves right out.
Right,
Yes.
tighten that shit up a little bit.
Does this mean that V is coming back?
A little bit.
right.
There's a hint. There's a hint right now.
Yeah, I've been checking.
I've been looking.
I've been looking.
God damn, Jimmy.
So what kind of Christmas cookies do we have?
Well...
Because, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. The listeners love when we talk food and eat food on the air.
Absolutely.
So
They're happy for us.
This isn't for us. This isn't for us. This is for you.
Yeah.
Just giving.
That's right. That's
So
all
what
we
did
do
the
is
bitch
give.
Well, she's so, just wanting your approval that she's never going to get.
Right.
Apparently, last year, I didn't even remember, Aunt took a big Kumia dump all over the fact that she made pecan tarts, which are they're like little
Exactly, pecan tarts. His name is Sam.
Was I nice about our cookies last year? I think I was.
No, I think you probably said one of the interns was.
Well,
yeah, the pecan tart is like a tiny little pecan pie.
Yeah, right.
We know.
Pecans.
And Aunt didn't like it, so now she didn't make them this year?
Well, she made them.
Right.
But then also, she made apple tarts, which are like tiny little apple pies.
Oh. Nice.
Which she's never made before.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I think because Aunt said
that's
that
her
you
big
need
mistake.
something apple.
You need something apple-y. You do.
I'm all in with the apple-y like Aunt.
To match Sam's, her son's little rosy cheeks.
Wow.
I appreciate
something
that.
apple-y.
What?
Oh, boy.
Sam's a man now. Are you kidding me?
Look at his whiskers all over those rosy cheeks now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
True.
Yeah. Sam's a fool.
That's not what they were getting at. But so she made like a special treat for Anthony, and then she made all the 3 different types of fudge from scratch. And
I don't see.
Did you pack it?
no, I didn't pack the fudge.
How old are we?
Fudge pack. Coconut rum balls from scratch.
I got a problem. I don't see any M&M cookies like my sister-in-law makes.
Not like like everybody makes. It's
Her
not.
M&M cookies are fucking delicious.
That is true.
That's fine, but it's not it's not like it's her specialty. Everybody makes M&M cookies.
Nope.
You gotta mix.
Only my sister-in-law Carolyn. That's it.
That's right.
I've never seen them before in my life.
Nothing there
I think
came
she's
from
got
a
the
mix.
copyright on it. What?
Nothing there came from a mix.
How dare you, sir?
That's right.
I like the sound of that. Nothing came from a mix. And more racist.
It's just hate.
Yes, that's hate speech,
The
people.
pie crust is made from scratch. None of that store-bought bullshit.
I like store-bought better. They do it
What?
right. That's why they make it.
I
Mass
know.
make it.
It's great. They figured it out.
I don't see any chocolate cookies with like peanut butter chunks in there.
Absolutely
There's
not.
fudge made from scratch there.
No, good for
Scratch
the
is
fudge.
overrated.
I hate scratch.
I do too.
What do you?
from
How could you hate
scratch.
made from scratch?
Give me a good fucking. Well, they're, first of all, cold. She obviously had them thrown in the refrigerator too soon.
Yes. I like everything of uniform size and shape.
Absolutely.
Oh, look, it's made from scratch. That one's little. That one's big. It's fucking got a bulge on it.
Scratch sucks a cock.
I'm a big fan of cookies being made start to finish 5 minutes.
Like microwave?
You cut that shit and you put it in an oven.
No.
That's it.
I'm talking
is
about
it.
sticks of butter and
Oh,
sugar and
fuck that.
and all this stuff in the Cuisinart.
I like how it's made. You watch them go through those machines and millions of cookies are flying out the other
right.
end.
You like
it's all
that?
automated.
That's
Robots are making it. It's fantastic.
Chips Ahoy
Delicious.
it's figured it
Chips
out.
Ahoy.
No.
Chips Ahoy rules.
Yeah,
is
it's
there any
always-
Chips
what's
Ahoy's
that?
in there?
It's always chewy.
I want a Chip Ahoy! A chip ahoy, yeah.
Is your mom up early today?
I'm sure she will be.
We haven't called her in a while.
No, it's probably been about a year since you called her.
Oh, really?
Wow. You went through a phase where you were calling her like twice a week.
That's
which
true.
is unnecessary.
We might have to call her today if that's okay with you.
It's okay with me.
Well, she did make us some treats.
Exactly. How about one fucking hot, soft cookie? Not these little fucking rock hard things.
Put it in the microwave.
Who's got time for that?
She would not have you put. No.
What?
She would not have you put her shit in the microwave.
What about one of those Apple things that look? They would taste great out of a microwave.
It would completely ruin the consistency of it.
Just like 10 seconds.
No.
Just a little warmth.
What?
No microwave.
Oh, I microwave my shit.
Don't do it.
Yeah. 10 minutes. 10 seconds he's absolutely right. For a cookie, 10 to 15 seconds is perfect.
It ruins the consistency.
You know what tastes great? You put it in the microwave for 10 seconds.
Popcorn.
A nice fucking like oatmeal cookie, cinnamony kind of
soft and shit.
Oh,
oatmeal.
yeah.
Oatmeal cookies suck.
Shut it.
Oatmeal cookies are the Hall & Oates of cookies.
No.
Oatmeal cookies.
Oatmeal.
With peas in them.
Peas?
Why would you have peas? I should have saw that coming.
You don't want a coconut rum ball?
Yeah. See, you're fucking bashing oatmeal cookies, and then you talk about a coconut rum ball.
Chocolate and rum and coconut.
That's stupid.
Why put that together?
It's like a dance where coconut and rum are served.
Yeah. I don't like booze in any cookie. Why put booze in?
Have some fudge then.
And he loves booze.
Booze
so.
doesn't taste good like that. It's supposed to be a sweet thing, and it tastes like, ew, why is there booze in there?
She made apple tarts just for you.
I never liked when people put rum in the watermelon.
Why don't you try a piece of apple tart? The apple tart's good.
They're just made for you.
I had a little smidge of apple tart. I got to be honest.
Which one are they?
They
look like little apple pies.
Yeah,
right there.
Absolutely. It was pretty good. It's a tiny little.
Just spitting it.
It's a 50-cent size piece.
Oh, it was pretty good.
That was good.
Ant's taking a bite.
Yeah, I actually ate the whole
With
thing
his new
in one
teeth,
bite.
by the way.
Yeah. No, I got to go to the dentist today.
Oh, okay.
2014, Ant with dentures.
That's right.
Not dentures.
It's the year of the dentures.
That's going to be fun.
I got
Gotta look nice now that we're a media destination.
I got a bridge going in today.
Yeah.
And then after
So
the
what,
bridge
the
goes in
20th
today.
century?
Yeah. I stay off that bridge. And then we're going to start discussing
Oh boy,
the laminates,
the falsies.
No, they're just laminates.
The spray paint.
No, what's leaking out of this cookie?
Wow.
What the fuck is this?
The apple goodness.
Is it apple juice?
Yeah, it's like anal leakage from Olean, but it's in your cookie.
It does look like a hemorrhoided asshole.
It's a mirror, by the way.
You know,
we're just mean people.
But it's just childish nonsense.
My mom really values
All right,
presentation.
enough about your mom. Thanks for the cookies.
He just said the cookie looked like a hemorrhoided asshole.
Enough already. We
He
get
looked
it.
like a hemorrhoided asshole.
We get it. She's
But
a
it
good
tastes great.
baker. Thanks.
It does taste good.
Thanks for the cookies. All right.
Oh,
Thank you, Anthony. For
that is
saying it
really
tastes-
fucking good.
All right.
I like that.
How much attention does this Roberts family need?
Oh,
My
God.
God, enough already.
They're all starved for attention.
It's like, all right, you brought cookies in. Great, thank
Sam's
you.
doing 40 shows.
Oh,
right.
God.
His mom is baking cookies. His father has a wacky mustache.
All any of them want to do is please you guys.
I say fuck Duck Dynasty. The Roberts have to have a reality
Absolutely.
show.
Dick Dynasty.
We get into the dildo business.
That'd be good.
Sure
All
would be.
yeah. Using the same way they use the duck calls. Stick them in the mouth.
Yeah, they make the same noise and people come out. What is that? It sounds like an ice cream bell.
So we got the Mega Millions. It happened, right?
Oh,
two
dude.
winners?
Yes.
Where were the two winners?
The
One in Georgia.
Yes.
Stone
Stone Mountains.
California.
Sacramento was, I think, the other one. Was it Sacramento or no? Santa Barbara? It hasn't been claimed, the second one.
Yeah.
No. Santa Cruz.
You might be right.
And the one in Georgia has family here in New York.
Ooh.
In the Bronx, right?
They live in a housing project in
Oh,
the Bronx,
boy,
and
they're
they're
so fucked.
They're scared for their lives. They said.
Yeah, they said that in the paper.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it just turns into fucking
kidnapping.
Anything,
It
right.
turns into I Am Legend.
Right.
Holy shit.
Keep that shit a secret.
Well, it's very hard.
We
these
got to
days.
helicopter that family out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm all about the
World
Opie and
War
Anthony
Z.
helicopter in 2014.
Yeah.
Well, immediate destination requires a helicopter.
Can you keep a list of the people we want to save with a helicopter?
In 2014?
Well, so far I know recently we want to save Taz from that awful wrestling league. Because Taz is too good for that shit. He belongs either on the radio doing a talk show or back in the big leagues.
By big leagues, you
and
mean?
then the Mega Millions winner family from the Bronx needs to be saved by a helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
E-Rock needs to be. I'm thinking carried like a helicopter, like in
Dumbo.
Apocalypse Now.
Dumbo drop.
He's not even here.
I know exactly, but he is.
Yeah.
He's missed.
Well,
not.
That's a good one. Oh, that's such a good
You
one.
didn't like your poster? Exercising, passing the buck. Terrible.
There it is.
That's where it belongs.
On the floor.
But let the record show that I liked 50% of the presents the guy gave me. So thank you for the classic cartoons. So CNN had a report on the Mega Millions, and boy, they might have messed up a little bit.
Oh, good.
A quick Mega Millions update for you. In California, the store owner...
By the way, this is MSNBC beating the shit out of CNN.
A quick Mega Millions update for you. In California, the store owner who sold one of the winning tickets received $1 million reward for that transaction. So yesterday, a reporter was eager to break that news to the Georgia store owner who sold that other winning ticket that she would receive a similar prize.
Now, you know, by selling the winning ticket, there's also prize money for you.
I know that this. I don't know how much. Long time ago, I heard it's $25,000.
By the way, please do not make fun of Asian accents because they don't talk that way. Thank you. Okay.
If
To
you're
all the
gonna
radio
imitate,
guys out there,
yeah.
do not imitate Asians.
This woman's not Asian.
Oh.
She's a white lady with a cleft palate.
Oh, poor woman.
God bless her. God bless her soul.
I know that this. I don't know how much. Long time ago, I heard it's $25,000.
$25,000. Let me just tell you, it's a lot more than $25,000.
Really?
It is about $1 million that you get.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God! I never had this. That's money.
I'm gonna buy a truck. I need
Here's
a truck. I'm gonna get a new one.
Here's the problem: Georgia doesn't have the same rule.
Oh,
She's not getting $1
no.
million.
What happened?
This stupid guy from CNN just assumed if the other place had that rule that Georgia has the same lottery rule.
What is their rule? Because I know the store
They'll probably
owners
get a
do
little something, but they're not going to get the $1 million.
What happened there, Travis?
Georgia doesn't get anything.
Nothing.
Wow.
Boy, did that guy fuck up.
So wait, how much did the
other place got $1 million?
$1 million bucks.
Oh, you fuck.
Now, who has to give the $1 million? The lottery, not the person who won it.
I guess this is part of the deal for selling the Mega Millions lottery shit in your store.
I've heard some say
you get a little percentage. You get a taste of the action that your store takes in.
A little piece of the action.
So if your store's got some winners, you get a little
You
of
must
that.
allow us to wet our beaks.
Right.
Yes.
Why would he just say that without looking it up?
Because he's dumb.
Yes. Yes.
What do you mean, why? We played that montage from Conan yesterday.
They just do.
They're all just dummies.
Wow.
So there you go, yeah. I believe that was CNN. I'm almost positive it was.
And did he break the news to her again? Oh, by the way.
Yeah, that would be the fun
You
part.
get nothing.
But we do have a car for you. It's a Toyota.
Ah, and then it's a toy of Yoda.
Yeah, it's not a car at all.
No.
What?
That's right.
I heard that.
Dude!
Giving away a Toyota.
We got a Toyota for you.
Yeah, Rocco back in the day was trying to capitalize on our $100,000 prank that went pretty much viral when no one even knew what viral was yet.
Oh, you were all over Napster with that.
Yeah, we were all over the
Napster.
fucking place for that one. And then Rocco wanted to capitalize on that, so he came up with the toy,
He did the toy Yoda.
Even though every other radio station in
Oh,
America did the toy Yoda.
I never heard the Toyota one pop up on Napster.
No.
No.
War of the Roses up there?
We were big on Napster for a while there,
Yes, you were.
Nice. Nice.
Yes, you were. Butt plug.
Oh, hey, masturbator.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
They thought that was... Who'd they think that was?
Adam Sandler?
Oh, it was, yes, Adam Sandler. It said Adam Sandler's Hey Masturbate. I'm like, hey, what the fuck?
Damn it. You and Lars Ulrich.
Right? Shut that fucking Napster right down.
Yeah.
You should.
I could use a Napster right about now. Or Napski.
Oh, sleepy. You just want to take a nap.
I want to take a nap. I love a nap.
More political correctness in school. Do you have the Merry Christmas one, Travis? Did you see that one?
Merry fucking Christmas.
A kid got. Well, I didn't want to give away the thing.
There's
but
so many of them. That's the problem. Like
every day there's these stories. But I guess a kid got suspended because he wished his teacher a Merry Christmas.
I don't doubt it.
What? And he got suspended?
He got suspended. A 9-year-old, I believe.
Where are we living?
What a lousy fucking country, if that's
it's
true.
Just shit.
Is that fake?
Howard likes dressing like a woman, right?
Oh, his
What the fuck
Christmas
is that?
card.
What?
His Christmas card. He's wearing stockings.
If you dress
and
as
high
a
heels.
woman once, whatever, as a goof, but when you do it over and over again, that there's something going on there. What the fuck is that?
I would actually answer that ad on Backpage.
He likes how frilly things feel against his penis.
I think he does.
You do?
I like to wear women's clothing.
What the fuck is that?
Like Ed Wood, Robin.
One time as a goof, sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
When you do it over and over again, there's something there. Anyway, sorry, that just popped up on the stupid screen. Yeah, kid got suspended for saying Merry Christmas to his teacher.
Good.
That's crazy.
Little commie.
You got it right here?
don't know if it's
And then you got a 5-year-old suspended for making a gun gesture with his hand while playing Army on the playground.
Oh, your story is a hoax.
Yes, that's what this article says.
Oh, wow.
The Merry Christmas thing is a hoax.
Wow.
Hoax.
It was a hoax.
By who?
Hate a good hoax.
That's a good hoax.
The internet's.
The inner tubes did it?
The inner tubes.
It was on a satirical news site.
A lot of
the
those
Onion?
satirical news sites are getting
Picked up?
covered as real stories. Yeah, the Onion is, of course, the one that's known.
What do you mean
by
it's
a lot
being
of people.
covered like a real story?
What?
Awkward.
Oh, boy. Oh, you mean like 2 seconds ago?
Awkward.
Nah, we were trying to get to the bottom of it.
There are people who just read headlines and don't read the article to see the
man.
nuance that maybe
Exactly.
Yeah.
this couldn't possibly be true.
Okay, this says cunt lips in it. This isn't the New York Times.
At this point in my career, I just need to read headlines.
That's it.
Right. And the
Let
national
everyone else work hard.
the national report sounds like a reputable.
Yeah.
Is it reputable?
All right, so that's a hoax. Would you consider that catfishing?
No, because it was on a joke news site.
Oh.
It
was only joking.
Yeah.
5-year-old suspended for making gun gesture with hand.
Now that's real.
North Carolina.
He didn't make a gun gesture. He was showing something I taught him.
Oh.
You grab that and you point it, you pull it, you point it, you pull it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Father furious when he found out his son was issued a suspension for the gesture. He was playing Army on the playground, Hendricks told WB-TV. I just felt like the punishment was way too severe.
Yeah.
Can't just sit the kid down and just go, look, we just don't do that anymore? Yeah. Even though I don't even
Beat
like
him over
that, but fuck.
I know. With your hand. It's not even like...
1 day suspension from kindergarten. Jesus.
How do you get, it doesn't make any sense to suspend a kindergartner.
No.
For anything. For anything.
Lying.
You don't like when they lie. It's ridiculous. What could a kindergartner do? They piss themselves.
All right. You know
You
what?
can't suspend somebody for pissing themselves.
Right, they piss themselves.
All right, good. You know what? This father rules. I requested an immediate meeting that night with him, myself, and the school board at their pleasure anytime that night. And at that point, they decided it was not worth the effort, not worth the headache, and dropped everything right then and there.
Charges
there
dropped.
There you go. A guy fighting back. See?
Fight back and look what happens. They fold.
Good for that father.
Absolutely.
Yep. And watch fast forward 15 years, that kid's up in the news again.
Yeah.
They could have stopped the problem years ago.
The school system tried to step in.
That probably will happen.
Yeah, we used to fucking, like, you could bring toy guns to school and...
Can you still bring in those Army
play
guns to school?
Army. Oh, God, no. Oh. Yeah, bah. Used to be able to do that, though.
I do have to admit, when my kid, like, does, like, a gun gesture, it just feels kind of...
A little weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't do a lot or whatever, but he's a kid.
Yeah, it's a kid thing to do.
It feels uncomfortable to me now.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to fucking sit there and tell him not to fucking do that shit. He's just playing, you know?
Yeah. It's like playing Army and shit like that. Rat-a-tat-tat. He, pew, pew, you know.
One of my favorite bits, I almost want to redo it right now, is those old commercials for the kids.
Oh, yeah, the kids' toys.
The kids' guns.
Yeah. From Kenner.
Right. Can we play one?
A full automatic machine gun.
I know we did an hour of this on this, but can we just do one?
I love it because it's so out of place now. It's just one of those things that just is not. You look at it now and you're like, oh my God, freak out.
Yeah, Kenner, right?
But it was.
Which one you want to pick?
Mattel Tommy Burst.
I do like the Tommy
Burst. Yeah, the
Burst.
Tommy Burst. All right.
That's a good one. The bad guy's going upstairs. The little kid's following him with
He's wearing a little detective hat.
Yeah. Oh, he sees a bad guy outside.
Pointing
with
a gun.
Pulls his gun out.
Big fat crook.
Some fun when Snubby Gun plays Private Eye, and you can have the same kind of fun with Mattel's Tommy Burst detective set. The Tommy Burst has automatic bolt action. Fire off a burst of 10 shots. Again, you're
It's a little
reloaded.
kid
playing with his gun. He's got a shoulder
Or
holster.
fire single shots like a rifle. The Tommy Burst alone is $3.
$3.
In the detective set, you also get the Snub Nose 38 and Snap Draw
Looks
shoulder
like a little
holster.
detective.
The
It's
pistol
great.
fires greeny stickum caps and shoots safe shooting shells.
Safe
The
shooting
exciting
shells.
new Tommy Burst detective set includes wallet, badge, and ID card. $7 wherever toys are sold.
$7.
You can tell it's Mattel.
It's a bargain.
Swell.
Ooh, it is swell.
That bargain at
rhymes.
any price.
Nice.
Mattel.
You can tell it's Mattel.
Yeah.
They don't sell toy guns anymore, really, right?
No.
It's hard to find.
They sell like water guns and
yeah,
things
water
like that.
guns.
And then they got the big red dog dick at the end. So, you know.
How funny was Carlin's line when he goes, they're going to get rid of toy guns, but they're going to keep the real ones.
That is funny.
It is ridiculous.
I love it.
They have to look silly now. If you sell any toy guns, like they have to be like neon green with orange stripes. And
Yeah, and they got to be shaped like weird and rounded
Yeah.
and stuff.
What I
They
don't
can't look like a
understand
real
is
gun.
if you're a bad guy,
Yeah.
wouldn't you just figure out how to make a gun that looks like a silly gun?
There you go. Make
Seriously.
something that looks silly.
It's just a foam gun.
Yeah.
There's nothing foam about this gun.
You could easily get a silly gun into a lot of places.
I don't
A silly
know.
gun that's real. A gun that looks like a silly gun.
Yeah.
How hard could that be, really?
You'd look silly, though.
Ridiculous.
Oh, you have to look cool.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
look cool, like that
With that
fucking little
shit.
detective kid.
Right.
Looked cool. It looked like he was like taking his jacket off and like, oh, hard day at the office today. Yeah, I liked the briefcase one. I had that one. It was like a James Bond case.
Ooh.
And you opened it up and there was like a rifle in there and a fucking pistol. And the case itself had a little hole in there and the trigger on the handle. And if you could be walking with this little briefcase and then fire darts out of it.
You just
Darts?
Secret agent.
You're just making me sad.
Why?
We couldn't afford.
Oh.
We found good sticks, though.
Oh.
I remember we would carve them and stuff to make them look almost cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
The neighbor, though, you know what? It's all relative because we had some cool little machine gun things. But the neighbor next door, when we used to play Army, he had like a 50 caliber like toy gun with a little bipod and fucking the trigger thing with the thumb triggers and stuff. It's like that is the coolest fucking thing.
Would he let you use it, or did he always have to have the
Oh,
tool
hell
gun?
no. When we played Army and stuff, he used that one.
So what's even the point?
I know. It sucked. He'd always have, like, the machine gun emplacement. And he never said he was dead, even when we throw hand grenades in there, which, of course, were pine cones. And we'd throw them in there and be like, you're dead. He goes, no, you missed me. It's like, nothing's coming out of these guns.
Yeah.
You got to kind of fess up to the fact that you just got hit.
Right.
My house, my rules. If you don't like it, you can go home.
And then we
You don't like it, you can lump it. Am I right or wrong, Sammy?
You're right, Jim.
And what's the deal with the 3D printers? I know they did make a gun, but how hard? It's not easy to get a 3D printer, first of all.
Hard plastic, though. They're making it.
Yeah, they're very expensive, and the materials that you would need.
Right.
But it's all getting cheaper, just like laptops and
Oh, yeah,
computers.
it'll get there.
We'll all have one someday.
But they revamped a law against guns that are undetectable. There's a law against the guns that are undetectable, so the plastic and everything. The fucked up thing is, they make it sound like, people can make their own gun with this 3D printer thing. You can make your own gun with a Bridgeport milling machine, in a
Right.
shop. with the right specs and everything, you could just mill out a fucking out of metal.
No, but this is plastic.
Or you could out of plastic, out of hard plastic, and just mill it. You know, like you're fucking making a fixture or a jig or something.
But I think that if you put the specs into the computer, it makes it for you. And I think that means anybody can do it, as opposed to, I mean, eventually they just see where it's going. It's scary.
Yeah, it can be made, though, in an ordinary, NC machine shop or something like that.
And a lot of people think, like, the 3D printer will change the game. I think at times, what will be the thing that blows up humans to the point of no return?
Whoa. I don't know.
Is it going to be a new virus that comes out of nowhere and goes, oh, fuck.
You mean literally, like, kills us or something?
Pretty much makes it, we're done.
I'd like to think it was an asteroid, but I don't know.
Is it cloning?
Like a 1 in a billion shot.
What's going to be the one thing? Is it cloning? Is it robots? Is it 3D printers? Is it some new virus we didn't see coming?
A fucking virus could do some damage. That could do some damage. But, I mean, we're
something we just set in place, and we're like, oh, fuck, we blew it.
I think
now the robots are going to rule the world.
Yeah, I think
idiots.
it's robots.
Robots?
You think
I
robots?
definitely think it's robots.
Eventually?
Because we'll program robots that can control drones and make it so that nobody has to be in this military office.
That was on Drudge yesterday. Something about drones that no longer need humans to fire weapons.
And then they'll fire weapons at the humans, but not at the robots.
Right.
Well, now we're talking.
We'll be responsible for our own demise, obviously.
Oh, yeah, we'll invent the robots.
It's not going to be some, fucking comet or that super volcano, whatever the fuck they talk about on Yellowstone.
No way.
It's going to be us being cocky, like, oh, we can handle robot technology.
Yeah.
And then it's just...
Imagine walking down the street and having that creepy horse-like thing chasing you that you see on the news.
And
how horrific would that thing be chasing you?
And they just figured out how to fucking make more on their own.
Shooting lasers out of its eyes and shit. And you're like, what the fuck happened?
And they're like, oh, it's cute what you made me able to do, but watch what I do now.
Yeah.
Because I think for myself.
Right, we make robots to produce robots, but then those robots make robots that are way too strong.
They're
way better
because
they're
each
like,
other. Yeah, all right, robot.
That thing though, man, holy! I want one of those things. Fuck a guard dog. You get one of those in your backyard. You should get one.
It's just out of your nightmares.
But you should get one of those.
Yeah.
Have it walk the perimeter?
Jeez, my neighbors would love that.
How much do they cost?
I don't even think they're all prototype right now. Google just, I think, bought the company that makes those fucking things.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
For some crazy reason.
Oh, great. They're going to be Googling all over. Guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. Guy who just wants surveillance technology.
What are they going to do?
Google and robots. What's next?
Get in the way of our Google. What?
Google's going to be the end of us, though, because they'll create these robots, and the robots will have all our information, because Google already does.
Google is Skynet.
They'll know all our weaknesses, and they'll build a robot to take us out individually.
Right.
Yes.
One day...
No,
I was just going to say, this is going to be a typical Jim Norton joke. Please go.
The one thing that scared the shit out of me about the Ray Kurzweil documentary, although we've said it many times, it was kind of boring, but some of the stuff he talked about was pretty fascinating. He talked to the robot people, and I guess Japan is a big robot place as far as technology and research goes. And
Japan loves their robots.
And they talked, but these guys were Americans, and they're in charge of big time robot companies and projects. And they're like, the technology we know and where it's going scares the fuck out of us.
Wow.
They said it on film. Can you find that clip, maybe? It might even be on YouTube.
I bet the Japanese make robots that look like fucking 10-year-old girls and giggle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With fucking tentacles.
Fucking perverts.
Little metal duties falling out.
Ping.
Ka-chunka, ka-chunka.
Sounds like when a cord is on a table going...
And they're going to go through history.
Yes.
And they're going to, you know where this is all started? They're going to say, what started the end of the human race? Self-checkout.
That's robotic, right?
That's the first.
I love self-checkout.
But that's the first time robots replaced people in day-to-day life.
I wasn't Easy Pass.
Oh,
I wasn't.
They were still.
That gate's got to go up.
I wasn't a fan of self-checkout at first.
Now it's just.
I wanted to, deny that it was happening,
it's
but now
so good now.
Don't go for it.
Don't have to deal with what's your fucking zip code? Do you want this and that? No,
Would
I
you
go
like
right
to
to
donate
the
$1?
No.
Do you have a Lowe's card?
Right. No,
I don't. I don't need to be married to you. I'll spend the extra buck.
Do you have a Rite Aid discount thing? Shut up.
But my new thing, and I encourage everyone to do it, you go, well, do you have a Rite Aid card? Would you want this?
Damn.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Then they go, well, we have to ask them. And they get very apologetic right away. I don't say it in that tone, by the way, but I'm like, do you have one of the Rite Aid card?
Yeah.
Would you want one of those?
Don't fall for the self-checkout. You're giving into the robot revolution.
Fuck that.
You actually stand there and wait for some dummy to do it. I go right over there. Kapoop, a kapoop, a kapoop. Goodbye. A kapoop. I can't get out that fucking door fast enough.
Yeah.
That's a great modern convenience.
It is.
And it's a great piece of technology.
It frustrates Jess, but I never go to self-checkout.
Why?
I don't like
afraid.
I don't
He's
like
afraid.
the robots.
He's scared of the overwhelming nature of it. It's silly.
Odd.
I don't like the
I
robots.
can't wait for a robot to take out your mom. And
Why would you say that?
What?
Why would you say you can't wait? But, like, what does that do?
It's nice.
Because it'll hurt you terribly.
She just made you good.
I don't mean take out. Like, I want her to
You
live.
mean take her on a date and...
I want her to live. I just want a robot that, bakes way better than her.
They
But
already
that's
do.
what she has in her life.
I see it.
No, you don't
Shows.
see it.
Yep. And
Fucking,
saw
like
it.
I said, 1 million cookies spitting out the other end of a fucking line of machines.
They're not as good as those.
Fantastic. They're fucking better.
No, they're not.
And they're right there in the bag.
And, like, I don't understand why you guys do it. My mom does, like, nice things for you. All you want to do is hurt her.
Untouched by human hands.
Yeah.
Your mother's sweet and all and stuff, but at some point she's got to wipe her ass.
Exactly. There's great pubes of these things.
You're bad people.
Well,
all three. Not one of you can say, well, no, the other guys, you're all bad people.
I've been very nice to your mother.
Yeah.
You just said there are great pubes in the cookies.
Exactly.
Jesus.
So I've also been very honest. I didn't say I don't like them.
That's mean.
I'm finding cookies with great pubes and eating them.
Eat and floss at the same time. Yes. Mm.
I had a cashier the other day. You know how you have to sign?
Yeah.
And they want you to use and they want you to use your finger. They go, just use your finger.
Yeah.
She gives me the antibacterial soap.
Oh.
Goes, you might want to clean your hands after
That's
doing
nice.
that. And I was like, wow, that's real nice.
Self-checkout's not going to do that
I
for
didn't
you.
think it. I didn't think of that. That's probably a lot of people probably get sick by fucking signing their signature with their finger.
Yeah.
And then you're picking up whatever fucking germs people had before you.
Where's the stylus? That thing would probably get raspy,
Oh,
too.
dude, those are so dirty. They said in the Apple store, those the screens, the computer screens.
Oh
are so
my God,
fucking
can you
filthy.
imagine?
Take a culture off of that. That would be nice. Yeah. Little research.
A little black light to see all the cum.
You think people are coming on screens in the Apple store?
Oh, right in front of
You
everyone.
need that
I've seen it many
shit, though.
times.
I guess that's New York.
They
I don't
just
know.
fucking take it out and spray all over the place.
They get thrown out?
They're very excited about the products.
Oh, it just...
Extremely excited.
You do need that shit, though, to kind of build up your own immune system.
What,
you know?
cum?
No, not cum necessarily, per se. Just like germs and stuff at the store, and somebody's got a cough into their hand and sign with their finger, and then you do it, and your body goes, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck is that? Let's make some shit to get rid of that.
Right.
It's true.
So could that be the downfall?
No.
There's going to be something that we do that's going to
Antibiotics.
fuck it all up.
Antibiotics will make a super flu or something that
Right.
that nothing can get rid of.
There's a fine balance with our existence, and there's going to be one thing, one technology, I obsessed with this. I wonder what it's going to be. We cut down too many fucking trees, and that allows something to get out of the forest that's just supposed to stay there.
Bigfoot?
Oh, maybe it's
or
Bigfoot.
fucking.
Or, some kind of virus, that like
virus.
the Ebola thing that, popped up for a little while there.
I love the logic behind Ebola. The fact that it can't really spread around the world because it just kills people too quickly.
Yeah, you can't hide
It's
it.
just great.
Where's Murray? He's bleeding from the eyes and asshole. We're avoiding Murray.
It's exactly it. You're right, though. It's,
right.
It could never really be a pandemic.
No, because you know when someone has it.
Yeah, when someone has it, and they don't live long enough to expose to that many people outside of their general area. Mm-hmm. They die.
You get the Ray Kurzweil robot clip?
I mean, there are several.
Oh.
What are some of our options?
After the singularity, will all be robots?
Nope.
Ray Kurzweil on the robot evolution?
Maybe. How long is that?
That's 5 minutes, and it's from our digital life.
God, he's a bore.
He's such a smart guy, though.
I know, he's a very smart guy.
Ray Kurzweil, bad memory, not a problem, unless you're a robot.
Nope. This is robot technology and how it's pretty fucking scary.
Ray Kurzweil, your robot assistant.
What
in
they're
the
starting to
future.
figure
You don't think
out.
it's the evolution? Maybe it's the evolution, no?
Wobot.
Yeah, but evolution in the sense that they're going to wipe us out.
Yeah, let's try it.
Oh.
Let's try it. It's not from the documentary, by the way.
Which one? Oh,
that's just him talking about it. Well,
or
let's
you want this quick 1-minute clip? After singularity, we'll all be robots.
No.
Maybe human beings are just the precursor. Like, maybe we are the fucking Java man or Cro-Magnon man to robots. Maybe robots are truly the fucking technology or the life form that are just going to spawn from us the same way we fucking came out of primordial ooze.
We can't imagine
eternal
like,
life
it being a life form, though.
Why not?
You know?
What is life? It's a bunch of shit thrown together in energy.
Right.
It's a bunch of nonsense thrown together.
I mean, Johnny Five was alive.
If we could recreate that in a lab and throw it in a robot, there you go.
Right.
There's your eternal life.
I mean, why not?
No.
We call life, it's life because we're organic material. But if you break us down to the barest fucking things, we're not much different than water, dog shit, or fucking hats.
Organic versions of what we've, invented. Wires and fucking...
Yeah, but I think we're going to continue figuring shit out.
What about the soul?
The soul's a fucking myth.
What about humanity?
Exactly.
The soul, you got to open up the window and allow the soul to leave when an old person dies.
Not
You're
tonight.
right, Opie.
That's right.
Can you find that commercial?
And by let the soul leave, you mean let the young black gentleman come in. Fucking take everything they have. It's because they're old.
Give me the Ray Kurzweil first. Let's try that. We might have to try two clips.
Kurzweil.
Sweet tunes.
Even the music sounds
Who
dull.
cares how good a guy can cur?
This is like...
So stupid. Cur isn't even a thing.
Kurzweil. What the hell is that?
Come on, Sam, turn the screen before I kiss you on the neck.
Right?
Let it roll.
All right.
What is that?
Takes forever to start his video.
Yeah, robots are going to do things way quicker than this.
Oh, my God.
New York. We're 30 seconds in. He hasn't said shit yet.
In my calculations, by 2045, we will have increased the intelligence of the human and machine civilization a billion-fold.
What?
Compared to today. That's such a profound change, such a singular change, that we use
a lot of folding.
this term borrowed from physics, the singularity, to describe it. The metaphor is the event
30
horizon
years
around the
from
singularity. It's hard to see beyond that because things are so transformed.
The forest for the
but
trees?
We can actually use our mental powers today to imagine certain things about the singularity. And one of the things we'll be able to do is overcome human disease and poverty and other problems. We'll introduce new problems along the way, but human life will be transformed, and if we can avoid the dangers, our lives will be greatly uplifted.
Can you pause this? Here's why. I want to fuck her. But more importantly, this genius has 2,200 views. Chip Ruins the Mood has 600,000.
Yes.
A Kitten Falling Down has 10 million views.
Yes.
And this guy's explaining our existence and where we're
Christmas
going.
jammies.
Yeah, Christmas jammies. There you go.
And he's been right.
You're right, Jimmy. 20. That's all you need to know about humans.
Yeah. Look at this bug-eyed lady, her mouth open. Ooh.
Dullsville. She's not too shabby,
No,
right?
I want to treat her mouth like a pocket vagina.
Oh.
It's classy.
Then of man versus machine. What you put forth is man and machine.
She looks crazy.
Not only does man and machine become one, but machines is part of who we are. We are the species that creates tools, and the tools expand our reach.
Yeah.
So first we fashioned a stick so we could reach a higher branch, and then we've extended our mental reach with our tools today, and we're going to ultimately merge with these machines. But that is who we are. We are the species that transcends our limitations with our tools. We're going to merge with these machines. We have already, even though we carry them on our belts, they are part of who we are already. But they're going to become so small that they'll be inside our bodies and brains. They'll make us smarter. According to my calculations, by 2045, we will have increased the intelligence of the human
man
machine
is still
civilization
alive.
a billion-fold.
That's amazing.
A billion-fold?
We're
going to fall just short.
Wait,
the bitch is talking again.
You'll be here. Everyone should know, not just scientists.
Blair from the Facts of Life.
What are the key concepts that you think everyone should know now?
They say that war is too important to leave to the generals, and I think technology is too important to leave to the technologists, because it's going to change every facet of human life. And there are things that are happening that people are not aware of. Our whole health and biology and medicine is now being reprogrammed, as if this was software. and that's actually not a metaphor. There is software running in our bodies, but it's out of date. And we have the means now.
I didn't get an update.
Now that health and medicine.
What happened?
Not since 1860.
Which is that it's going to progress exponentially. Basically,
like my OS.
technologies are doubling in power every year. That means that in 20 years they'll be 1 million times more powerful.
Closed windows.
1860. Oh, Jesus.
Is this robot revolution?
Evolution.
Revolution. Yeah.
Evolution.
I think revolution, though.
It's
Robot evolution is revolution.
Right.
Revolution.
No,
it's 2 words.
Right. Biological and
non-biological.
this will have the biological aspect of our lives, but
Mr. Excitement.
the non-biological portion of our intelligence and our relationships will be so much more profound.
You should have put a kitten in this video.
Yeah, a kitten would have like really boosted his numbers.
Absolutely.
He's really a dull guy, but that's the fact that he's talking about this stuff in that shows you how brilliant this guy is. I would be overselling it and fucking wait 1 billion years. He's just stating it.
Right. Yeah.
But if he started talking about whether or not we're going to get boners, he'd have a ton more hits.
Of course. That's true too. Boner talk really does.
And the human penis will increase 1 billion-fold, and it will shoot out little nickels.
I would watch that video.
Of course you would. You'd open your mouth for nickels.
What's wrong with me?
A blowjob joke. I'm almost 50. Fucking loser. I wonder I've hit the middle and stopped.
Continue.
We're stuck with some unfortunate terminology. Artificial intelligence implies that it's not real intelligence, but it is real intelligence, and ultimately it will fully match and exceed human intelligence, and we'll put it inside ourselves to make ourselves smarter. Virtual reality is real reality. These new technologies are very powerful, and they will enable us to overcome age-old problems like poverty and disease and aging. They're also going to present new problems. We already see invasions of our privacy. It used to be enough to just close the blinds in our bedroom. Now we have 1,000 virtual windows in our lives, and there's all kinds of new issues that emerge, including profound new dangers. People really need to be aware that technology actually has the answer to overcoming human suffering, that it has been doing that. At the same time, it introduces new problems, and we have to be mindful of that. And it's not
She's getting damp sitting there.
Yeah, you pull back and he's got no pants on, and he's just jerking off in front of her as he says this, looking at her feet.
It's going to be the major.
And human toes will remain the same, hopefully.
Well,
what about that other robot clip?
He really sees things happening.
How about when robots start saying "Dome arigato"?
Wow.
Yeah, true.
Nice.
True.
But what happens?
How's it go? I am Laman.
Are you a machine? Well, we have to hear it.
Why?
Because it's a wonderful song.
It's not a good song at all.
I am machine or man.
It's a good song.
Fuck yeah.
I am the margarine man.
Yeah, you don't like that? Yeah.
Secret. I've got a secret.
The margarine man.
The margarine man.
He thinks he has a secret.
Oh, yeah. Cat's out of the bag there, my friend.
Yes. I think it was always out of the bag with him.
Gerbil's out of the bag.
Right. No secret there, Pally.
This is all about robots.
This is a good song.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's No Heat of the Moment by the first supergroup Asia.
I prefer
But it's close.
I prefer Mr. Roboto.
Do you really like this song?
I do.
Why?
It's a guilty pleasure, Sam.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I do. I don't want to like it. And I want to say I'm being ironic, but I do enjoy it. There's certain parts of it I don't like. I could go without this first verse here. Robot talk.
Tommy Shaw hated us.
Did he really?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't need that. I like this.
Tap your feet to it?
Yeah, and shake my hips. I put my arms in front of me, and I go back and forth, and I shake my hips the opposite direction. It's the Mr. Roboto dance. No, it's like,
You're dancing. Oh,
you do it to
yeah.
the tempo.
I am.
I could go without the secret part.
Oh, you don't like that?
No.
Mannequin. He's fucking
What's mannequin?
shoehorning.
Uh-oh.
I take it in the can.
A cocksucker's what I am.
Oh, I bet you do.
In my rump. Not a secret, it's a load.
Whip out your dick and shove it right in.
So if you see me acting strangely, don't be surprised.
I probably have another man's cum in my nose and eyes. And on my thighs.
Yeah. Yeah? Oh.
Without emotion, I'm not what you see.
Uh-oh. Hope I don't catch H. I. Well, you know the rest.
Forget what you know. I'm just a man whose circumstances went beyond his control. Beyond my control.
Ties in nicely.
Yeah.
Oh.
I need control. Of my bunghole. Yes. Modern
Why
man.
did you say Modern?
I don't know.
Stupid.
He's an asshole.
He is, right?
Oh, God. Same band that did Renegade? Seriously?
Yeah, right? Could tell who
Oh,
did
Tommy
that.
Shaw hated this.
I think he hated the stage show, too. They were all just...
Oh, it was a big
acted out.
production.
Oh, no, he was very vocal. He was not happy of the direction of the band.
Domo.
Oh.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
Domo.
terrible.
I like this.
No.
I really do.
Really?
Yes.
Jimmy.
I know I'm in the minority. I like it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a robot sound again.
Yeah. What's the robot singing with him?
A robot.
Yeah, people hate this song.
Yeah, well, why would you write a song about a robot?
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Yeah, man.
Write a song about anything.
Robots were huge in the 80s.
People are fascinated with the robot.
Right.
I honestly don't care much about the robot. I like the virtual technology better than the robot. I don't really think about the robot much.
No?
No.
There's a big thing back in like horror movies and stuff. Twilight Zone had a lot of robot episodes. Yeah. People were like fascinated with that. I like that one with the old guy and he croaks and his niece was taking care of him. And he leaves her all the money, but there's a little caveat there. She's got to take care of his experiment.
Oh,
and the experiment was a robot. And at first it's just like, I am a robot, I am a... And then it started learning, like it started getting its memory going, and it was, the old man put like his whole mind and personality in it. So he's like, Barbara, get my tea, Barbara. And she's running around. She thought like she was done with the old fucking codger. And now she's got to, take care of the robot.
Forever.
Forever. Because that robot ain't good.
Yeah, that robot ain't going anywhere.
And the old man was all gimpy and needed to be cared for.
Right.
So she thought she would be get out of the robot thing by pushing the robot down the stairs. The robot didn't fucking die because it's a robot, but it was fucked up enough where it had like a limp, like the old man.
Oh, now she's got to take care of the robot.
Then she's taking care of the robot. Barbara. Barbara. Oh, it was a good one.
Isn't it amazing though how like these writers and these television people saw so much of what was? There's a real genius in these guys.
People were frightened by the whole aspect of it. They thought like by the year 2000, there'd just be robots blasting all over the place.
We're getting there.
Yeah, fast enough.
Let's take a break. That's it. Just take a fucking break.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
When?
By the way, sorry, Don Lemon, who a lot of times I don't like on CNN.
Like his parties.
Tells peers his Duck Dynasty star shouldn't be fired. The marketplace should decide. Piers opened his show Wednesday night, of course, with the breaking news of the Duck Dynasty star, Phil Robertson. Suspension, but openly gay anchor Don Lemon said he should not be fired. That Robertson's comments were born from a lack of awareness. And in a society that values free speech, no one should be outright punished merely for voicing an opinion.
There you go.
Wow,
It's that
good for
simple.
Don Lemon.
Yeah, I wish more people would say that.
Yes.
It really is that simple.
Yeah.
Very good.
Taking that break now?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know.
Like right when? How about not now? Not now.
Wait.
What? Now. Oh.
The Opie and Anthony Show continues in moments. The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
Bravo to Travis. Good pickup.
Right.
Sticks Renegade.
I got a hilarious tweet from some guy I have to repeat. He said, you act like Kurzweil was such a genius for talking about the robot evolution, but he was talking about the dance. That made me giggle for the entire break. Stupid joke.
Nice. And a little more info on Tommy Shaw. That whole Mr. Roboto stage show thing made him leave the band. He's like, fuck.
Really?
Yes.
Is there video of that? I heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Oh, it was on one of those behind the musics or something. Oh, yeah. Tommy Shaw might even talked about it on our show. He was on once. I don't remember, but...
What do you think of this, Sam? Cool enough for you? No?
What?
It's a little cooler than some of the other songs.
This was real, like, rock. This was like rock back in the day.
I don't like when he says lawman.
You don't like lawman?
No, I don't. Lawman is coming down. What?
What is it supposed to
Who says
be?
lawman?
Oh, the lawman's coming down.
Listen to that fucking jam, though.
That's fucking jamming, all right.
It's no Asia, the first supergroup.
No, Asia.
I fucking listened to a lot of Asia after our discussion the other day. Because they're fucking cool as shit.
From the supergroup Asia.
First supergroup Asia.
Yes, the first supergroup.
That's right.
Asia's fucking terrible.
Good one.
I hope you get fired for that.
good one. Not good.
I hope that's taken out of context. The Sam is fired. Asia is terrible.
Not the continent.
Too late. We got the quote.
Listen to this part.
The first supergroup.
Fuck yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You get it.
Fuck yeah. I
He
like
gets
those
it.
things.
People are complaining about that I use TwitPic on Twitter.
Yeah,
what should I use? Should I use?
Oh, TwitPic blows.
I know,
I just
but-
use Twitter.
Twitter.
What do I use?
No, I
just use Twitter.
Because I use Twitterific. I don't use like the Twitter.
No, I use just the Twitter app and I just put my pictures on that way.
I use EchoFun.
Right.
You know what I like about Twitterific? It shows everything. It shows, like, I could go to one thing and see people I follow and, like, people that added me on there. I don't have to go between, like, my mentions, people I follow. That it's all one stream of everything.
On
Twitterific. I like that.
On the mobile app?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like having to switch over. Oh, these are my mentions.
Right.
Oh, this is that. I like seeing everything in a nice...
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yes, that's why I use it, but I don't know what to use. Should I use Posterous?
Oh, Posterous stinks.
Twittergoo?
I gave up on Posterous a long
Choose
time ago.
img.ly?
How do I know which one I use?
Yes, you do.
How do I know that?
Yep.
I don't know what to use.
Maybe img.ly.
Yeah.
What?
That seems like one a lot of people use.
I'm going to use that.
I use Instagram.
I just
Opie Radio on Instagram.
I am. I'm going to post a picture
Let's
to see if...
Let's make those numbers a little healthier.
Yeah, you like a good healthy number.
You like a good healthy...
Opie Radio on Instagram. Let's fatten that up a bit today.
Network or server is down. What?
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
That's good.
My pictures go to Instagram, and then I do the old, share to Twitter thing. Opie Radio on Twitter, by the way.
Everybody knows that.
Let's feed the beast.
It's you.
Yeah, I know.
You are the beast. A network or server error caused the media upload to fail.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Failure.
Not good.
Fucking failure.
A failuroo.
Fail.
Can we discuss Roland for a second? He's on vacation, right? Well, he's got to stop texting me every 5 minutes with a guest thing.
Yeah,
I know.
This year's over. Go fucking eat some Mexican food and chill out. Look at this. Dean Cain hosting our highly anticipated upcoming new series, $10 million Bigfoot Bounty, premieres January 10th. The unique competition series features one of the most extensive and ambitious hunts ever for the elusive Bigfoot, all with one of the most massive cash prizes ever offered in TV history. You know what?
Yeah.
This was all about making fun of Roland, but this show sounds really fucking cool.
I did Red Eye with Dean Cain. He's actually a really nice dude.
Yeah, we'd have Dean Cain.
Yeah,
Dean will
good.
lead 9 determined teams of very colorful characters, including lifelong Bigfoot hunters and those that have passed lie detector tests claiming to have shot and killed the creature. What?
Why?
They passed lie detector tests claiming they have shot and killed the creature, so where's the evidence?
Didn't the Lutzes pass lie detector tests for the Amityville Horror too? I don't know.
Why wouldn't you just cut the head off Bigfoot if you can't drag the whole animal out of the forest?
Or the
and go,
foot.
Here you go. Something. Yeah, or the foot. On this expedition into the very remote regions of the Pacific Northwest, an area known to be a hotbed zone of Bigfoot sightings, with $10 million on the line, they will need to find irrefutable evidence capturing the actual creature or obtaining DNA evidence and photographic evidence that will be held to the highest scientific standards. Wow. Fuck, this sounds cool as shit.
Yeah.
It's like Superman.
You think they're going to find Bigfoot?
No, I don't.
No.
They wouldn't offer $10 million if they thought they're going to find him.
So stupid. Bigfoot.
It's pretty cool, though.
No Bigfoot.
Yeah, what are you, Sasquatching all over?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Roland's holding his little niece in this picture. Oh, my God.
Yay!
Look how tiny his little niece looks.
Rolando. Good boy.
Oh, that's adorable.
Roland's an uncle, huh?
Yep.
Very cool. Congratulations, Roland.
He's all the way out in Arizona.
Yeah, I know, but he's still here. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
You can't just let go.
Not even close.
You watch me let go after tomorrow's show.
That's it, huh?
Oh, God. I will tap out.
Pay no mind list
You
for,
will not,
for the lot of us.
You will not get a hold of me for the 17 days we're gone. Because I counted the days, too.
What?
I think it's 17 in the end. It's 2 weeks of radio, but I think it's 17
Kidding?
days.
That's fucking like a half a month.
Yeah, that's right.
More than a half a month.
That's why I laughed that E-Rock decided to add another 7 days onto that.
God, E-Rock. Who is he? It seems like
He's going to be gone for
here.
He's going to be gone for 24 days.
Damn.
Well, we're up to Thursday, and so far the week has gone by just fine.
Like molasses, though.
Slowly.
Oh, this is the slowest week. We were just talking about that in my house.
Yeah.
For some reason, this week is extremely slow.
It's that vacation, the week before vacation. It's always just
right.
Yeah.
Fucking plotting.
So we're saying yes to Dean Cain, of course. Let me write Roland back so he can relax a little bit.
It's not going to help.
I know. He'll just move on to the next guest.
What?
Well, if you take Dean Cain, you won't be able to kiss me.
Right.
Ah.
Jeopardy. We got a Jeopardy clip.
Oh.
That show's still on the air, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How's Alec? Or is it Alex? Alex, right?
Answer. Yes.
Alex.
Alex Trebek. What happened on there? Was it some kind of a...
Just some wackiness. No fuck up.
Wackiness
Just
on the part of
silliness.
Alex Trebek?
Nope. Contestant being silly.
And he married a Harbor Fields graduate.
Oh, you did?
I mentioned this a lot, I know.
Oh,
a fine young
Alex
lady
Trebek.
that used to ride the school bus with me. She was in my brother's grade, a year younger than me. And I was very good friends with her brother.
I used to get
who
boners on
died
the
tragically
school
in a car accident.
God.
He's one of those kids that used to have to get a lot of holes drilled into his skull to drain all sorts of fluids.
Yeah, water on the brain?
He was a good guy, but ended up crashing into a tree.
Ow.
Yep. Not good.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Movie for 8.
Masked villain in The Dark Knight Rises. Craig.
It was Bane.
You didn't have to act it out.
I wanted to, though.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Go again.
Who is Burn?
I was watching that recently. That Bane is kind of ridiculous.
It's hard to understand them.
Yeah.
I know.
They fucked it up by me.
Yes.
We saw that in the theater, and it was very hard to understand him in the theater.
Almost
Very
impossible.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
What?
awful.
What are you saying? You know what? Speaking of things that suck, audio-wise, that fucking, and I think I mentioned this like last year and the year before and the year before, around Christmas time, that fucking Hess truck commercial on AM radio, because I listened to 10 Wins on the way in.
Oh.
John Montone.
Do tell.
John Montone. And it's like, the Hess truck's back, and it's kids singing that. On AM radio, you can't play music, first of all. It's ridiculous. It's this high-pitched, crackly sounding. I can't switch it off fast enough. It makes me angry driving in. That it sounds horrible. AM radio music. Stop! Don't try. They try to play beds under things, and it's AM radio music doesn't work.
I think we've officially ran out of things to be pissed off at.
Yeah, right. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
I know it's one of the themes on this show, but now we're down to music on AM radio.
I'm just listening to what upsets a man who's driving in from his multi-million-dollar mansion.
I understand it.
The Hess truck.
No, but it's funny though. The anger makes me angry.
I get very angry at that. I switch it off quickly.
Your car is not a positive place.
No, unfortunately, his blood isn't either.
No, it's well, there's other. I have to deal with people out there on the roads
and AM radio music.
I don't like it, and people that don't know how to fucking drive.
I know a song you like.
Oh, what is that?
The house.
House next.
Oh, yes.
Me and Travis are on the same fucking page today.
Absolutely.
I was feeling pretty good.
La 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 la.
Taking my time on
No. La 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 la.
Snow falling down in the
La 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 la.
Everybody singing.
He wanted to interview us about this song.
Decking all the
Yeah, we should get her on the phone. Sleeps. La, la, la,
I've turned the corner. I like this song.
No, don't turn the corner.
It is a good song.
No,
You
it's
don't
not.
want me to change my opinion?
This is an awful song.
It's not.
It's terrible.
I wish this was on AM right now.
Yeah. It's not Christmassy, first of all. No, it's
real
depressing.
Christmas.
It's very reflective.
It's a depressing.
I see the
shit
snow
song.
coming down in a small town.
No.
With a lot of Christmas lights.
It
An
sounds
easier
like
time.
It sounds like a funeral dirge.
There's an innocence to this song.
No, it's tragedy. It's horrible. It's a sad
Gotta
sounding
slow
song.
down and look around every once in a while.
And this is the time of the year that you reflect.
I
That's
don't
right.
want a sad Christmas
You don't see the
song.
snow? The snow's coming down.
No.
It's nighttime.
Nope.
It's very white outside.
Nope.
You should like that.
Nope. Not at all. It's depressed. Listen to this. Dun, dun.
I was feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good.
That's right.
No.
It's a small town. You're walking down the street. You're looking into people's windows. You see their Christmas trees and stuff.
A lot of happy families.
Very nice lighting. Lighting up the fucking snow on the front lawn. Nice.
Terrible. No, not nice.
Real nice shit.
This is a funeral dirge sounding.
Oh, you got a guy on skis. He's just cross-country skiing right now.
That's just fun.
It's just
No,
for
this
fun.
is depressing.
Because he's getting into the holiday spirit.
It's a depressing song.
Oh, look at the mailman. He's got a fucking Santa hat on right now.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
That's too happy. This is a depressing song. Listen to it.
I see a wood-covered bridge. Look at that.
We're off to Grandma's house.
That's right. Oh, there's a father and son with sleds.
No,
I see it.
No, because they're having fun, and fun doesn't fit this song. Depressing mess this is.
It's a fun song.
Turn this up.
All the people in the light,
That's right.
and all the children in the light,
What are they singing?
singing holy night.
They're caroling.
I know.
Holy in your head.
What could be better than that?
Terrible.
They weren't caroling.
Oh,
Yeah.
People don't carol anymore, do they?
not as much.
I did recently.
You did?
Yeah, for the Tonight Show, but it didn't make the final cut. But
Why?
I guess they literally ran out of time.
Oh,
We
that's
shot for hours.
hilarious.
But they had me. I was wearing a fucking top hat and long old school Christmas Carol outfit.
Yes.
And I had to knock on a woman's door randomly.
You did it randomly for real?
Yeah. We had to get them to sign after.
Oh, that's
and
great.
they opened the door, and I just started fucking belting out a Christmas song by myself. It was humiliating.
Why didn't they use it?
I must have. They would have. And then at the end, they filmed me after they closed the door in my face. They filmed me just mock pissing on the lawn. But maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't play, or they might not have time.
That's
I
good.
think that's great.
Yeah, I wish they would have. I'm
March
silly.
on a leaf. March on a leaf. Fuck that.
It's a
Really?
good song. We
Shit.
have that, right?
No, it's not a song. Oh, yeah, I guess it is a song. The Shepherd of Leaves.
La, 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 la. Shut up.
Exactly. That guy's a genius, man.
No.
Yes,
Winter Wonderland. That's fun. Walking in the Winter Wonderland. Da, da, da,
I kind of like that one, too.
Surprised you like it. Someone gets married in it.
Yeah, well, that's true. I don't know. How about the fucking, sleigh ride thing song?
Jingle Bells?
That one. I just can't say it's too depressing for a Christmas song.
What about chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Yeah, that one's kind of
We could all agree
depressing.
we enjoy chestnuts.
No one roasts chestnuts.
I had chestnuts once as a kid.
Yeah.
We were friends with a family that actually roasted chestnuts. They were awful.
Terrible.
Chestnuts. I haven't had them since.
And no one likes Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Of course not.
That's great. I'm sorry we had to chop off half your nose. It turned black. It's you got Jack Frostbite.
Right.
Fuck that.
Oh, but chestnuts. Is there a worse food to eat?
Not at all.
Chestnuts. Yeah. Let It Snow. That is a good one.
Let It Snow is good.
I don't know.
Sleeves one is good too, though.
Sleeves is
Yeah, I
terrible.
agree.
That's a fun
Not
song.
good at all.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's just not good.
Huh?
It isn't.
Cars for Kids song.
Do you like this, Travis? Travis likes this.
I love it. I think Sleeves is genius.
You really do, right?
I really do. I enjoy Sleeves a lot.
La la la. La 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 la.
Everybody singing like
Anthony's hatred of it makes me love it even more.
I can't
La 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 la.
stand this.
I think Ant does secretly like it.
No, not even a little bit. Not a little bit. I'm not putting it on, friend. This is awful. It takes all the pleasure and joy out of Christmas. This shit song.
Likes to drink a little beer at the end of the day.
Fucking pajama top shirt.
I know. You commented on it once before.
Did I?
And when I put it on this morning, I thought Jimmy's going to say my pajama.
I didn't even.
My pajama shirt.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's got a little strip of.
You like to drink a little beer at the end of the day? Come on.
Not listening to this shit.
A little beer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think our definitions of little are different.
I heard Lady Di was calling in today. Is she lying? Is she a liar?
She offered yesterday to call in to tell people that she would be in tomorrow.
How are you?
We're having a super show tomorrow to close out the year.
Oh, are we?
Although a lot of people are pissed off that we're having Bobo on for our last show of the year.
Why?
Well, they tend to not like him. They tend to not like him.
Last two times Bobo's been on, he's killed it.
He's been fodder for a lot of amazing bits on this show.
The Bobs.
Fodder, though, I call it.
Yeah, mudda toe.
Oh, good
Meaning
one,
we
Chip.
used him to get to some comedic material. We got something for tomorrow, though.
Did Dr. Sleeves send you? Dr. Sleeves. Yeah, Dr. Sleeves.
I feel pretty good.
Drinking lots of fluids. Examining a prolapsed anus.
He wrote me the other day. He's a bit bummed that his macaroons weren't more of a hit. I go, dude, man. I had to lie to him. I go, you know, it was just for the radio. You got to know
like
that shit by now.
macaroons.
I go, you got to know that shit by now. It's just for the radio. People enjoy the macaroons.
So you were nicer than me in my text back.
Really?
I wrote, take those macaroons and cram up your asshole with a mallet. Macaroons in my anus.
Macaroons.
By the way, before it passes us by, Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty, we discussed it at ad nauseum when we first started the show today. Fox completely sticking up for him in general.
Right now, Joshua from Wilmington, North Carolina said, I'm only a 29-year-old guy, male, with two
Gay
children.
male, stupid.
I'm gay male.
He's gay.
Well, my belief
He's
will
gay.
always be that freedom of speech should always come before being politically correct.
Thank
I do
you.
not watch his show, but stand behind him.
Thank you.
I'm sure he doesn't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
Stand over him holding his shoulders as an American.
And has a right to control programming, which includes public comments by their talent. So that's why he's suspended.
Nancy Wilt-Daigle said, what is Phil supposed to do? Lie about his beliefs in case he might offend someone?
Bravo.
All good. Keep them coming.
Bravo.
Emails for-
That's why, Chris Cuomo, you're a weak man. You're a weak man.
Damn.
Ouch. Fucking, I can't believe he took his stance this morning. And the blonde next to him almost stood up for
What a
Phil
coward.
Robertson. And then the big bitch, I don't know what she said because I was too distracted by her hugeness.
CNN is just giving the opposite opinion.
They're singing and happy. I never heard one of them, one black
get
person,
off
say,
of
"I
this.
tell you what, these doggone white people."
Did we do this already? We did this already.
She'll just keep saying this.
They were happy.
repeat the stories.
No one was singing the blues, which I have a hard time believing with my ancestors that grew up in the Jim Crow South. I don't necessarily think that's the truth.
I think it's pretty telling how quickly A&E moved on this. The article comes out, people just start talking about it online, and he's already pulled off the show.
Well, what people have been talking about, too, throughout the night when the story broke that he was being suspended was, well, doesn't he have freedom of speech?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be able to say what he wants to say, and
Yeah.
even if his beliefs don't jive with yours? That is true. He
Is
does
it?
have freedom
Is
of
it
speech.
true?
Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. And if you say something, you're a public figure, a figure that is being backed by a network, sometimes the hammer will come down.
Cool. So maybe what you just said,
doesn't
you
mean
should be
right
fired for.
to do it.
Hey.
And A&E is saying that they
Tweet
believe
that.
in a different cultural standard.
Exactly. I'm going to steal that. Having a right to do it doesn't make it right to do.
That's what Chris Cuomo had to say. You're brave, Chris.
But he's right. It doesn't make it
This
right to do,
just
but you shouldn't be fired
phone
for it.
hacking scandal in the UK.
Fucking cowards.
Fuck.
Boy. It's fucking so stupid. Very good.
There's something else.
La, 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 la.
Oh, Jimmy, Dr. Steve, did you have something you were
Yes, he
gonna say?
was, Doc. I got a forward from Dr. Steve. So la 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 la. Make wine from my asshole for la 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 la. It's really coming saliva mixed in with prolapsed anus blood for la 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 la. No one enjoys my wine la la la. People would rather drink liquefied toenails la 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 la. I make this swill for la 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 la. People are polite for la 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 la. My relatives use it to power their vehicles. Forward from Sleeves. This is from Dr. Steve. I actually have a public radio story airing today about Opie and Anthony's hatred of the La La song.
Fuck, he wanted to interview us for that.
Oh, I said no comment.
It's today, so can we get that for tomorrow's show?
Sure.
For tomorrow's Super Show?
Dr. Steve sent me a very nice gift of chocolates and things.
Yeah, he's great.
It was very nice.
He's great.
Steve rules.
He sent me a really nice bottle of wine, even though I made it very clear I don't drink wine anymore.
Oh.
Was it a nice bottle or one of his homemade bottles?
I went right to wine.com. It was impressive what he spent.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No, actually, I do enjoy a glass here and there these days. Thank you, Steve. Alex, what's up?
Hey, guys. You know, Opie, you got a crush on the big bitch. You like her giant tits. I can tell.
Shit.
Look, the Opster used to go pigging every once in a while. Not going to lie to you. Jesus. Not going to lie to you, but... No, what bothers me is that she is giant and they don't know where to put her on the set.
No.
Like when you're in TV production and you got to figure that shit out. She is way closer to the camera than anyone else and she's much larger than anyone else. It's so fucking strange to me. He left.
Anything else? No, he's gone.
He's gone.
There was something about the Hess commercial. You said that bothers you. And
Oh,
was
it
going to
just
lead to
bothers
something
me.
else, and I can't remember
Something.
now. Another annoying commercial or something.
Oh, there's so many of them. I can't take the fucking gay porno fucking perfume ads that come out during
What do you mean?
Christmas too. You fucking, it's some black and white gay guys with their shirt off on a beach.
But remember,
like, what the fuck is this?
Remember when that used to be all hot chicks?
Yeah.
And now it's like, I guess we decided that hot chicks are not cool to see on TV anymore.
No, it's making them an object. Exactly. So every perfume ad now has to be, it looks like gay sex.
Right.
It's like I said when you try to, buy underwear these days. You don't want to buy Fruit of the Loom underwear anymore. You want to buy some better quality underwear, but the boxes are fucking gay porn.
You gotta walk through the mall.
You gotta walk through the mall holding this box with a fucking guy with a big dick bulge in his underwear.
You're pretty much advertising that you love cock.
You're carrying around a fucking big cock, a naked guy with a big cock picture through the mall.
As you're waiting online for Starbucks for a little refreshment.
Yes.
You got your giant bag with the
I just want to buy some undies that aren't Fruit of the Loom, I want to buy something a little nicer.
What is that? The Calvin Klein does that?
Calvin Klein does that.
They got the
Ralph
underwear
Lauren
market,
does
right?
that. They all do it. It's fucking terrible. I don't need to know what they look like on a gay Adonis. It just fucking... It's Just put them in a plastic bag.
And some of the cuts they got now. What the fuck? Who the fuck would wear that?
It looks like a Speedo.
Right.
Oh, man.
I have a nice tight pair of those
Yeah.
Teddy Whiteys. I forgot my underwear on a gig once. And I bought them recently, but my gut's still not in shape to wear them, so it hangs over a little. It just doesn't look right.
Does it?
No.
If the top of your fucking elastic is folding over in the front, there's an issue.
If that happens with your belt, you're in big trouble.
When underwear get like a little too loose and stuff, and you walk around, your balls just fall out the side. It's time to throw the underwear away. Unless you pull the waistband up to your nipples to try to hold your balls in there. It's like the elastic goes. You're
That's
fucking
it.
walking. It's like, I think my balls just came out the right side of my drawers.
Oh, I wear out my underwear. Fuck that. Hell yeah.
You blow out the back?
I blew out the back of my long johns.
Yeah.
I wore those the other day and the whole back just blew out.
What the fuck? What are you
I don't know what happened. I guess it was just time.
Oh, God.
I like sat down and all of a sudden I heard the rip.
Oh.
By the end of the day, my entire ass was exposed.
Yeah.
Look up the Versace cologne ad. All right. We got a topic.
Versace
We're in.
cologne?
Right, things that make us hard.
Oh.
We were just fishing there and we found something nice. Jerry,
Our,
what's up?
computer guy is gone, though.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I just heard you talking about the underwear thing, Ant.
Yeah.
I was watching TV the other night, and I thought of you because this ad came on, and it's this guy in his underwear, like, for no reason, with a bow and arrow. It's like your two worst fears put together. It's the gay porn underwear thing and the cologne ad.
And the cologne.
I didn't understand it,
Yeah.
but I thought of you. I don't know why. So.
It's a number? Oh. Are you on fucking Tinder?
Did you sign up for that, Jimmy?
No.
No?
No interest. I'm not going to. It's all spam. Who's going
it
to look
would
at me and go, that guy's fuckable?
Oh. Management.
Believe me, they want me gone.
Oh, stop.
Stop.
No way. That ain't happening.
What is this now?
This is the Versace commercial.
That the guy was just talking about? I don't know if I've seen this yet.
Sammy,
I don't
turn
think I've
it.
seen this.
Sam, turn it. I can't see
All right,
it.
let's
Sammy,
take a
stop
look.
hugging it.
That's where they want you gone.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh my God!
It's a guy in a Roman fucking outfit and underpants.
Pull him down and get fisted. There he goes. He's taking off he's in the rain.
It's raining. He's picking up a bow and arrow. He's shooting in the air and hitting God in the heart.
Versace Eros.
Dude, it's
Oh,
all.
God.
It's like gay porno.
I bet he smells great, though.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Let's all right, hands up if you've got a little bit of a fucking movement going. Hands up if it moved.
When did America decide that they didn't like chicks anymore?
I know.
In advertising, especially.
The only thing we ever get as far as chicks these days is still fucking Victoria's Secret still does it, which is great. They have the hottest girls on fucking television.
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking amazing. But that's all you see.
Remember you would get an unexpected rod because of some fucking ad with a chick and no bra or something. They got rid of all that.
You know what used to get me? The fucking we got short shorts.
No.
Back in the old days.
You're kidding.
Well, I'm talking the 70s. Think of what we had. Nothing.
Right. True.
But it was like, the fucking girls in their little hot pants and they're going down the stairs saying we got short
Can we
shorts.
find that commercial?
Because
Why
now
is
it's
Sam
probably
leaving?
nothing.
What's going on with Sam?
Sam Roberts is probably prepping for his show.
No, Sam's
He's
giving
very
someone
busy.
a breakfast order.
Oh,
breakfast order.
Apparently cookies aren't enough.
Oh.
Sammy!
Sam, find the
We have short
Nair.
shorts.
It's a Nair commercial from the 70s. We got short shorts.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
We got short shorts.
I used to get like all excited from that commercial.
Really?
No, not the new one. Nair 70s commercial. There you go. Is that it?
Let's see what Anthony get little boners.
Boy, my little boner.
Yeah, a little tent.
I got a little boner.
Little stinky balls.
No. Oh, maybe. Wait. No. Those aren't even short shorts.
Exactly.
The cotton test proves Nair leaves
All
legs
four of them are
smooth
sitting on
and
one
long
upside down
as you
chair.
Yeah. I don't think that was it, though. They
You know
were
what that
outside.
means.
Oh, I think it's like the third or fourth one down.
This one?
No.
That
Keep
one.
going.
That one?
No, that one maybe.
That one?
Maybe? I don't know. Is it? That's 88. No. Oh, God. They were really 80s. No.
No. You don't look like Cyndi Lauper.
No.
Yuck.
Nair. I remember Nair was like, people used to terrorize people with Nair. They were, on Halloween. It's like, look out, man, they'll put Nair in your hair.
I remember that.
You're like, no. It was like, that was like the scariest urban legend.
I so remember that.
Around Halloween.
Hey, man, watch out for the Nair.
Watch
if you're
it,
out
man.
there tonight.
You think it's shaving cream, but then your hair falls out.
I remember
the Nair,
that.
you're fucking...
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
We really needed the internet.
Oh,
To set us straight.
Some commercials just aren't on there, I guess.
You know what this commercial's all about, right?
What?
A few of those fucking pussy hairs get a little...
You think?
A little wild.
Short shorts. Why wouldn't it be?
A little wild. Because
But it was
back
the
then...
70s. They loved a big muff.
But back then, the girls had, their hair grew halfway down their legs, too.
Really
man.
did. I think genetics have...
Yeah, evolution took care of that.
Less
in
hair
the
on
last
girls'
20,
pussies these
25
days.
years.
I know they shave it, but...
I blame McDonald's.
What?
Why McDonald's?
Yeah.
Processed food has got
hormones?
rid of the pussy hair.
Hormones?
Yep.
I think it was the Nair with baby oil commercial, says Steve from Bayshore. Really? Or is that how you watched it, with baby oil? I think that's it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice legs on the bleachers. Anthony jerked off to 3 out of 4.
Big afro
Nair with
chick.
baby oil. It takes off the hair and leaves your legs baby smooth with a baby
You
soft
tug
scent
your
that
rotten little
smells
prick this
terrific,
one,
baby.
Loved it. Just tugging it.
Yeah.
Soft
And you had to do
Nair
it
with
like while it
baby
was
oil.
on. Couldn't
Nair
record
for
it.
baby smooth legs.
Oh.
That's hot back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the 70s. We got 2 more coming in from Patrick in Indiana. Patrick.
Patty.
Morning, boys. Yeah, there's 2 commercials you guys need to look at for this year's holiday season.
All right.
One's the Lexus commercial where the big mansion and the guy's wife looks like a tranny. She's got black hair and really ridiculous makeup. The other one's a Louis.
No, that's the Howard Stern Christmas card.
The other one's a Louis Vuitton.
Fucking weirdo. What's that about? We're not going to talk about it? Dress like a woman once, we'll give it to you. Over and over again, there's a problem.
Oh, God.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Patrick.
The other one's a Louis Vuitton commercial where the chick has such ridiculously large eyebrows. It looks like she has 2 caterpillars above her eyes.
Oh,
really?
How about dogapillas?
That's a good one.
That's a good ship.
Happy holidays, boys.
Yeah, you know.
Shut up.
We just need to get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
It's so obvious.
On the brink.
It's so obvious. That's why we're doing the Super Show tomorrow.
Yes.
I'd say do the show.
Who's booked for the Super Show tomorrow?
Oh, my God. Well,
yeah.
Lady Di.
Oh, right there. Price of admission.
Nice.
Bobo. Stalker Patty.
Oh, boy.
Mike Bichetti's coming back.
Oh, nice.
All right, Mike I like.
And Colin Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Colin I like.
You're missing someone for the Super Show. You know that, right?
No.
Who's that?
Dennis Falcone.
Oh, he'll be here.
Why don't we ask him if he wants to be part of the
All
Super
right, let me
Show?
go.
Go ahead, just give us a report. Have him fucking fax his answer in.
See if he wants you to put that ass up on the copy machine.
I think we need him to, come down the hall. I want to personally invite him for the Super Show tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Great.
Last show of the year.
Fantastic. Hey.
What's the Black Santa debate?
Megyn Kelly.
No, we did that, though.
Yeah,
what is it still rages on, or what?
Well, apparently there's a Santa that's been going down the chimney and removing gifts and going back up. Oh, shit.
Chris, what's the Black Santa debate all about? You have more info?
Hey, no, I actually I haven't been able to listen to the show in a couple of weeks. I didn't know if you guys have covered it or not. And, I guess you already did. So,
Yep.
I'm the idiot caller today.
No, hey.
Certainly are.
What color do you think was Santa?
What's that?
What color do you think Santa is?
No, he's white.
Attaboy.
Real guy, isn't he?
As a made-up thing, he was, portrayed as a
He was
white
made
guy.
up to be a white guy, right?
Yeah. It's like from the north and shit like that.
Right. Oh, man. This is great news. Permission to come aboard, sir.
Here he comes.
Dennis, we wanted...
Your stash is gone. What happened?
I didn't like it.
I sneezed and it fell off.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Oh.
You like it, huh?
It's a shame.
Oh, cookies.
I guess it's too bad you like your head.
Yes, Sam's mommy.
Would you like to
made
try
those.
one of the cookies from Sam's mom?
I'll have a short cookie.
Which one would you pick?
You do make a short cookie.
What'd you pick?
A little brownie.
What you pick says a lot about you.
I like brownies.
You do.
Oh, boy.
Like a little of that brown sugar, do you?
Brown sugar stones.
Brown sugar stones.
What did you do for Keith Richards and his 70th birthday yesterday? That must have been a huge day for you music jocks.
Anything, right?
Well, on the 60s channel, played a lot of good stuff. I like the song that he sang lead on, Happy.
Yeah.
He sang Happy?
Keeping me happy.
Happy?
Yeah, we're going
Good
to play
song.
that into break. That's a good one.
That's a good tune.
Yeah.
I like that song, actually. You know, I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah, you knew it. And once you hear it,
Maybe
you say,
I-
"Oh, sure."
Right.
I'm sure that's a
I was
staple
actually
on
on Deep Tracks yesterday for a little while. You'd be proud.
Oh, yeah?
They were doing a little Monkey Man.
Nice.
They were doing some deep tracks from the Stones.
And well, they just reissued one of the albums. They mastered it digitally and stuff.
Enough with the remastering. We
Exactly.
get it.
Sympathy for the Devil and things like that.
I love when they remaster and only like
It's stuff for the fans. to buy.
the same.
Thank you for
really
most of us anyway.
Stuff,
does.
Released in the vaults. And I always said if it was any good, they would have released it back then. It's like, there's just
You always say that?
How often do you say that?
Yeah. How often
When
is
something like that comes out, I might say, by golly, they should have released this back then.
You should light a cigarette and say it into a gas tank.
What does your button say?
It's a little Believe, little Sound of the Season. They give these out at Macy's.
Oh my God! Why would you wear that?
Exactly.
Because it's got Santa Claus on
He
there.
supports their fucking shop and frisk policy. Danny the racist.
It's got the date on it, so it'll be like a collector's
Look at
item.
his jacket. Get them out of Barney's.
Collector's item. Santa Claus buttons.
A little Santa Claus button. A little something. Festive Yule.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
Festive Yule.
So we want to invite you to be part of the Super Show tomorrow.
Yes.
Nice.
You cool with that?
It will be. Cool. Lady Di and Bobo.
Wait,
Colin Quinn.
Could you spin tomorrow?
All the superstars.
Oh.
What, do you want me to bring in my system to work?
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
With some holiday songs and stuff?
Our driver hits, take us in and out of breaks with fucking little.
I want to make it
Christmas
perfectly
music.
clear. Drew Boogie's our guy, but I'm just, maybe this is a little something different we do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Could you spin some songs for us live tomorrow?
Give some songs to your show. We could do something. Yeah, we could
I'm
do
serious. You
Yeah.
sit up in the corner.
Okay.
That would be good.
Do you scratch and shit?
Oh, boy.
Well, only if I have a rash.
Oh, boy.
Each and a million of them.
Boy. Well, Denny.
I think it's going to be a short appearance today.
Whatever you guys
Well,
need.
you
I didn't,
Anything you got on your mind you want to say quickly?
I'm happy that Kiss got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Me and you both, young Denny.
About time, right?
One of the true rock and roll acts to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and roll.
Not a big Kiss fan anymore, but obviously they deserve to be there.
It's a joke band. Why would they?
Hey.
Good song.
Like clowns.
Hey.
They got probably 2 or 3.
Hey.
He's just doing that to get a charge out of you, I think.
Out of you, author.
Hey.
Out of you, author.
Yeah.
You guys do off all next week?
Oh, boy.
No, we're coming in the 24th.
Right.
That's nice.
I was going to say we're awful all the time.
Awful
next week. See, it sounded like awful.
Yeah.
We're going to tap out for 2 weeks, actually.
Nice.
2 weeks of radio
weeks.
will be
Yeah.
best of and all sorts
Recharge
of
the batteries.
And then we come back and we're going to be a media destination official.
Absolutely.
Hope so.
According to Tim Sabian.
Fuck yeah.
We're very excited about the Tim Sabian era.
Very excited.
Joy and prosperity in the new year.
Or neither.
And I say the last era, by the way. Enough of this shit. Tim's either going to fucking push this show forward or that's it.
Yeah.
Enough already.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow for the Super Show, Dennis.
Super show. We want you to spin them holiday records.
We'll have some fun.
Nothing like stupid sleeve song. We need like holiday festive upbeat holiday
Can we
music.
go classic, old school?
Well, I mean, I have the hard drive of hits. I could bring it into the
You
studio.
got some Andy Williams?
Let it
Yeah,
snow,
sure.
let it snow.
Andy Williams, little Burl Ives, maybe?
We've got everything, yeah.
Burl Ives.
Oof.
That fucking
Burl
Okay,
Ives
but
throws a
mix it-
punch like he takes it in the ass.
And I would mix in some of today's favorites too.
Oh,
some
really?
Of today's future
Like
classics.
what?
Oh, the Kelly Clarkson Christmas album.
Kelly
It's a great
Clarkson.
album.
God,
The Leona
enough.
Lewis. It's good. It's
My
really good.
sister
It's
is
good.
recommending
Yeah.
Debbie Gibson Sleigh Ride.
Sleigh Ride, good one. Yeah, good one.
I don't know that one.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Travis?
We'll
Yeah.
work that in tomorrow.
That's a good song. I could give Travis a whole list of songs today, so we're ready to go tomorrow. Because tomorrow's a gridlock alert day, and for me to drive into the city, by golly, is going to be tough.
By golly.
With all my gear.
You think it is?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be bad tomorrow?
It's the Friday, yeah. Sure.
Well, you don't need all your gear. You could probably just
carry some speakers in on the train.
the hard drive of hits.
You just need 2 turntables and a microphone.
Yeah, you don't need everything. Just bring the whole rope and the stool thing.
We'll just plug in direct. You don't need speakers.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure some shit out.
Okay.
Them's the heavy things, anyway.
We'll figure things out.
All right, Dennis.
It's tough to get the phones to work, but we'll
Please
set up
get
a
the hand-
DJ
get the-
system.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Kevin Pollock's a big fan of yours, by the way.
He's a nice guy.
He's not a nice guy. I just saw I saw Kevin and his girlfriend. They saw me at the LA Improv.
Yeah.
And he came in and he was asking about Denny.
Oh, was he?
They're big Denny fans.
That was a charge. That was very nice.
Kevin's great, man. He is. Good guy. Good fella.
All right, then.
All right.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you for the little sweet here, Sam. Well, thank your mom.
You got it.
You didn't eat it yet.
Well, I'm going to go get some coffee and,
Going to make a whole day of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to plan his day
It's
around.
one piece of fudge.
Well, a nice
One-
cup of coffee.
I'm gonna get a bib and a room at the Ritz and eat my piece of fudge.
It must be nice to be a simpleton, man.
Just going to have a cup of
Just
coffee.
fucking the simple pleasures of life.
Funny.
When you just shove that in your mouth, he's got to get his coffee all set.
Not even think
I'm
about
going to
it.
get the morning paper.
It's like, look at that piece of fudge.
Yeah, gonna see if anybody in the office wants a bite.
I'm going to get myself
Why don't you
a cup
take
of
2
coffee.
pieces?
Well, I'm speaking on the air here. I don't want to have something in my mouth.
Well, of course not.
You kind of wish you
The
could go
listeners
through.
love it.
You kind of wish you could go through life without having a lot on your plate.
Yes. Oh, God.
Like just those little decisions could. You have a lot more bandwidth.
Take a couple, Denny, for Pete's sake.
I'm not hungry. I'll just pick.
Just pick, Danny. Take a
Wow, you
pecan
got a
tart.
lot of chocolate stuff.
I like the pecans.
Really like the
Ah, you're the. Does that say everything? He likes the pecans.
Yes,
I like a little
does.
vanilla ice cream on it. You just put it in the microwave and just.
All right, how much fucking deliciousness do you need? The thing's the fucking size of a quarter. Just shove it in your mouth and shit it out.
He's planning his whole afternoon around
I'm gonna
this.
get a little thing of ice cream and put it in a little microwave. You put that in the microwave for more than a quarter of a second, it'll explode. Will cease to exist.
And tomorrow I'll also play one for Sam. Hall & Oates, Jingle Bell Rock. They do a great version of it.
I'm sure it's not great.
I hate that song, by the way.
Really?
Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell what? How'd
Jingle
that
Bell
go?
Rock.
What about what was that one? Christmas is a time to
Billy Squire.
spread some joy. Yeah,
On Fire with Billy Squire.
Oh,
That's how you would intro Billy
Billy
Squire?
Squire's mysterious, isn't he?
I didn't mess with those silly things.
No, you didn't.
The one I
Billy's
did was
mysterious.
I forgot how I said it. They ain't Oh, they ain't related, but they do be brothers. I did that one.
That's
Oh,
That's
God.
not good.
I did that
Oh, that was terrible.
And you gotta
That's not
shout
good.
You never said
They
that,
ain't
did you?
related,
Oh, yeah.
but they do be brothers.
Oh, the intro
Here
of
it
China
is.
Grove.
Right.
China Grove.
Yeah, you gotta do it with
for
an
you.
upbeat Doobie Brothers song, of course.
Oh, yeah.
What were some of the other ones? The Fire Squire one I never heard.
Fire Squire one is always good. I always like it whenever you play the Temptations. Tall, tan, and talented. The Temptations. Tall, tan, and talented.
Not tan,
Temptations.
they're
Racist. They're
Nice,
black.
neat, and
That's always a nice one.
Nice.
Nice one to keep on file.
Right.
I always wish that Kiss would have done a Christmas album. They could have called it Kissmas.
I have a shirt that says Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe you should wear that tomorrow for the
It's too big
festivities.
for me. I don't
Oh.
disagree. They're all standing there. I love that's one of my favorite Kiss photo shoots. They're all holding red candles and like their white robes with snow on them. It fucking rules.
Nice.
Merry Christmas.
Maybe we could take a picture of you wearing that with a
Christmas.
pillow and like a Santa beard and a hat.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be
Happy
nice.
to.
All right, listen.
Jimmy Claus.
Annie Lederman's here. She's going to join the show
I
next.
see that.
And we're going to play Happy for Keith Richards' 70th birthday.
I'm going to go back to my desk and enjoy these sweets.
All right.
Let the man talk,
get,
Dennis.
Get a cup of coffee and fucking.
Dennis, we'll see you as part of the Super Show tomorrow, okay?
Okay, guys.
There you go.
All right.
Goodbye.
Anthony Show. Serious XM. The Opie and Anthony Show continues.
Show just got way better. Annie Lederman, or Lederman. I always fuck that up, and I apologize.
It's letter. It's letter.
It is letter.
Thank you for
God
knowing it.
damn it.
Letter. Yes.
Well, I said it right the first time.
It's like David Letterman with no T's.
But it's not T's.
I would say no T's, 1D. Tranny Annie. That's how you remember.
That's
But then
great.
people really think. I mean, I just said that to a flight attendant, and he asked me before I got off the plane if I was really a tranny.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So I fucked him because that is my type. That is my type.
To prove yourself.
Yeah, to prove my pussy.
And also, we got Lazlo in studio as well. Stopping by to say hi before we head out for a couple weeks.
We're reuniting because we worked together on GTA 5.
Yeah, that's Grand Theft Auto, if you guys don't know.
You did?
Yeah. She was with JB Smooth.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
It was cool. My character, Cheryl,
Yeah.
was with JB Smith. It was pretty amazing. It was fun, though.
Cool.
That's awesome.
It was really fun, and Lazlo sent me. He was like, "I want to get you stuff. You know, the game did well. We know we paid you garbage, so we're gonna get you something."
I didn't say that part.
He didn't say that part, but he's like, "We're gonna give you some gifts," or maybe I called and I was like, "Can I have things?"
Yeah,
She
please,
said,
swag.
she said, "There's a guy out here that I let finger me. I want some T-shirts for him."
Oh, wow.
Well, I wonder what. Okay. Did I say? I probably said that.
Hope
That
you
sounds
send a
familiar.
lot of T-shirts.
But then he sent me a bunch of shirts from like Grand Theft Auto 3, like all the ones that I wasn't on in various sizes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
but
was
see,
getting
guys
at
would
right
find
now.
that cool.
Fuck yeah.
I sent it for your guy. He's obviously probably into video games.
Yeah, because he's good with his fingers.
Yes.
Sorry.
Manual dexterity. For whether it's a controller or
Thank you,
clit.
Lazlo.
She's complaining about gifts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. Can you believe it?
Let's be honest, the money's not great when you do these things.
No, what are you going to do?
Actually.
I mean, there's one person in the room that's.
Anthony Cumia, fantastic
I know,
house.
is he killing it?
But,
No, it was really fun to do. Thank you, Lazlo.
yeah, it's just fun.
And what's going
It
on
was
with
really fun. It's the cool-
GTA
cool-
today?
What's a 10-year anniversary of San Andreas, which is
Yeah.
the first
10
GTA that you
years.
guys were in.
Can't believe
You
that.
remember that when I called you on the phone and you did
Yes.
callers?
10 years.
Yeah.
Opie was talking about dragging women around by their hair.
That's right. Wow.
Damn, that was a while
The
ago.
10-year anniversary of you talking about that every day. That's amazing.
Yes, I know.
But it's now on the iPad.
Isn't that
GTA
amazing?
San Andreas. It's like the top-selling game, I think, right now on iTunes.
It
but,
used to be that you needed a console to play that, and now iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Full game, right?
Full game.
And you don't lose anything from the original game.
Not
That's
really.
amazing.
I mean, obviously it had to be optimized to play on the iPad, but I mean, it feels really natural.
Yeah. It looks nice.
You touch the screen, obviously, but how do you?
Oh shit!
How
How do you jerk off and play the game?
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Absolutely.
That is cool. I'm
Where-
actually understanding how cool that is now.
Where can you download it?
You go to the Apple Store.
Oh, yeah.
You go to iTunes, or it's also out on Android and the.
You just download it from iTunes here. That's
How much is it?
nuts.
$6.99.
That's bargain.
Why not the new one on there?
Oh, it would be very difficult to get GTA 5 on an iPad.
Yeah.
Talk to me in 10 years.
Because it's too technologically advanced.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say.
They don't want to sell it for $6.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, iPads don't have the horsepower of an Xbox 360 yet.
No. Hey, what about the PS4?
I have ordered it directly from our contact at Sony.
Yeah.
So it should be here any moment.
Will that be better than the new Xbox One or whatever the fuck it's called?
I know they both have their benefit. That's why I just
tomato.
I'm getting both. I have the one, and I love it. I have the Xbox One. I think it's very cool. That whole fucking Xbox Watch TV. Xbox Watch TV. Boom. There it is, TV.
You
and
feel
then
very Star
Xbox.
Trek when you're walking around your living room.
Yeah. And you know what else is good? Even though it's not much of a pain in the ass to grab your remote and switch over to whatever gaming console and this, that. Like, if you think, all right, I want to play a game, and then you're like, I don't even want to hassle with fucking picking up the remote and change. You just go to whatever game you want to play. And then
will
it pops right up.
When you're like, "Hey, suck my dick," will it thinks it's talking to you?
Well, if you want to come over?
That's all I've wanted to do my whole life is suck your dick. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm just waiting to be asked.
Yeah, it's like really cool to be able to just go through and Netflix like that. Just go to Netflix. It's right there. No fucking.
So you don't have to find
delay.
it. Cause I never know where's
just
Fox
it.
Sports or any of that shit.
No, you just say the name.
Yeah, whatever channel you want to go
That's
to.
fucking cool.
Go to History Channel.
Yeah.
Boom, it's right up there.
You can be playing a game. Jump out and watch a little bit of TV, and then right back to the game, and you're right where you left off. It's
and then,
like picture in picture.
I go to play the game, and you see it's got like an update or something. You could go Xbox Snap TV, and the TV will go up in half screen. You could watch how your download is progressing while you're watching TV.
I like how you can be playing a game, say Xbox record that, and then it'll upload it to your account, and then you can have it on your iPhone and show like gameplay that you did
and it's
to your friends on your phone.
And anyone that's actually willing to watch it, you should never talk to again. Look at what I did here.
Look at that.
I killed an orc.
But it is pretty cool because it'll record what you just saw. So you could be like, Xbox, record that, and it's already recording kind of prior to that. So if something did happen.
The technology's made me jumpy because I went to a live event last night, a sporting event, a hockey game, like my first hockey game. Ooh. And dude, it drove me nuts. Constantly stopping the action.
Oh, yeah.
Video games have made me unable to watch a lot of, especially sports.
What'd you watch?
I went to a Rangers game.
Nice.
Dude, there's a 20-minute period. Took an hour. They're constantly stopping for the Geico fucking bring a car out on the ice bullshit commercial.
Hey.
Fuck that.
It's good stuff.
What kind of car was it?
I think it was a Kia.
Oh, come on. They make it the Kia stuff?
And then we all booed as the gentleman didn't hit the puck through the little tiny slit.
That is a bummer, huh?
To win some fucking the car, right?
That he has to pay taxes on. Congratulations. Here you go.
Now you're in debt.
You won.
Right, you won, but you have to sell the car now.
But sports, they're so
you can't
slow
afford
now.
the taxes.
Like I went to the Super Bowl. It was fucking boring because it's every like
it's
60
made
seconds,
for TV.
dude. It just stops, and then you're just a bunch of assholes sitting in a stadium.
But it's made
Fuck
for TV. That Super Bowl.
You going this year?
No. Are you?
No, of course not.
It's only across the river.
Why would we?
We don't want to. We don't want to go this year because it'll be 20 straight years we weren't.
That's true.
At the Super Bowl.
20 years of radio.
We can't do it to ourselves and go on the 20th year.
Never went to the Super
Not
Bowl
once.
because that's not a thing radio guys
do. Right.
As they have the Radio Row and parade celebrities and sports figures.
Well, some of your sponsors might have tickets. You could.
I don't even want to go at this point. I don't even want to go. Fuck it. Sit in the freezing cold stadium.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Have fun.
To watch two teams I don't give a shit about. Fuck that. No. I like having Super Bowl parties at the house. It's fucking.
Yeah, you have a 3D TV.
I got
The same
a 3D TV. I'll just watch that. It's not in 3D though, is it?
Yeah, but
that would be. Why don't they do the Super Bowl and shit like that in 3D? Be nice.
That'd be huge. But
Can they do 3D live?
I don't know.
Yeah, live you can. You got the glasses? Oh, you got the glasses right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing the 3D glasses.
See, it's 3D.
Thank you.
Come on, Andy.
Your TV's outdated now too. Samsung's got the 105-inch.
No.
IMAX Experience curved screen shit happening now.
How much is that?
Well, obviously it's going to be ridiculous, but within a year, maybe a year, 2 years, it'll be affordable for a lot of people.
I have the 90-inch, and that thing is fucking great for shit. But
it
now
fits in your apartment. I mean, your house.
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
You get the giant wall. It just belongs
yeah, you
there.
need like a giant wall.
I love how the red flags on either side. It's good look.
Angela said, she goes, the TV looks great when it's on. She goes, when it's off, it looks like you have a black table hung on the wall. I never realized
Why don't you have
that.
photos,
I should.
Yeah, you could do it like a changing...
Maybe I will.
Beavis photos.
Beavis pictures. I got enough of them.
Oh, yeah. We all do on our phones, don't we?
Oh, yeah. Come on.
He's a good-looking cat.
He's beautiful. Little Beav.
I have been a little worried about you, though.
Why?
You're obsessed.
Well, no. I'm just seeing if I could take a good picture.
You seem a little lonely.
He likes
seem a little
loneliness. He likes
does
the
it?
Beavis.
Yeah. It's kind of cool, though, because I could just pay as much attention as I want to him. It's not like somebody's over the house and you got to be like, oh, I got to talk to this person. I'll just be like,
Yeah,
hey,
it's horrible having
Beav.
to talk to the people you're fucking, isn't it?
No, you just go, hey, Beav, and you throw him a little toy and he fucking gets it.
Yeah.
It's not all that lonely.
The cat always listens, doesn't he? When you fucking got a beer in one hand and you're petting him, and they ruined everything, Beavis. People tell me I'm a racist, but I'm not. I'm just stating the facts. I study history. Sub-Saharan. And the cat's just looking at you lovingly without an ounce of nausea in his eye.
Oh, he's sitting there bidding on Zimmerman artwork on his iPhone.
Bidding on the Zimmerman art. Yes. Oh no, I kind of like it. You know, the weekends people come over and stuff. Sometimes during the week people come over for the most part.
I mean, it's sad when you're defending it.
No, but
you've got a sadness in your eyes right now.
But you guys brought it up. I just enjoy.
This is an intervention.
No, it's great. I fucking play fucking Call of Duty. I got my friends on Call of Duty. I talk to them. Hi, what's up? Through my headset.
Yeah.
I called an asshole. I was told I suck by some kid.
By a 12-year-old,
I was told I should quit the game.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Why'd you quit the fucking game? You suck. It's like, I know I suck. Like, believe me, I realize I'm at the bottom of the fucking list every time.
Are they rude on that?
1 kill, 20 deaths. And then they were going around 30 kills, 1 death. Like, how do you even do that? You can't run around the map and not get shot.
Do they know who you are when you
Oh, hell
play
no.
online?
No.
You're just a random person?
Yeah, I didn't give out my gamer tag. I
It's
did
interesting
last
that
time, but
when
now I haven't.
when they know who you are, they say that, and then when they don't, too. It's just
Yeah, I'm really bad at Call of Duty. I can't play with a controller. I was so used to playing with a mouse and keyboard over the years, over PC
It
games.
seems harder to play with a mouse and keyboard.
No. You know why? Because if you got a mouse and like, let's say you're going to a link on a computer, do you ever miss the link? Do you ever go, oops, I overshot it, whoops? Get a controller and try to fucking put your little icon on a link and click it. It'll take you a little while. It's so much easier to just slide a keyboard right in.
Click and shoot.
or just like use a real gun.
Or, I could do that too.
Yeah,
but you
like
go through a lot
Elvis
of
watching
TVs.
Bobby Darin.
Yeah.
Fucking
Was
blow
it
a hole.
Bobby Darin he
I
didn't
believe
like?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Blew a hole through the TV.
That's Elvis, man.
Frustrated.
That's cool shit.
That
He
guy's
was
good.
Lazlo, would you like a Christmas cookie? It's very
one.
festive in here today.
Yeah.
It's from Sam Roberts' mom.
Yeah, exactly.
She's very needy, and she bakes cookies every year for us.
They're actually really
She's
good.
Very good, yeah. We had a...
Annie, did you like the
Apple
Christmas
stuff.
cookies?
I enjoyed the Christmas cookies.
Have another one. Don't be such a goose.
What are you trying to do?
I had a couple.
You did?
Trying
I had
to
3.
do?
Diet Jimmy?
I had 3.
Diet Jimmy had 3.
Jimmy.
I had
Wow.
3 little,
Are you going to eat the rest of the day?
Slender
Yes, I had
Jim.
3 little cookies last night, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Jim and punish
Uh-oh.
myself.
Old Jimmy's back.
I know, it
There you
scares me. Believe me, old Fat Tits is right around the corner. Fat Tits McGillicuddy is always lurking.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we got a question coming in for Lazlo. Let's go to Mike in Connecticut. Mikey.
Hey, O&A, $1 million. Lazlo, really enjoyed GTA 5, but I picked up an Xbox One, so I have a question about re-releasing a port for Xbox One.
Oh, good question. Good question.
I have no idea.
I was
what
wondering
that
about
means.
that myself.
Oh, we got this question a lot. Even when GTA 5 was coming out, they said, why don't you just release it for the Xbox One and PS4? And we said, because nobody owns them yet.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, of course you're going to do it for 360s and stuff, because that's
there's
what
a
everyone
massive
has.
install base.
Right. You would
I mean,
sit there
obviously-
selling 5 games because 5 people had it.
I'm glad that the Xbox One and PS4 are doing so well. I mean, I think Xbox One, last number I saw was they sold 2 million consoles. And, obviously every video game developer's got games in progress for those consoles, because the turnaround time for a game is, 3-4 years.
It's very long.
It's a long...
I would assume, were you developing anything over at Rockstar for Xbox One before it came out?
Well, Xbox One and PS4, I mean, we had those... They send those consoles to game developers, typically a couple years before, because you got to start...
Oh, no kidding.
You got to start thinking about how to make shit work on these things.
Yeah. So what about GTA 5?
We haven't announced anything. I hope it comes out on, the next gen.
Are you winking at me?
No.
God damn.
No, that's a seizure.
I just
He's trying not to blink, so
trying to say,
that says something too.
I know. I think he's got a poker face on right
Yeah,
there.
he's got a poker
He's
face.
got info. Lazlo would know.
He ain't gonna
Why
fuck
would
up
I
what
know?
You would
I do
know.
the radio stations with the likes of
doesn't matter.
Lederman.
You know stuff.
You would know.
He ain't gonna fuck up
Lazlo knows things.
his cushy gig.
What is Rockstar working on for one?
Games.
Games. Mike is
like to find GTA San Andreas that has come out on the iPad. And
exactly.
The Android.
I understand.
Out now.
Out now, right this second.
Yes, you can go download it right now.
All right.
And stop harassing me about future titles.
I think I want to do that.
I
Old
might
school
do
and
that
play
too.
that again.
Yeah.
I don't play many games, but
Oh, that was a great
It's
one.
fun.
That one was awesome.
Go right on the
It was
shitter.
really
You can
all
play
right.
on the shitter now.
Sure, that's great. That's what you need. Have your fucking roids hanging down like the top of a cave because you can't get off the toilet.
Beavis on your lap.
Yeah, exactly. Cat digging his fucking claws into your balls because he's jealous.
Beavis will jump in my pants. Around my ankles when I'm in the bowl.
Oh, great. It's funny. It's
terrible.
Catnip.
When your pants are down, he'll jump into the middle of your pants and hit the other guy in the back.
You implying I'm having gay sex?
Just being blown on the toilet. Getting a blumpkin from a listener.
Is there a funnier word? Blumpkin.
Is that a blowjob while you're taking a shit?
Yeah.
Only a
I never had a
class-
name for it.
Only a class girl will.
Pretend she didn't know what that was.
I'm into the hack and sack seesaw.
What a hack and sack seesaw?
What's that?
That's where
I haven't heard that one
you
yet.
get a strap on as a gentleman,
Uh-huh.
and you put it on backwards, right? And then you get a girl on each side, and you go back and forth like a seesaw.
Why hack and
Never
sack?
I don't know. It's
In
evidently huge in
Well, you murdered them. You put a knife on one of them.
It's huge in Jersey, evidently.
Yeah, you gotta just throw a fucking town in there.
Yeah.
Or city to make these things cooler.
Yeah.
So you, okay.
That's funny. I've never heard of that
the
one.
hack and
How do you
sack.
choose which girl gets the butt dick?
That's a good question.
The butt.
Yeah, she might be insulted that she has to take the butt dick.
Look at your back.
Right.
The butt dick.
The fuck?
Well, I mean, you lure them into this slowly at the bar. Win in hack and sack.
I've
Do
done
you
something
leave it
similar.
in, like, is it like you leave it on, the girls can kind of see it under your jeans? They know what you're into?
I've never been to hack and sack.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you wear it in your jeans and it pokes out the back.
Yeah, it pokes out the back a little. And they
Like
go,
like
oh,
papers in your
that'd be
pocket.
good.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell Lazlo San Andreas isn't available on Google Play.
It's Google Play. Can we stop with that?
Stop Google
Stop
Play.
with Google showing up
Enough
everywhere.
Google Play.
Yeah.
Google's taking over the world.
You're against
Not
Google?
really, though.
I'm not
Yeah,
against
it is.
Google. They're great. But enough already with them trying to fucking. What do you want to get involved in a circle chat?
Oh, it's
no,
the
I
worst.
don't. No. Fuck you. And fuck Facebook
I have
too.
to say, dude, if I get
Facebook?
one more, this fucking cunt wants to connect with you on LinkedIn. I don't
I
want to connect
fuck
with you on
LinkedIn.
fucking LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Fuck your LinkedIn.
LinkedIn stinks.
Well, yeah. Lincoln did stink.
Saw that coming.
That Budinsky.
Yeah,
don't
I
like
hate LinkedIn.
You don't
too.
like Facebook either.
I like Facebook, but enough
You're a communist,
enough
man.
of them showing up. Showing up. You want to sign in with Facebook? No, I don't. Facebook is this. Tranny porn is that.
Do you like,
Don't mix the two, right?
Jimmy, do you like Facebook because you can kind of like chat, you can late night just go like, hey.
No, I'll tell you what I don't like
They do
about
have a
fucking
chat.
Facebook. I don't like the fact that the chat window is stuck in the bottom right corner, and I want to move it, and you can't.
Oh, no, you can't.
Fucking assholes. You can even move it in fucking Gmail, but Facebook's like, no, it's got to be there. Fuck Zuckerberg. Control freak. With shitty hair.
I get so mad.
Hey, can we move that around? No, chat box right there. Stinks.
I don't like Facebook anymore.
Why?
Because there's too many of your fucking shitty listeners on it.
They do ruin it for
Jizzing up-
everybody, don't
I
they?
mean, every picture I post,
They really do.
there's like, I'm gonna jizz your glasses off, and it's like a picture. I'm like, is my niece in that scenario too? My baby niece?
no.
I'm gonna jizz her against the wall?
Sure. They are all fucking, like, perverts.
There's true perverts.
Yes.
They mean well, though.
Yeah, they make me laugh sometimes, but
They
I'll
mean
never
well.
let them know. I'll never favorite.
They just are destroyers of, like, Twitter and fucking
It's fine. It's just
Instagram
Facebook is
and
like,
everything
I don't know
else.
why it feels more like an insult on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because they're using
Everybody's
their real
watching
names.
it.
usually.
And
Yeah, you can see them. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
I don't
can
want to see your
see
shitty
them.
fat face.
Facebook
I
is
love it.
more personal, right?
Yeah.
Twitter, you could just throw your shit out there, but Facebook, you feel like you got to craft it a little better.
I'm like,
I don't know
Facebook's
why.
where I do dick jokes for my family. Okay?
Yes.
Right.
I talk about my pussy so my dad can see it.
I've noticed me going to Facebook and just like saying, why the fuck am I even looking at this?
Yeah.
At this point.
It used to be like I used to get really into it.
Yeah, but now
is it about to go MySpace? It's going to be a tumbleweed through cyberspace.
I think MySpace is making a comeback.
What?
I'm a part of MySpace music. I upload my favorite songs.
Whoa. You and Justin Timberlake.
I love the fact that
He's got a
dumb
piece of
thing
that
shit
action,
the bed
right?
because you couldn't get rid of the spam. Here's why MySpace fucking blows: because the spam, it was impossible just to block. It was terrible. Terrible.
And they had the market. They fucked it up. They
fucked it up.
What idiots.
They fucked it up.
It just became like it seemed like a nightclub all of a sudden. It was just like not. It was just like a fucking
I like
nightmare.
going to someone's page and having 8 songs and 5 videos start up all at once. It's like, what the fuck? What is this?
My MySpace was the worst. I always had like a Shaquille O'Neal song in the background, and like and Shaq, if you're listening, I love you. And like I always had different dolphin background. I mean, I really went overboard.
2 dolphins jumping.
Yeah, jumping through a crystal.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new one, a new social networking.
Oh, Jimmy, you sure you want to put this out?
Why not? I've already copyrighted it.
It's called "Let Me Eat Your Pussy."
Yes. No, it's called Kledsmark's Hanging Place.
See, that's
Yeah,
not
you know,
gonna,
it's actually-
I don't think it'll take off.
Yeah. Sign on by blood type. There's no photos allowed.
What a horrible
And no salty language. No flirting permitted.
Will it be easy to maneuver through?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? Okay,
yes, it's
good.
only,
You can move the chat window around. Yeah.
yes, left and right.
Yeah.
That's
right in
the
the
only
middle.
thing you can do, though.
Yes, move the chat window around.
That's it.
It's boring.
I like how he gets so mad.
And he's working with me, by the way, in
Where?
Vegas and San Diego.
Nice.
You're going to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You've been there
That's
before?
cool.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to Vegas.
Yeah.
Once.
Once?
It's not fun because I don't drink anymore. It's like I look at Vegas like the land I never fucked strangers in.
Oh.
It's fun.
Another comic that doesn't drink.
I like Vegas.
You see the people like sleeping on the floor in the hallway?
Yeah.
Looks so great. I'm so jealous. I'm like, what a life.
Yeah. It is fun.
I like to watch people gamble too. I don't have enough money to really like be free with gambling, but it is
Yeah.
fun to watch people just lose tons of money at once.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the sheer shock of it. Just their faces, and they try to play it off like they're fine, and they're not okay.
Or they scream into a pillow that
boy.
their manservant hands them.
All right.
Their manservant.
Yeah.
You have a manservant?
Not him.
Me?
No.
No.
Look to the other. Look the other way.
I may have had a personal assistant that was with me.
Would hand him a pillow.
Was with me.
Did he
and-
put the?
He's
Did
a
he do the
good man.
seesaw or the?
Yeah.
No,
the
it wasn't a
hacksaw?
hack and sack seesaw.
Manservant.
As you put your face into a pillow and screamed,
Yes.
as you had so many times before.
Yeah, he would gamble with a pillow. That's true.
Well, because I would punch. I would be like, fuck.
Why didn't you just bring one of your girls?
I can punch one of them. Yeah, it
Child
would get a little
Protective Services
crazy.
comes along.
Yeah. Rodman's going back to North Korea.
I think he's there already.
What is he? A stupid?
He's a
Say,
fool.
what is he? Stupid, but
He's just a fool.
How did he become our diplomat?
He's our liaison to fucking North Korea. Who, by the way, did you see that Kim Jong Un just fucking
Executed
whacked his fucking uncle?
Hey, his fucking uncle probably was plotting against him, and that's
It
how you
could have
handle
been.
a situation.
Could have been. And then I guess the uncle's wife, his aunt, is she disappeared.
She did?
Yeah.
When?
They're like, we don't know. They had
Oh,
some
Jesus.
big official photo that they took where all the muckety-mucks gather around,
But maybe
and
she-
she was suspiciously absent.
But maybe she took off because she knows what's coming next. But
We
where do you
don't
take
hide.
off
I
in
don't
North
think
Korea?
there's any taking off.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That guy's fucking, because he knew the uncle was plotting some shit. They were saying
Someone's going
he
to
was
take
like
him out.
the most powerful guy aside from Kim Jong Un.
Yoon's going to be taken out by somebody.
Maybe. I don't
Absolutely.
know. These guys get in power, they kill a few fucking problems. and all
there'll
of a
be
sudden,
others.
Everyone else gets right in line.
Yeah,
There's
that's
others,
true.
though.
Wow,
I'm
the
sure.
short fat kid's actually tougher than we thought.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Iraq becoming the fucking head of a country. An incompetent fat bungler all of a sudden has the power to execute everyone.
That would be scary.
Oh my God.
He wishes. He wishes.
That's fucking frightening.
How did he kill his uncle?
I'm guessing firing squad.
Executed.
And I think they make the family watch, right?
Do they?
What?
Not the wife. Maybe the
Jesus.
wife.
Yeah, I think they make the family watch.
They really know how to rub it in, huh?
Yeah, they don't play games.
They gave him a nice fair trial.
That's some medieval shit over there, man.
And then they said execution to be handed out immediately. And that's what they do, just immediately after the trial.
I was in Thailand a few weeks ago, and this guy offered me weed, and there's like serious shit will happen to you if you get caught with drugs.
Yes.
I was like, dude, you're really bugging me out right now.
Yeah, don't
I thought I
even.
was like, this got to be a trap.
In Thailand,
Yeah.
I thought you could get away with a few things.
It's a trap.
You would get more jail time than Ian Watkins for fucking babies.
Yeah,
baby fucker.
We didn't talk about it on the air, did we?
29 years.
We're like really only 29 years to fuck a baby.
That's amazing.
That's insane.
Opie made it sound worth it.
You know what? On good behavior, you get out. The kid's 15. You talk to him again.
What do you got to do to get life? Jesus.
That is really insane.
Yeah, every one of
Have
those.
we seen what the moms look like? I just want to know what they look like.
No, they won't show them, of course, because
That just whore out their fucking
I
infants.
mean, he'll get murdered in jail, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you think, but
you'd like
Because you almost give him respect at this point?
No, but they just don't. They don't have
There's
that
none
kind
of that
code
real
that we hear about.
prison
well,
justice.
but they also make sure he's well
Maybe rape.
protected.
Yeah.
Put him
Maybe
in
some
general
rape.
pop and see what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
It's probably just going to be torture enough to not have anyone under 18 around him.
Oh man, right?
I guess you understand.
You.
It really is like so crazy. You'd think that he would get like
That's
something
crazy.
really horrible. Do you think it's because this was in, what is he, British?
I don't know actually. I'm
Would you think
guessing
it would be different
From
here?
the land of Pete Townsend.
No, isn't he from
doing
Wales?
research.
Yeah, he's
Those
not.
Brits, they love sex tourism.
They certainly do.
They just love it.
Yeah.
What else
Yeah,
about
Gary Glitter.
What else
Is he
about?
British?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
Who's
But,
Gary Glitter?
Banana, hey, banana. That song.
You know that song?
Yeah, he
he's
decided
a pedo.
decided to get his computer repaired this years ago, and he took it to a place to get it repaired. And I think actual naked children fell out of his computer.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah,
He made a
bunch
rookie
of kitty
mistake.
Porn was on there.
He didn't realize that they could find that. What a dope.
Yeah.
What a dope!
What
And
a
now,
perfect name for a pedophile.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gary Glitter.
Beautiful.
and now we don't get to hear that song anymore.
It's a
sporting
great
events.
song.
Oh well.
He had it in a file that was labeled "not kitty porn."
Yes, they spell it K-N-O-T. Stupid ass.
No, I wanted to ask Lazlo about Thailand.
Yeah,
What's your thoughts on Thailand?
Well, it was really weird. I rented a car. I went into this place, and I said, I need a car for a week. And he goes, all right, and told me how much it was. It's basically $120 American. And so I give him the money, and he hands me the keys. He goes, all right, see you in a week. And I was like,
no papers.
You
nothing.
want, like, some kind of
My
documentation?
name or something?
He goes, oh, maybe I'll take a photo of your passport. I was like, all right, yeah, that might be a good idea in case I abscond with your shit. And then I said, just so you know, I've never driven on the left side of the road before. And he's like, nah, no problem.
No problem.
It was a problem.
Was it?
It wasn't really.
hard.
After I got used to it. The problem was after a couple of beers you forget, and you start weaving over into the wrong side of the
lefts and rights just got to be totally bizarre, because the left is the safe one, and the right is like the complicated turn, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It fucks with your brain.
Yeah, because you're
I rented a car
hardwired for 20 years.
Yeah, I rented a car in Turks and Caicos, and that taking a right turn from the left lane was so fucking weird to me.
Yeah,
Can
it
you
was
turn
so
on
bizarre.
Left on red, right?
I think it's I think
Yes,
you can,
it's
but you
left
got
on
left on red.
That would take quite a while. I mean, I would just...
You shouldn't have given him your fucking passport.
Thank you.
You could have just knocked over some Thai people. No one would have noticed.
Yeah, it wasn't very smooth. I fucking handled it like it was Midnight Express and you're on the bus. Just panicked.
Are the people cool and all?
Yeah, super.
What'd you do there?
Super cool.
What do you think you did there?
What does anyone do in Thailand?
Exactly.
I bought people. I rented
Some
them.
trafficking.
Right.
Yes.
No, I just went to some islands and relaxed after being on the road for weeks. Doing GTA 5 press. I just needed to go.
Just got away.
Yeah. Go unwind in a place where you can have an amazing, fantastic dinner with tons of drinks for $20. Your money goes so far over there.
The food's good though.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Really?
Fantastic.
I might go
Pad
there.
Thai.
I did have a couple pad thais.
I would assume.
Probably the right way.
I saw a proper ladyboy in Bangkok.
When you say C, what do you mean?
Face deep.
Yeah. Took a forehead full of belly button, did you?
You know that little thing that hangs in the back of your throat?
The uvula. Took a beating.
Yeah.
Took a punching.
Yeah. It took a good fucking speed bagging. So let me ask you, well, not in Thailand, it probably wouldn't. If you went to Kenya. No, the how was the hotel?
Oh well, in Bangkok it was amazing because you can get a palatial room for amazingly cheap. So for like $450, I had, which is a lot of money. Yeah. But I had like when you walk into the room, there's a sitting room, in case you can take a break before you go to the rest of the room.
$450 a night.
Yeah, and 3 different balconies, a kitchen, like 4 different televisions in the place.
How long a flight is it?
It is a fucking long ass, like existential crisis halfway through.
Oh wow!
How many hours?
It's 13 to Tokyo, and then about 6. Then you change planes, and then it's another 5.5, 6.
Oh my God! You should have just went the other way. It seems like you might have just went the wrong way.
Yeah,
got to go around the earth the other way. I think it's shorter.
Oh, that's funny.
Sleeves is on line 1, but these guys don't understand sleeves.
I understand sleeves.
You do?
Yeah,
I love sleeves.
You reinforce it every year with that fucking
nice
song.
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let's talk to Sleeves. Sleeves.
Yeah.
It's
how you doing?
It's an honor to talk to you, sir. I think you're fucking brilliant, for real.
Oh, thanks so much.
And not so much.
I think Sleeves is just the gay Dr. Steve.
That's called Dr. Steve. My uvula. Got semen on it.
You do
Christmas song.
You do NPR radio?
I do local public radio stuff. Yeah.
And you're going to be talking about the Christmas song today?
Yeah. Well, I thought it might make a good story. You
thought wrong.
Well, actually, I mean, I just think a lot of Anthony's response is very funny. So it's really a lot about how people. It's actually sort of like how it became kind of the elf on a shelf of.
How do you sound? How do you sound normal?
Yeah,
this.
Can you do your Shepherd of Leaves voice for us?
You normally sing like a lumberjack.
Yeah, he's like, Mortimer Leaf.
Yeah, do the Mortimer Leaf.
I'm actually very close to the river.
Fucking this is the guy.
But I thought he sounded like this for real.
Yes.
Holy jeez, it's a put on.
It's not exactly a put on. It's more of a character.
I swear.
How cool is it? That's the guy.
You probably badmouthed Sleeves 2 sleeves and didn't know it.
Oh my God.
Sleeves, this is what we're going to do because these guys don't know, and we only have a few minutes with Andy Lederman here. So, can we talk tomorrow?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, but I want people to listen to the show today if they can. How do they do that?
They can tune in to go to nhpr.org.
Okay.
And it plays. The piece will play around 2:20. It'll be online. It'll be online a little before then.
I'll be in
very cool.
Chair.
All right. Thank you, Sleeves.
Right.
We'll talk to you tomorrow for real.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm running through the hood with a chainsaw.
Nice.
Well,
I swear I didn't know he spoke normal.
I didn't either.
Why is his character?
I thought that was his real fucking
But then
voice.
he did the voice, and how cool was that? Because that's like
cool,
the guy.
I must say.
You know? You got to see the Shepherd of Leaves video, Andy Lederman. It's amazing.
It makes you have to. I have to shit every time they show it. I want to stiff leg through the woods. It's fucking just Sleeves talking to a bunch of leaves as they go down the fucking river.
Well, it's fall and it's time for the leaves to take off, and thank God there's a stream there.
And he names them as they go past.
I hate Mortimer Leaf.
What kind of Vermont shit is this?
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to get high, and I want to watch that video to see if it makes more sense.
What do you say to the leaves?
He's like, oh, look out. Make your way this way.
It's the Shepherd of Leaves. What do you mean?
Shepherding the leaves.
Oh, wow.
He makes sure that they get on their way safely.
Some fucking Game of Thrones and he
warns them.
Bullshit.
He tells them not to go that way because that's a dead end.
Don't go that way, Mortimer Leaf.
Right.
And then we have
the gods would.
And then we got to make believe we don't see all the dead leaves that didn't make the stream.
Yeah.
You know, because he's in the woods. There's a lot of them that just didn't make it. You know.
Yeah.
But if you get in the stream, you make it.
It's.
I hope Mortimer Leaf died of prostate
to live
cancer.
another day.
Despise Mortimer Leaf and loathe him.
Why?
Stinks. What are the other names he gives them?
Oh, they were all like Mike. There goes Mike.
No, they're weird names.
Yeah.
Mike?
Penelope. Yes, Penelope Leaf.
Travis, you're a big Sleeves of worshiper. What are some of the names of the Leaves?
You know, I'm drawing a blank here.
Oh.
Well, hopefully the next round
like I'm the Leaf expert.
No.
This is great. I don't know if I'd rather talk about this or look at pictures of Anthony's cat.
Well,
Yes,
that's why I got him off the
he's
phone, though, Andy.
adorable.
I understood that. I made that very short because I knew you would be out of the
Thank you so
conversation.
much.
More Leaf.
You're going to be at the stand. We should promote that.
Oh yeah, I'm at the stand tonight at 10:30
That's a
or
good
10
club.
o'clock. The 10 o'clock show.
10 o'clock show at the stand, okay?
My mom and dad will be there, so if
Do
you
your
want
mom
to
and
assault
dad
me,
know that you let a guy on the airplane finger you?
probably. There's certain like podcasts that I talk about things on where I'm like, it's not family friendly, and every once in a while, if I do something that's like not horrific, I'll like send them the link.
If I want to finger a girl on a plane, which I have in the past, I mean, what's the line?
Tell her you own a comedy club.
What's the protocol?
Yeah, what's the line?
No,
What
you
do I
have to.
say?
You have to just be like the worst person. I mean, I'm damaged.
Done so far. So,
This guy had like a cheek piercing.
Nice.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
His cheek was pierced. He had like a tattoo of a naked chick on his knee. He was horrible. But I just, you know, you're on a long flight.
Yeah, you know,
I think it was 4 hours. I
fill
was
the
just like, tell me
time with
more about your
something.
divorce. And then
He diddled you.
How do you make the move, though?
Good one.
It was a complete stranger.
it was, yeah, but I had missed my flight earlier, and then he missed his flight because he went and got Quiznos, and he like showed up and he was like, wait, my flight left. And he's
Kismet.
like holding a Quiznos bag. Like a fucking idiot. I mean, how embarrassing is that? You missed your flight because you got Quiznos, and then so we had to go.
Hanks movie.
We had to walk to another flight, and then he ended up sharing his Quiznos with me, which was the first step.
Okay, what a guy.
And then he told me about his military time.
Oh,
okay.
And I was like, cool, thank you for your service.
A
And
patriot.
then he told me about his divorce. And I was like, good. And then he
Fast
showed me
forward
his
3
music
hours,
video.
he's lost his high school ring.
Still haven't found it.
so that's a good pickup line. Is that I've failed at relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
For me,
catching
it's
my
a-
flight. I'm irresponsible and I'm a lousy spouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not on time because I really wanted a shitty sandwich.
And I eat
But
like
you
shit.
yeah, you have to show that you hate me a little too. He was nice though,
Yeah.
so that's why it would never last.
But how does it get from just chatting to him being knuckles deep?
Yeah.
I mean, we were just like sitting next to each other on the flight for a while, and I just like to act out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
So he just put his hand on your leg or something? And...
Well, we like started making out. He was showing me his music video, and I didn't want to watch it, so we just started making out instead.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Wait, he was showing
And
you his
then-
music
yeah,
video.
his music video.
So half of his money is gone, and he's spending the other half on a shitty music video.
Exactly. You tried to fuck David Brent.
Did you have to give him a handy or anything?
No.
Was it under the blanket? Yeah.
It was under the blanket, yeah.
Did anyone else notice?
There was like a 15-year-old kid also sitting in our row who
Oh.
I think understood. But I don't know if he like.
Was he giving you the shocker?
They were tag teaming me.
Yeah. Giving her the Delta Seesaw.
The Delta Seesaw, yes.
Is that the same as the?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But because you can't go
Tag
back to
attack.
back, yeah, it's why like one guy fingers you, the other guy just pokes his finger
Well,
in
he
your ear.
he actually placed the strap on. He strapped it to my chair. So.
Oh, that's nice.
So
yeah.
how
That's
long,
a gentleman
How
right
long
there.
did he finger you?
I mean, it wasn't that long. It was like awkward. It wasn't. I mean, it's not as fun as it sounds.
I know he is.
Yeah, I mean,
Pete's watching
But
the
it was.
movie.
I remember I like had my arm up over my chair a little bit, and I had my drink in my hand, and I spilled my drink on this woman's keyboard.
Oh boy.
And she was so mad at me, and I
she
just,
was.
and then I had to pander to her for the rest of the flight so she'd like me again. Because I couldn't deal with how much she hated me.
Did it fuck
was
up
this
computer?
so you spilled the drink mid-finger?
Well, yeah, while we were like making out. It was fine, but then afterwards I gave him my phone number, and then he just kept texting me, and I was like, this is like insane.
Well, of
And he wrote
course.
on his
Well, of
Facebook, he wrote like, missed my plane. I mean, he's really the worst person. He's like, missed my plane, but everything worked out, #fate.
Ah, yuck.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, trying to get a bit, but thank you.
Yeah. Hashtag
I used you.
fate.
We got a very good question coming in. Let's say hi to Rick in Brooklyn. Rick?
Hey, hey, Annie, when's your next flight?
That's
You've already shown too much interest to ever get me.
yeah.
That's a hot story right there.
Damn.
It's all right.
But so those are not the ones that I let my parents don't. I mean, they can listen to whatever they want. They made me a filthy pig. It's their fault. I'm like this. So.
Hey, Schumer got a fucking finger in her in a cactus.
In the cat. I was thinking of that. Yes.
You know.
What is it with you female comics?
No,
and
they're all
fingering by
whores.
I know you
strangers?
can't not get your pussy diddled during transportation. Oh, good. I got my ass eaten in a rickshaw once. Holy fuck.
I don't know. You know, you wear a skirt or tight pants or something.
Yeah, what were you
I wore
wearing?
jeggings.
Jeggings you had on?
Yeah, I had jeggings on.
Yeah.
What the fuck are
They're
jeggings?
just like leggings that look like jeans.
Oh, I like those. I like those on a girl because they show off
I
her.
liked wearing them.
I would love to.
They show off the big meaty fucking
Their camel
pussy.
toes.
Or the ass. You don't show the pussy. I mean, most girls won't show their twat like that, but you can. The ass.
They don't just hike it up.
No, but I try to get them to.
Pull it up in
Yeah,
there.
I throw flood water on the ground. Pull your trousers up.
Nice big fat camel toes.
How long was the fingering?
Great treat.
Would you say?
I don't. I mean, you know, you black out in ecstasy. No, I don't know. It wasn't that long.
And you did, but did you come?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh.
I mean, he really. I should show you a picture of him.
Yeah, can we see a picture of
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
I want
He's
to
got like a capital. There's like a capital letter in his name in the middle of his name. Do you know what I mean? He's that good.
Wow.
It's foreign.
French.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's foreign?
Hopefully it's N.
I mean, hopefully it's. Is it? Is his last name McDonald?
Yeah, right.
Did you get fingered by a clown?
Yes.
No, but
Right.
I would do it.
Yeah. Wow, you are a good girl.
A good egg.
Is there a disc?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
I was going to give them to you after the show.
Really? Iraq just texted.
Iraq just texted all of us. He fucking we beat the shit
He's
out of
a
the guy,
good
and then he
boy.
does amazing things for us.
Yeah,
I feel a little
what did
guilty
he
today.
do?
Me too.
All the celebrity pictures for the entire
That's
year
him.
on one
Yeah.
disc.
Come on, he's
Here's your copy.
dude. He's fucking works out.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
But here's the thing: he's got pictures of himself with his shirt off, looking moody in the forest.
God. Yeah, but he's a good-looking guy, though. That's
Look at
not
this
thanks,
fucking
thanks, man.
You made it sound like it was some kind of horrible
It's so
businessman.
embarrassing.
Yeah, nah, he's a decent-looking dude.
His face was he had a face piercing.
Jesus.
You know,
The guy.
that's not that bad. I could see if he was like a fucking mess.
So did fucking Kurt Cobain. Face
And is that his
piercing.
band?
I think that might be his band.
Oh,
the Duchesse.
Oh, what is it?
Why is the one guy
he
in his
gay?
underpants?
Was he gay?
What the fuck?
He was like, no,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. He might have done a seesaw in his
both
time.
ways. Yeah. Old hack and sack.
yeah.
The seesaw, that, I mean, I always remember, I accidentally, my dad used to, when I was in high school, he retired right when I was like 16, so we
How
would
old is
hang
your
out.
father?
My dad's 72.
Jesus Christ, you are a mistake. What?
I wasn't a mistake. He just
Yeah, they just
married
decided. Yeah, they wanted to start.
Yeah, Lazlo.
My mom's 10 years
Chill
younger.
out, all right?
Yeah, don't fucking talk shit on my.
I'm an old father, right?
Listen.
Annie, I'm with you. I'm an old father.
If I was a
Chill out
mistake,
over there,
I would have been
Lazlo.
told immediately.
Oh, that's true.
They're
'cause
honest people.
He would have had you in his 40s. Yeah.
Yeah, he had me in his 40s.
Right.
I mean, we're very open. If my parents think anything, they say it. Like, they're like, you're a cunt. They'll say it. They're like, you're 3, you're a cunt. I'm like, okay. I guess I'll be a comedian when
That's
I'm older.
what people do is they have kids in their 40s. Yeah.
But my dad would pick me up and we would go see like whatever critically acclaimed movie there was. And one day after school, he picked me up. So it was probably like 4:30. We went and saw Requiem for a Dream in the theater. And there was like no one else in the theater because it's like a weird time. So it was literally just me and my dad watching the ass-to-ass scene.
Oh, boy.
Is this another fingering story?
And then he fingered me.
Yes. Yeah, that was the Keith David character. Made them fuck ass to ass. He was great.
I
in
mean,
that.
it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No shit. Yeah, I went to go see Saturday Night Fever with my mom and my grandmother. And that scene where fucking she's getting in the back of the car and she's crying, getting raped. Well, not raped. She was
See
a
your mother
whore.
and grandmother both fucking moving their hands back and forth
Yes.
under their dresses.
Another dual fingering story. I had both hands going.
Well, every Thanksgiving, my family and I, we just get together and we just watch The Accused. It's our favorite
that's
movie.
good. Yeah, that is a good family movie.
My father picked me up from church camp and took me straight. I've been at church camp for a week. Took me straight to see Bachelor Party, where a woman fucks a donkey.
Right, the donkey fucking
That's
scene.
a good father.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Absolutely.
A little embarrassing.
I fingered a girl at church camp.
Yeah.
It was
Cool.
good.
Church camp.
Good for you.
Lots of church camp.
Sends you away to be
Those
broken in.
girls-
Those
girls are
religious
crazy.
girls, Catholic girls were
They
like
go nuts.
crazy. I remember growing up, just a family of a bunch of Catholic girls, and they were, oh man, did they like to just have sex.
They also just put them, their outfits are like asking for it too. They put them in like the sexiest outfits they
what
could
the
possibly
fuck
put
is
them
that?
in.
Like, oh, we'll put you in this little uniform with a little skirt and
the
knee
stockings.
socks and fucking shit. Just,
It's just enough thigh skin to really
anime.
make you jizz.
Yes.
It's like,
And then they, tie it up. And when they get out of school, they tie up the fucking
Make it
shirt
look
a little
sexier,
bit.
right? For their
they
walk
could
home.
sexy those things
I
up.
mean, the
Then they
funny
take-
thing is you're talking about like something that you saw recently. You're like talking about the minute they get out, they just...
They do. They tie up the shirt, and they'll roll the top of the skirt, like, under, so the skirt gets shorter and shorter. So they roll the top up.
How do you know all this?
What? I've seen it.
He makes Jimmy
He's
do
got
it.
details on this.
Oh, yeah, I know what they do.
Makes is not really needed. Requests.
I gotta make wee-wee.
Do you?
Yeah, I gotta get
Look
out
at the
of here.
time.
Annie
Look at
Lederman.
it!
Tonight at the Stand. And it's Annie Lederman on Twitter, Lederman.
Man, he's a very funny comedian.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll
Thank
be
you.
working with Jimmy at a couple stops.
In Vegas, and just go to my
That's
website
very
if you're
cool.
interested. I'm going to be in Mount Kisco this weekend.
Who's that chick?
I get Vegas. That's Annie.
No, we're
No one's
over,
ever said that.
We're over Annie.
Who's that?
Who's that chick?
I was just talking.
Yeah, the one you were talking to.
With the hair. What? With the with the colored hair?
Oh, all right.
He works here.
Yeah.
Since when?
I thought that sentence was going somewhere
Oh
else.
my God. I'm sure she'd be so happy that you guys are talking about her.
Annie, you promoting anything else?
No, not really.
You good? Okay.
On Chelsea on January 1st.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's good.
You're like a regular, man. Good for you.
Had it.
Yeah, my favorite one was with Jim.
Was it?
Yeah, that was really fun.
Were you there with
that.
Brody Stevens ever?
Mm-mm.
I was. I remember
You were?
Brody. I remember when he was warming up.
I'm watching his reality show on Comedy Central. It's pretty fucking good.
He's really funny.
Yeah, he's funny and he's nuts.
He's
on
so
top
crazy.
Of it, right?
Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
Right.
He makes weird shit funny.
You want
Absolutely.
to do this one, Jimmy, while I go pee-pee?
Yes.
The HBO show
I
was
really
good.
got to take a
What HBO show?
It started as an
Up
HBO like
all day.
miniseries, and then
Brody
Comedy Central
Stevens?
picked it up. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's really good.
I got to search it out on HBO now.
Yeah.
Very cool. Lazlo, what do you got, buddy?
GTA San Andreas, 10-year anniversary, and we've released it on the iPad and Android and the Amazon Kindle. And coming soon to the Windows Phone.
Whoa!
Is the Kindle making a comeback?
I don't know.
It seems like it might be a little bit. It seems like they're figuring some shit
I
out.
won't read on the fucking. I won't read on the iPad. I don't want that fake backlighting.
Yeah,
I like
the
natural
Kindle
light.
is very easy to read on.
I mean, people are still reading, huh? It's been so long, I possibly can't read. I'm being dead serious.
You're not even sure.
I have no clue.
I might not be able to read it.
I'm plowing through those Game of Thrones books.
Are they good?
Oh my God, they're
Why?
good
There's
to
a
an extent,
show.
but some of it's like medieval
much on
C-SPAN. It's just
exactly.
just pages and pages of like political shit
Nonsense.
and then it goes 2 pages of fantasy food, fucking orc empanadas or whatever the fuck, and then it goes to fucking underage girls.
Oh my God.
Like 70-year-old dudes banging chicks who just got their moon blood.
Wow, that's exactly like.
Yeah.
A trip to Thailand.
It's truly.
Yeah, now we know why he went to Thailand.
The show is so good though.
I love this show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. They kill everyone. It's like the best thing I've ever
crazy.
seen.
Yeah.
They don't fuck around.
Dragons flying around, taking big, giant, awful dragon shits. That's what they haven't showed yet. Khaleesi with her fucking sandals stepping in a pile of dragon shit and screaming at her fucking animals. And shaming it.
They should do that just once.
Her beautiful, sexy feet right into a wet, steaming pile of
I
dragon
haven't
shit.
hit someone in the head.
She is very sexy.
Doesn't she date Seth?
She used to, then anymore. No.
Who?
Her name is Khaleesi. Her real name is what begins with an E?
Whatever.
What the fuck is her name? Who plays Khaleesi on?
She's very pretty.
She is. Who'd she date?
Seth MacFarlane at one point. When he was
Oh, really?
Oh, what's that about?
That fucking guy.
Okay.
Fuck
He
him.
gets them all, huh?
Makes you jealous.
Fuck him.
All right, guys.
I'll do this read.
my.
I got to finish my plug.
Yes, I gotta make wee-wee.
Yeah, Jimmy, I got a wee-wee too.
All right.
Mount Kisco, New
Thank
York.
you, Andy.
Las
you. Yes,
Vegas.
Thanks, guys.
San
Oh,
Diego.
Lazlo, that's right. You were here too. Thank you, Lazlo.
Okay, my fucking Raleigh, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and Atlantic City. Go to jimnorton.com. All ticket links are there.
You sound like you're talking to the leaves.
Well, that's how I feel. This holiday season, stop overpaying every month for home phone service. It's time to start doing math with Magic Jack. The all-new Magic Jack Plus is less than $3 a month for unlimited local and long-distance calling in the U.S. and Canada. Magic Jack has crystal clear quality, and setup takes less than 5 minutes with a high-speed internet connection. Most importantly, Magic Jack gives you the option to keep your own phone number. It's your number for life, and you can move it anywhere in the world with or without your computer. You can use any phone, corded, cordless, or portable, and simply plug it into the new Magic Jack Plus. Magic Jack won the 2013 Frost & Sullivan Consumer Choice Award based on quality, value, and ease of use. Magic Jack Plus will change the way you make calls forever. This holiday season, switch from paying $30 a month to less than $30 a year with Magic Jack Plus. Get Magic Jack Plus at MagicJack.com, Walmart, Radio Shack, and Best Buy. That's the Magic Jack Plus. Service requires purchase of the Magic Jack device and compliance with terms of service.
The Opie and Anthony Show is available later today with SiriusXM On Demand. All right, you've heard about it. You've waited 4 long hours for it. And now the moment you've waited for rears its ugly nose. Head after Opie and Anthony Live is coming up next. This is After Opie and Anthony Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Here we go. Opie, Tim, have a wonderful day. Everybody's enjoying my mom's treats. It's going to make her feel so good. Sal, did you have any?
I did not.
Help yourself. Makes her feel better to know. Nikki, it's your last day. You should have a treat. I know Travis helped himself. He's got quite a sweet tooth.
I had a few.
1 or 2. Travis is at this great point in life that we've all been monitoring. That I'm there too, by the way. Because Travis and me are both extraordinarily skinny guys and have always been. But now, you know, I'm 30. Travis is what, 32. And all of a sudden, it catches up. And Travis, we first noticed it a couple years ago when the small T-shirts started getting a little tighter than they used to be.
Started branching out to some medium.
Yeah, we watched Travis make the transition from small to medium tees. But why I respect Travis, he's realizing this is just life. He's embracing it. He's not changed his dietary habits, not changed exercise habits. He's just saying this is where life goes.
Look, if I'm going to have 3 cookies for breakfast, because Sam's lovely wife brought them in, I'm going to have 3 cookies for breakfast.
That was 2 days ago.
That's right.
So there could be multiple days a week where you're having some sweets for breakfast.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
And then, you know...
People have chocolate chip muffins for breakfast.
Tomorrow, hopefully Bobo will bring us some donuts. You have donuts for breakfast.
I will definitely have some donuts for breakfast.
Let me go to 423. You're on the after show.
Hey, what's up, Sam?
How you doing?
Hey, buddy. I listen to the show every day, and I don't know if I missed. Did you make an announcement about what you're going to be doing or what's going to happen with that time slot?
You talking about the Ron and Fez time slot?
Yeah. Are they going to give you a longer show, or I haven't heard anything?
No announcement has been made whatsoever.
Well, I hope they give you a fucking longer show, man.
No, I would hope so too. I would accept that glowingly. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
Buddy. Yep.
Yeah, I was reading. I went over. I got a whole bunch of tweets, and I was reading people on the sub forum on Reddit. Everybody was talking yesterday. When Jim Brewer was in here yesterday, at the end of the interview, he said, "Congratulations" to me, and a whole bunch of people are going, "Jim Brewer, he spoiled it. He spoiled it. Sam's going to be on in the Run and Fest slot." And I didn't want to spoil it for everybody, but I think he was just congratulating me on the fact that I've progressed somewhat in my career. You know, he knew me when I was younger, and now he's seen me hosting this show, and that's all that is. Yeah, it's in the office. 586.
Hey, Sam, it's Jason from Detroit. I don't know if you listen to the Chris Jericho podcast.
I haven't yet.
Well, you might not want to listen this week because he gets a lot of love to Hall & Oates, and I know how much I like Hall & Oates, and I know you're a big Chris Jericho fan. I don't know. Of
course.
I just want to know how you feel about that, his love for Hall & Oates.
So the wrestler Chris Jericho professed his love for Hall & Oates?
Yes, he says they do deserve him to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Look, I know Chris Jericho is a rock guy, he's an 80s music guy, but there's no way. When I listen to those Hall & Oates songs now, and when I listened to them earlier this week, it cemented it. Hall & Oates don't deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All those songs suck. And I stand by this. People weren't happy with the fact that I attacked Hall & Oates earlier this week. People weren't happy with the fact that I attacked 80s music. But there is no way that there is any argument that the 80s were not the worst decade for music in the last, I don't know, maybe 100 years. At least 80 years. The 80s were by far the worst decade for music. Travis, you know music.
I do. I've heard of it.
Do you think, as a concept, you mean?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm wrong? Were the 80s not, as far as overall music goes, I'm not saying everything in the 80s was dog shit. A lot of stuff in the 80s was. But I'm not saying everything in the 80s was dog shit. What I'm saying is, if you take the decade of music, it's the worst of all time.
That's tough, but I might agree with you because I would say the 70s first, but only because of disco. But then when you think about it, there was a lot of like just great rock in the 70s.
Yeah.
So that kind of cancels the 70s out. Even though there was a lot of great rock in the 80s, a lot of the 80s was shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because 70s, I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to figure it out in my head. I was like, yeah, the 70s was pretty shitty, but
if you take disco out of the 70s, the 70s ruled.
Right. All the 70s rock was like, not only was it good, but it was influential and it
holds up.
Yeah, it holds up. Hall & Oates doesn't hold up.
I do like Hall & Oates.
You know, oh, dude, you weren't here. Sal, you're a big Rush fan, so you like 80s music.
80s Rush is kind of weird.
When was Rush popular?
As compared to what?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
They went through like a real late 80s. They went through some weird shit.
So when were they big?
I think it was early 70s, right?
Early 70s?
I'm sorry, late 70s.
I was about to say, Rush just rocking out in 72? I've always considered Rush to be an 80s band. Wouldn't you think Rush is an 80s band?
No, I'm embarrassed I don't know this shit, but
you
like
should be.
Moving Pictures,
phony
Moving
Rush
Pictures like 81, yeah, all these 2112 76. They're
70s, and that stands by the 70s not being the worst decade for music in the history of the world. But do you think the 80s is not the worst decade there's ever been?
By far.
By far.
I hate hair metal.
But you like Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates is fucking awesome.
No, they're not.
They have a couple of really good songs.
I would have said that, but we went through the whole Hall & Oates catalog on Tuesday.
Yes.
None of them are good. None of them hold up. They're all cheeseball shit.
Yeah, that's true.
All of them. They're all just like, you can listen to them nostalgically. You can listen to them ironically. You can listen to them with your hipster friends. Like, oh yeah, it's fun. I know. I hate that song. But none of it's any good. Like, none of it's actually like, yeah, you know what? Let me get all my friends out of the room. I'm by myself. I need something to inspire me. I need music to hit me on an emotional level. You're not going to be like, oh, shit, good, some Hall & Oates is on.
Yeah, it's like, it's definitely like chick music, but it's still
and then you look at the photos of them. That's why I was obsessed on Tuesday, because I started getting all these tweets from people who like Hall & Oates.
Daryl Hall's mustache is better than fucking Selig.
Sorry,
not Daryl
Oates.
Hall. Oates, yes.
And they talk about the music that I listen to being feminine. But there's pictures of these two guys with their hands in each other's pockets. They're hugging and squeezing all the way. It's the craziest shit ever. I don't know what happened in the 80s, but male camaraderie was at an all-time high.
Dude, look at that fucking mullet, bro.
It's not cool. Like, it's funny.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but it's not cool. Corey in Las Vegas.
Hey there. Yeah, I think you're forgetting about the 90s. I think 90s were just complete crap as far as music was concerned.
A lot of the 90s pop was pretty bad, but 90s rock still holds up, and 90s rock is probably as important as 70s rock, really. It changed music. The bands still hold up today, and there's nothing that compares to it. There's no way. I mean, the 90s were beyond influential in terms of music. There's no way the 90s had worse music than the 80s.
Well, I mean, the 80s had great love music, you know, but
love music?
So, yeah.
What kind of love music?
Oh, I mean, we're talking about Peter Gabriel. You know, that's where Phil Collins had his solo.
But you can, any decade you go to, you're going to be able to find examples of good music. What I'm saying is, if you look at the overall scheme of music, there's no conceivable way that the 80s weren't the worst of all time.
I see. So you're saying that as, no matter what genre it is, the way the music pushes the culture forward.
Yes. Yes. The overall music was exceptionally shitty in the 80s. All the dumb keyboards and synthesizers and mullets and men in...
Yeah, 80s music will sound older than 70s music sometimes due to like the synthesizers they use, the sampling. It'd be really like cheesy. They didn't have the technology.
And if it was that good, we'd still have music that sounds like the 80s. Like, this Lady Gaga, she puts out an album that's heavily influenced by 80s music. And all she's doing is not selling CDs now. It's not selling like it used to because it's not as good because it sounds like 80s music. Justin in Tampa, let me click the button. What's up, Justin? You there, Justin? No. Michael in Denver.
Hey, Sam.
What's up, buddy?
So, Hall & Oates actually has had an influence on hip-hop.
Look, maybe they have. I'm sure they have. But that doesn't take away the fact that they're garbage.
Well, there's a lot of garbage that doesn't keep people out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, if you look at the last few Red Hot Chili Peppers albums, they're awful, but they're still in.
Yeah, but there are Red Hot Chili Peppers albums that hold up. I'm telling you, all of Hall & Oates is garbage. Every bit of it.
It holds up for the time. All of Kiss doesn't hold up.
No, but some of it does. Some of Kiss still rocks.
Destroyer holds up.
But if you were to take the song...
I was made for loving you, baby. That's still a good song.
Full stop. Oh,
you were made for loving me. I like that.
Okay, but that still goes into your faggy love of dance music, so that's kind of how that works.
Maybe that is. I was just waiting for Kiss to get a little more rhythm in him. Let me go to Craig. What's up, Craig in Michigan?
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
How you doing?
You're doing a great job, man. I hope like hell you get the extended spot.
It'd be great.
Of course, you're going to have to find a big fat homosexual to cry and bitch about.
All right.
Before the event takes place, in the entire country.
Craig,
it might be hard to find.
I'm trying to talk about music, Craig. I'm trying to talk about the art form.
Okay, here we go. I don't think the 80s was the worst.
How is it not? What was?
I think probably like somewhere in the 1910s would have to be worse than the 1980s.
Look, you know what? Even the 1920s, where it was just like, I would take the 20s over the 80s. Yeah, I would 100% take the 20s over the 80s.
Yeah. I like that Boardwalk Empire music.
Right. And Boardwalk Empire looks cool. You're like, damn, those guys were cool back then. If they made Boardwalk Empire in the...
point. I guess that might be... Compared to Hall & Oates, I think I might take big band.
Yeah, if they made Boardwalk Empire in the 80s, it'd be like, these guys all suck. Yeah. Like, even Scarface. Scarface is like the greatest gangster movie of all time. But all the parts of that movie that scream 1980s just make you cringe. That whole montage where he's got a tiger in the garden... You're going like, oh no! All the music is just like, what are they doing?
You don't think Push It to the Limit holds up?
No, Push It to the Limit doesn't hold up. And they're just smiling, limit, counting money. It doesn't work anymore.
That just shows like music can even date a film too.
Yeah,
like incredibly with underscore and shit like that.
Yeah. Bob in New Jersey.
Sam.
What's up, buddy?
You're talking about Hall & Oates. Listen, you keep bashing their music from really from the 80s, but their best music came from the 70s.
Is it famous? Do I know it? Have I heard it?
Have you heard it? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've heard it. You're somebody that listens to Beyonce. So
that's true. That's very true. It's a good point.
Daryl Hall, try, look, one of the albums is called Abandoned Luncheonette.
What decade did this song come from? What I won't do,
That's in every rom-com.
Sucks. The song sucks in every rom-com.
I don't know that song, but listen, check out their albums from the 80s.
Weren't they?
In the 70s.
They were, Hall & Oates was the ones who, didn't they have a big song, Caddyshack? Wasn't that Hall & Oates?
Hold on.
Whatever. I can't talk to any of you people. I'm going to go to Shane instead. What's up, Shane?
You completely missed.
Oh, Kenny Loggins is who I was thinking of. Go ahead, Shane.
You're completely missing the boat. I mean, you have AC/DC, Metallica,
Yeah.
Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses.
And look.
You cannot say the 80s suck.
Look, AC/DC, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, all those bands completely hold up. And when you hear them, you don't even think the 80s. You just think that it's good music. But like you have beyond a few exceptions, because you'll have a few exceptions for any decade. You could have that debate forever. There's far more shit in the 80s that you're like, ugh, that's just 80s drivel.
I'll give you some of that, but
I don't think everything that was created in the 80s is terrible. Just more of it than any other decade.
All right.
I'm down with AC/DC and Metallica and all. I mean, Jesus Christ. You should have seen Metallica at the Apollo. Blew my mind.
This is a really fucking... Dude, look how awful this album cover is.
There's an album. It's called... What's the album called? H2O?
H2O, yeah.
And you get it. H is for all and O is for oats. And they're just looking at each other. There's no chicks. It's just one of them has a mustache. Oates is just looking at Hall with his mustache, and they're staring at each other in the eyes.
And they're really sweaty.
And they're sweaty, and they're either going to fight or kiss. Like, where are the bikini girls? DLR would never put out an album like that. David Lee Roth was like, yeah, I'm going to wear really tight pants, but I'm always going to have chicks with their tits hanging out. For AJ Poopy Shits, they're going to be there always. And you can be like, okay, I'll listen to your cover of Just a Gigolo. John in New York.
Yeah, what up, Sam?
How you doing?
Listen, get off the Hall & Oates thing. You're sticking with one band, but fun. I mean, look at Wham. Look at all this shit.
Wham sucks too. What are you talking? Wham is Wham is the worst. Like
the 80s. We're talking the 80s.
Yeah.
If you were to look at every album, every artist, they wrote their own songs. Now, all you have is samples. You have somebody else writing the songs for the artists now. They don't take ownership of their own shit.
Well, maybe if some of those Wham had somebody writing songs for them, we wouldn't have to hear a jitterbug.
You gotta look at the credits.
They're fucking running around. Look, Wham should have surrounded themselves with more people so that somebody could have said, guys, it's a bad idea to run out there in bicycle shorts and fingerless gloves.
Stocking. I'm talking about Judas Priest. I'm talking
Crew neck sweatshirts and bike shorts don't work for the video, Wham.
Index works. But no, Sam, you gotta just look at the credits. The people that wrote the songs are on the albums. You don't see that now.
80s metal. 80 metal is probably the exception for the 80s.
Poison. They wrote every goddamn song.
80s metal is like you can't deny how good 80s metal is. Not like hair metal, but like metal. You like the last caller.
You got these bands that wrote great effing songs, man. But nowadays, I bet you that Beyonce shit that you listen to is probably not one song on there was actually written by her. Literally.
I don't know,
dude. This goes back to even Elvis days. Like, you're not making any like.
Oh, Elvis had a big writer. I mean, that's why Neil Sedaka was huge, because he just wrote everybody's fucking music.
I mean, yeah, Sinatra didn't write his own songs, but he's still fairly popular.
Right, but he's a crooner. He didn't have to write his own songs. They just
because he's a crooner. That's why you're forgiving to Michael Bublé. No, that guy doesn't have to write his own songs.
Now, I love the 80s, man. I'm not stuck there, but I love it. It's just
terrible. You got to come to terms with the fact. I think people have to, and it's easier for me because I didn't spend my formative high school years in the 80s. And if you did, like Opie and Anthony apparently did, they would have you believe. It's a little tougher to separate yourself from it, but you have to look and realize. Just spin through the Decades channels. That's what I did. Take a spin through the Decades channels on Sirius XM and tell me that Channel 8 is not by far the worst channel. And that's not Mark Goodman's fault.
Oh, shit. All right, brother.
I'll talk to you later.
Hang in there, man.
Richard.
Yeah, I just want to say that pop music sucks then, and it sucks now. Only lemmings are interested in that shit.
Well, if we could only be as different as you, Richard. If we could only be as different as you. Chris in California.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about Hall & Oates, and I wanted to know if you ever heard of a comic book called Glenn and Henry, or what is it called? Glenn Danzig and Henry Rollins. Yeah, Glenn and Henry Forever. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's a fictional humor magazine where Glenn Danzig and Henry Rollins are like a gay couple.
I'm looking. It looks more like a homosexual fan fiction than anything else. But
Look, Hall & Oates is their neighbor.
It looks honestly. Like I'm looking at the cover of these fan fictions. They like drew pictures of Henry Rollins embracing him, and it looks like a Hall & Oates album cover. I understand why Hall & Oates are there. Thanks, buddy. Eddie in Chicago.
Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Good.
I think that you're kind of missing, rather than taking the whole decade of the 80s, you should do like from 84 to 94, because some of the early 80s stuff really was groundbreaking. You know, the last caller said AC/DC was great. Yeah, they were great in the early 80s, but then they started really, you know, the guy died and it really started shitting the bed with their music.
I don't think he literally means precisely January 1st, 1980.
I mean, you have to with any decade, you have to give it a little leeway on either side. Like there was still some cool stuff in the 70s trickling into the 80s, and when the 90s started, some of that 80s horse manure was trickling into the 90s. Unfortunately for the 90s. That's when, like,
Guns N' Roses was putting out shit. You know, they were great in the early 80s, and they were putting out shit in the early 90s.
I mean, that's why music was so bad in, like, 90, 91. That's when Right Said Fred and CNC Music Factory and the Funky Bunch were all popular. That was the runoff of the 80s. That's the legacy that the 1980s leave behind.
Don't diss CNC Music Factory, though.
You're right. I was way out of line with that.
All right.
Thanks, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Nick. You there, Nick?
Yeah. Hey, man, I wish all these callers would cut the shit. There's nothing fucking cool about the 80s, all right?
None.
If it was so cool, why aren't people still walking around in fucking whitewashed jeans?
Look.
The shit sucked. It's done. It's over with.
Nick, I have a pair of Zubaz pants that I wear around the house, but it's strictly for comfort. It's not for style.
There you go, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, fanny. If the 80s were so great, we'd be wearing fanny packs to work instead of backpacks.
How can a song be cool when they go, oh, there she goes, watch out, boy, she'll chew you up?
Yeah, that song sucks, too. The whole thing sucks.
Retarded, man. God.
All right, thanks, Nick.
You know what the difference is?
What?
And I don't know if this will make sense, but when people ask you what's your favorite 80s song, you know exactly what they're talking about.
Right.
But if you were to ask me what's your favorite 90s song, I'd be like, well, what do you mean? Like 90s rock?
Right.
You know? Like,
and the same thing would go for the 70s.
Exactly.
Like if I say, what's your if somebody says to me, what's your favorite 70s song, I start thinking about disco, because I don't think that it's a serious question.
Yeah.
Like, for good music, you just say, what's your favorite rock song? And then you got the 70s and the 90s, and you got everything together.
For
but
the 80s, you can just, you know
everything.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Everything. There's no like, well, you don't mean this because it's actually pretty good. No. Even the Beach Boys had a rough time in the 80s. God damn. But like the 50s are great, the 60s are great, the 70s are good, 90s are good, 80s just terrible. Just terrible. Lou in New Jersey.
Hey, how you doing, Sammy?
Great.
Hey, I got to compliment you. You were spot on with saying that the 80s was the worst decade in music.
The worst.
I mean,
and by the way, I want to put something else on record. Supergroup Asia, terrible band. They're shit. But go on, Lou.
I got to agree with you there. I personally, I'm around the same age you are. I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to like disco music. My father was into disco, so
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, and but if you think about it, every single artist that was popular in the 80s that also had stuff in the 70s, their better stuff was in the 70s, not in the 80s.
Yep, you're right. The 70s were a good decade. And that's, it's anybody, and stuff from the early 80s. Like I said, people who had great careers in the early 80s, that's 70s runoff. Kevin in Houston.
Sammy!
Kevin!
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Hey, I think everybody's missing this, but the past decade, the 2000s, they fucking suck. There's not one good band that came out of the 2000s.
You know, the thing is, you have to look at this stuff in the context of history. Like, we don't know the 80s are as bad as... Like, we have inklings that the 80s are as bad as they were in the 90s, but we have to get a good 15, 20 years past the 80s before we can definitively say, quite possibly, the worst thing to ever happen to the world. The 2000s, you make a great point, because in my recollection, we're only, 3-4 years removed from the first decade of the 2000s. It could possibly be the worst decade in music.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
But we need about 10 years before we can officially say that, I think.
The music industry is like so diluted now. There's too much music. And
Yeah.
there's like, you don't...
And most of it's bad.
Nothing's defined this era. You know, you can think of 90s, okay, grunge, 80s, hair metal, 70s.
That fucking...
Psychedelic movement.
Lars Ulrich and his Napster. It's all their fault.
Exactly.
But Kevin, I think in about 15 years, you and I will have a conversation, and you may be right.
I hope so, and I hope it's between the 11 and 2 o'clock hour where Ron and Fez is that we have that
Well, look, if I get that slot, I hope I don't have to sit in it for 15 years, okay?
Later, buddy.
I'll talk to you later. Nicole from the Morning Mashup has arrived.
What's up?
I was just talking to the callers on Tuesday on the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
I had to take a lot of shit
Why?
because I flat out said Hall & Oates is a terrible band. They suck.
You probably shouldn't say that. They're kind of classic.
They're classic, but they're awful. Troy texted me, and maybe I shouldn't mention his name because for whatever reason he's still not allowed on the air.
Really?
And he pointed out that late 80s hip-hop was great, and that's true. The 80s were great for hip-hop because that's when stuff started happening. But overall, Nicole, you're a pop culture reporter and expert.
Yeah, right.
You've been on television. You've been on the radio.
Yeah.
The 80s is the worst decade for music.
See, I'm not gonna lie, it's like one of my favorites.
Ugh.
Like when I'm in the car, like on a long car ride, I will go to 80s on 8 because it's more nostalgia than anything. Maybe it's not necessarily like good music. It's just the sound brings me back to my childhood.
It's terrible.
Do you want to punch me in the face because I said that?
You know what? You saying that kind of goes to my point, I feel like. The fact that Nicole thinks it's the best music there is, kind of...
It's not the best music there is, not like necessarily quality, more fun.
When you...
The vibe.
Take away your nostalgia, because nostalgia can't be in the conversation.
Okay.
I told the callers, start spinning through the dial for the Decades channel, so whatever it is. 2, because I'll take 1920s over 1980s.
You will.
I guess you're on channel 2 now.
Yeah.
I got pissed when they took away 20s on 2.
I know. I don't think that ever existed, sweetheart.
Yeah, it did. It was all big band. It was great. Sal and me would listen to it in the office.
Do you actually ever listen to the 40s? Like right now, it's like holiday music, but the 40s actually is kind of fun to listen to.
I'll put the 40s on.
Yeah.
I'll take the 40s over the 80s.
You will.
I'll take the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 90s,
You're really
whatever.
angry about this, huh?
Yeah, I am.
I don't know.
The first decade of the 2000s might be...
It's pretty bad.
Might be worse than the 80s.
It's pretty
but
bad.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But the first decade gave us the Backstreet Boys, too, so... I wanted to tell you...
Gotta love them.
You do. You have to. I wanted to tell you real quick about Guy's Winter Dilemma. You know about this, Nicole?
I don't. Tell me.
You gotta know about it. She wants to bundle up, so you're gonna want to bundle up, but the guys want to see some skin. So how do you have a hot holiday when she's always cold? It's Pajamagram. Those are the ones who can help. Yes. You can get your wife or girlfriend a hoodie footy at pajamagram.com. Heat up Christmas.
Hoodie footy.
Yes, it combines the warmth of a hoodie with the coziness of footy pajamas. Head-to-toe warmth means she'll be hot in no time. It's made of soft microfleece and has zip-off feet and a drawstring hood. See it at pajamagram.com. It has a long zipper in the front. Imagine unzipping that when things get hot. Huh, Nicole?
Yeah.
Pajamagram also has the sweet and sexy set. It includes the hoodie footy and a sexy midnight fantasy short set. Buy both today and save $50. Make Christmas hot, heat her up, and make her happy with a hoodie footy. A pajamagram is something that she'll love and she'll look great wearing. Call or go to pajamagram.com to order, and you can finally have that gift that will get her to take her clothes off every night. So what are you waiting for? Call now. Every pajamagram includes free gift packaging, so you don't have to wrap. Overnight and delivery by Christmas guaranteed. Visit pajamagram.com or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs. You want to stick around for my guest, Nicole?
Who is this?
It's Mr. Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon, welcome. Welcome to the show, Jeff Gordon.
Thank you very much.
Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. We're live.
You look very dapper.
Well, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm in New York City. I'm trying to step it up.
Okay.
Is that? I mean, you're financially. You've been a huge success as far as racing goes.
Is that how we measure success?
I think so. Bank accounts. Yeah. Check stubs. That's the only way to do it. But are you
just creates more debt, in my opinion. But yeah, okay.
Do you just spend more because you have more?
Absolutely.
You're just like, well, you watch too many rap videos, I think is the problem. I need a gold chain if I'm going to be a famous NASCAR dude.
I didn't say I'm throwing cash out to my friends or...
You have an MC Hammer entourage?
Yeah, exactly.
Your outfit would look a lot better with a gold chain, I think, actually. Today. Yeah.
Or 2 chains.
I'll have to work on that. Get into the bank account.
Yeah. Do you, are you a guy who likes to dress like this? Do you like wearing a suit? Are you Let me just hang out.
Like
Let me wear my Zubas.
Yeah, I'm more of a jeans and T-shirt kind of guy, but I want to look good. But my wife, she probably encourages me more than I encourage myself. So, I think she doesn't want to be embarrassed when we're out, and she always looks fantastic. So, it makes me step my game up a little bit.
That's good. That's good. Does she dress you, or are you a fashionable guy?
I mean, if we're going to a specific event, and she knows what dress she's going to be wearing, she's like, has something in mind for me, then I'm like, okay.
Got to coordinate.
Yeah, exactly. But usually here's what happens in my house is, she's in her closet getting dressed, I'm in my closet getting dressed, it's time to go, we're running 5 minutes late.
By the way,
I show up.
That's when you know you have money. When you're each in your closets getting dressed.
And you can't see one another from your closet.
Some of us at home, we're still in the living room when we're in our closet.
And so then I walk out and say, okay, it's time to go. And she gives me that look. And I know it's that look like she doesn't like what I'm wearing.
Really?
And I'm going to have to go change.
You're like, no, we're not ready to go, Jeff. We're not even sort of ready to go.
Go fix that hot mess right now.
That's right.
Do you, do you like doing the award show thing? Like the last big Sprint Cup award ceremony. You like?
I don't like standing up there talking about being sixth. But no, I think the awards banquet for us is about the champion, and if you're the champion, it's amazing, it's awesome. If you're not the champion, it's a time to say thanks, but it's also a time to be extremely stressful to give a speech in front of all your peers. You
don't like that?
I freak out about that.
You like being in a little car, driving very fast, and
I speak in front of people all the time, and I'm comfortable with that. But for some reason, that particular one, it just intimidates the hell.
Do you still feel like you have to impress your peers?
It's not about, I don't know. Is it impress? It's just, I don't like to screw up. I don't want to go up there and look like an idiot.
I feel like if I had accomplished what you've accomplished, I'd be like going up on stage and being like, quiet everybody, I'm Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon's in the house.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
And maybe most times I could get away with that, but in front of that group of people, they don't really care about that.
Not impressed,
like,
Jeff.
Jeff just looked like an idiot.
What did you think of the job Jay Moore did?
Oh, I thought he was funny as can be. He did the I think it was maybe in New York. He did the hosting job one time, and I think people weren't quite ready for him. And I don't know if Jay was, if his knowledge of the sport was what it is today. So I thought that, he did an amazing job. I mean, I thought, like any comedian, they're going to take it a little bit too far. But, hey, I can laugh at myself. I think our sport has a lot of things to be, to make fun of. And I thought he was hilarious.
Was he inappropriate?
Well, he wasn't inappropriate. It was cool. What blew us away was that all of a sudden, because Jay Moore has been on the show many, many times, and all of a sudden he knows everything there is to know about your sport. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that probably must have made it easier that you're like, at least this guy respects what we do enough to be knowledgeable of it.
And I think that's the thing, when it's one thing to talk to the fans and the people out there watching, they're probably all laughing, thinking it's hilarious. But when you're making fun of those people sitting in that room, you got to have a little respect to be able to go there. And I think that he's earned that over the years because he is a fan of the sport.
I call him the Jeff Gordon of comedy. I've always said that, though. It's not just because you're here.
Oh, man.
But he wasn't.
Don't put him down like that.
It wasn't that he was.
That actually was a joke he told about how long it's been since I've won anything. So is that what you're saying about Jay?
No. I would never.
What you're talking about?
I would never besmirch Jay Moore like that. No, it wasn't that he was like offensive or over the line, but it did get a lot of ink because of Danica.
Of course,
she was in the audience and she kind of had like a little bit of a stink eye when he was making fun of her. And it completely blew up.
Yeah, it wasn't so much what he said, because he said things like that about everybody in the room or a lot of people. It was her reaction.
Yes.
So I don't think, I don't know. I thought some of the things were funny, and I know Jay, and I know how he means those things.
Of course.
And so she doesn't know Jay. I think she does now. He's like calling her after the show going, Danica, don't take that personal.
Doesn't she always have a little bit of a stink eye, though? Like, no, I met her. I think she's super cool. She's awesome, but she's kind of like a little harder exterior. That's like her thing,
maybe,
right?
Is that maybe, being the top female driver, in a sport? That you got to kind of have that thick skin and be tough. But you got to make fun of yourself, too.
Right.
And she's got a great sense of humor. So I think afterwards she probably was like, yeah, that was funny, and I should have laughed about it.
In retrospect.
And for what it's worth, like everybody always says, she's a little bit of a hard nose.
Yeah.
But when she's done the show before. When she was in here, she was a delight.
Yeah. She's never been a hard nose
fun
to me. Yeah. Well, one time on the track.
That's the job, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Jeff, I want you to make somebody's dream come true here.
Awesome.
Because we have a guy who's associated with the show, and he's been associated with the show for a few years now, who is the biggest Jeff Gordon fan ever. And this is legit. I'm going to put him on the phone now. I didn't know you were coming in today. Otherwise, I would have had him in studio for you to hang out with.
I'm glad nobody told you I was coming in today.
Wow. Trust me. I would have been too.
Oh, no.
Hey.
How you doing, Jeff Gordon? This is Daniel from Queens, biggest Jeff Gordon fan in New York City.
I love it when he introduces himself and just says, hey, I'm making this announcement right here before you guys even come to me or ask me a question.
And you know why he's taking it seriously? Because we know him as Bobo.
Yeah, he's Bobo.
But when he's around you, he's Daniel from Queens. He wants you to know.
I can't call you Bobo?
Well, that's just the name I go by on the show.
Okay. But that's your alias. It's not your real NASCAR fan being when you're home.
Yep, exactly. I just was the biggest Jeff Gordon fan in the city of New York.
Awesome.
So, Bobo, you have Jeff Gordon here. Here's your opportunity. What's your one question for Jeff?
Don't mess it up.
Well, one thing I've been wanting to ask is there ever going to be a chance they're going to bring NASCAR into New York City one of these days?
Oh, my
Bobo, you could have asked anybody that
Really?
question.
That's
That's a terrible question.
Yeah, if we can get the Meadowlands to build a track out there, then that's as close as we're going to get to New York City. I would love to see the skyline of New York as the backdrop of a NASCAR race, and so would NASCAR. But and you know what?
Got to find a place to drive the cars.
People don't realize there are far more NASCAR fans here in New York than anybody realizes. It's just that it's not all the top marketing executives and people that love stick and ball sports, especially New York stick and ball sports. So, we have our nice niche, and love to hear some loud roaring of NASCAR engines out there to track somewhere. But we got to build a track first.
Yeah, you need to drive
we're not going to be racing through Central Park.
Bobo, he's on it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
on it.
You blew it, Bobo. Real quick before you go, Bobo, I wanted to ask you to tell Jeff Gordon, what is your dog's name?
No, my dog's name is Mr. Maloonigan. He's a schnoodle.
All right. I thought his name was Jeff Gordon.
Oh,
no. Thank you, Bobo.
He should have lied and said that, Jeff.
Yeah, no, it's Mr. Maloonigan. It's much worse than anything you could imagine.
What did you say, a doodle or something?
He's a schnoodle.
Schnoodle.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Oh, sweetheart, that dog.
Well, Jeff, I wanted to know also, before we run out of time with you, because you're in high demand, talk about why you're here and talking. You're creating awareness for pertussis, correct?
Right. Thank you. And I know we've been having a lot of fun, but during this holiday season, it is important to recognize how important it is when you're going to be around family in the house, kissing and hugging. That 80% of the time, if there's an infant in the home, it's the parents, it's the grandparents, it's the caregivers that are passing along pertussis, which
crazy.
It's an upper respiratory disease, highly contagious. And for us, it might be a severe cough or cold, but for those young babies, it can be life-threatening. And it's on the rise. It's crazy, the numbers. 41,000 people last year were reported cases, 18 deaths among these young infants. So it can be very serious. So I'm working with March of Dimes and Santa Fe Pasteur to get that word out to about the adult Tdap booster. This is not about the infants' immunization. This is about adults and our responsibility. It wears off as we get older, and so we can easily get pertussis and not realize the dangers that there are for those young infants.
I don't know how it happened, but Anthony, who does the show before this one, about a year ago. Obviously he's a grown man, but he had pertussis.
Right. Really?
And yeah, he was knocked out he couldn't come in for 2 weeks.
Right.
He was knocked out. I can't imagine, what he could do to an infant.
So if you go to soundsofpertussis.com, there's some different links here, but there's a video, where you hear what it's like for a young infant to have pertussis, and it breaks your heart, and you realize, and that's what happened for me is as a parent. I heard in this sound, and I've seen these videos, and I did not want, my children to go through that, and I wasn't aware of how serious it was and what my responsibility as an adult was, and so, I'm so proud to be a part of this campaign to help bring more awareness to others out there.
And how do you keep away from it if adults don't even know they have it at times?
Well, obviously it's important, to get your regular checkups.
Yeah.
You go to soundsofpertussis.com. There's a lot of great information and answers to the questions, but talk to your doctor. That's the most important thing. If you have something that's lingering, that's more than just a regular cough or cold, and especially if you're going to be around an infant, if there's a newborn in your family, that's the most important thing. It might put you down for a couple weeks, but you're going to get through it. A young child won't be so lucky.
Have a rougher time. We'll go to soundsofpertussis.com.
Yes.
And check out all the information. Jeff Gordon, thank you for stopping
thank you
by.
guys. This is fun.
Congratulations on everything, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I also wanted to say the time is running out.
Yes.
We all know Christmas is just days away. You excited about Christmas, Jeff?
I love Christmas.
Wow.
Especially the kids love Christmas.
You gotta make sure that you're gonna get the girl in your life a great gift, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Jeff, you don't actually have to see. I mean, if Mark Zito has to take you someplace,
good. But Mark is like trying to pull me out.
He's going crazy. He's like he's going into a live read, and I got to bring this guest somewhere.
I can do this.
I'm taking my wife to Paris. Is that a good enough?
Oh my
It's not great.
Okay.
Honestly, it's not a great
That's
gift.
not as good as what you're.
You know what women want?
Yes, but go ahead and tell me.
Diamonds, Jeff.
It's diamonds.
Diamonds.
It's diamonds. They want colored diamonds. They want the diamonds to be blue. They want the diamonends to be yellow.
They just want to be rare.
Yes.
That too.
And you can get them starting at only $229 at IHateStevenSinger.com. Did you know that, Jeff?
Good talk, Jeff.
Jeff's a fan of Steven Singer. We all are.
Quality as well.
Quality. Thank you very much, Jeff.
$29.
Jeff Gordon knows he's on the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly. He's on the phone at 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. He's online at IHateStevenSinger.com. They're gorgeous. Like I said, they started only at $229. See the entire collection of colored diamonds now online at IHateStevenSinger.com. He's got free shipping, and it's guaranteed to arrive by Christmas. So don't wait any longer. IHateStevenSinger.com. He says that we can ad-lib these reads, right, Travis?
What a little guy Jeff is. I want to put him on my lap.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably... Steven Singer's going to mark out because I got Jeff Gordon to do the read with me.
Yeah,
So.
you should get something for that.
I
That's
think
like
so,
a double
too.
whammy right there.
Let me get one of those blue circle necklaces, the sky blue diamonds. I've heard they're beautiful. But IHateStevenSinger.com. Well, Nicole, thanks for hanging out.
Anytime.
How great was Jeff Gordon?
Now I'm like nervous. My baby's going to get pertussis. Great. Thanks, Jeff.
You know what made Mark Zito, who was wrangling the talent here, you know what made him more nervous than pertussis?
Which?
When I picked up Bobo on the call, he goes, no, not Bobo.
He put his head in his hands and looked like he was going to cry.
Well, there'll be more Bobo tomorrow.
Great.
Because we're doing a big Christmas extravaganza.
With Bobo.
With Bobo, and Mike Bichetti will be here,
Nice.
and Lady Di will be here, and
Cool.
Colin Quinn will be here. So tune in
Stalker
for that.
Patty.
And Stalker Patty. Tune in for that tomorrow. By the way, on Opie's YouTube channel, youtube.com/Opie Radio, he uploaded a video of Mike Bichetti doing a hula hoop in the elevator.
Okay.
It's the most insane thing you've ever seen in your life. So check that out, and stay tuned because Ron and Fez are coming up next. Goodbye, everybody.
The Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey!